How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing groovy. I'm doing great. Well, sort of. Started a new position and pretty exhausted. Pretty exhausting shit. I won't have to deal with the kids anymore. I'm pretty excited. I'm done with those little shits anyway. I never liked them. So, I'll have only DSP as the only obnoxious, spoiled, entitled, dumbass child to have to deal with. That's cool, though. But apparently the reason DSP switch's schedule is off tomorrow night is so he can watch Kino. Not sure if this is true or not. Why would he want to? I mean, I'm not dismissing your idea, but what could be his objective with that? I don't doubt that. I'm sure he's going to try and watch it to get ahead of things now, which is funny, which makes this whole project basically a free viewer for them. DSP forever. That'll be fun. I do have some news though, guys. The puppet is nearing completion. The lady said it should be done pretty soon, and she didn't give her a real specific time on it. But I'm stoked for it. I'm super stoked for it. And so big ups for that. And anything else? Not really. Nothing else on my end. I don't think so. Let's see what DSP has to say about the current events. Apparently, DSP crashes out on Kino Casino over money. Actually, I want to watch this thing about the birds. I heard that there was a sound of birds that you could hear. I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't actually watch it because I wanted to wait till later. So let's see what the bird thing is about.
Drip, snort, snort. I got the drip. Even before anyone
it's
had
sort
ever
of a
picked up
diagonal move,
controller
Heinz.
to see how it played. But I'm here to tell you folks that I put all of that aside. I didn't care about the protagonists or
Damn,
any
Tino,
of that.
why?
What I wanted to do.
That sucks.
I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do. I didn't care about the protagonists or any of that. What I wanted to do. You may notice
It does
a
kind of sound
small
like
change.
birds.
I wonder if anyone can tell what it is right
Birds?
now live. Probably not unless I mention it. I tweaked my microphone settings.
Oh, wow.
Because last night
Big
I
ups, bro, Sidefield. Thank you very much for the raid.
Explaining my reasoning for why I quit Assassin's Creed
Yeah,
Shadows
probably
after
Human
playing
Centipede.
it for 9
Probably.
hours. It essentially was a mini review of sorts.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
And
Centipede, for the
I
congratulations.
listened back to the video, and my voice
Let's
just
go and pop a
seemed
polecat.
off.
And Doug's medallion.
And I think what it is actually, I bought this microphone in January, and we spent a while.
That definitely sounded like birds.
Tweaking the settings to try to get it like perfect. But I feel like we didn't. Like, I know there were some changes there, and we added filters and we tweaked filters.
There's two things it sounds like to me. Birds or squeaking shoes on a gym floor. Which, obviously, the correct explanation is that Cat is getting into shape by joining the Harlem Globetrotters. All right.
And then, here I am listening back to this video, and the video is doing very well,
Big
by
ups,
the way.
Jim
We'll
Bum.
take a look at it later. It's getting thousands of views, and people are giving it an actual chance, which I appreciate. And I'm just like, I think
Big ups. Thanks for the raid.
freaking voice is set just doesn't sound right. And here I am. I've been using these settings now on this microphone for about 2 months.
Are you ever going to
Like,
enact
it just
memberships?
doesn't
I'm sorry if I missed the
sound right
announcement
at
on
all.
that. Kitty,
All right. So this
realistically, I don't
morning,
think I'm ever going to
opened
get
my
memberships because I keep having copyright claims
proprietary
against
software, and I started messing with it a little bit.
A long time ago, I messaged a dude at YouTube about this, and he said essentially, "Bro, you've got 1,000 copyright claims. We can't do memberships right now." So I don't know how true that is. I should probably check back in. I'm kind of doing a DSP thing where I heard one answer that wasn't favorable and just decided that's reality forever. But part of me is not that bothered by it because I like watching copyrighted stuff sometimes. I like being able to turn on, an opening to a show, and yeah, they get pissed about it, but I don't care. But Kitty, you don't have to do any sort of support. I appreciate it though.
Scumbags
And I turned on this
on the internet.
They're setting.
Still
Basically, what I
support me.
did is my microphone was put almost all the way to the side of bright voice. What that
What
means
the hell does that mean?
is that it basically
Oh,
tries
thank
to
you, DSP. You're going to
accentuate
tell me what it means.
higher pitched sound, and it makes it a little bit more crisp, but it basically
Thank you very much
eliminates
for the subscription,
all
Jim Bob.
bass
I appreciate it.
from the
The
actual
only shaped cat is in his
audio.
round. Yeah, she's a spherical.
And so
spherical.
now here we are today, and I said, you know what, let me mess with this. So I actually took it all the way to the other side. So now it's basically considered darkened sound. What that means is it won't accentuate higher pitched sounds and you won't hear as much crispness.
Oh my God, who cares? Bring on the bird.
Okay, so I'm curious.
Probably DSP's dead supporting
it.
They only did that one time,
right.
and I was able to get my channel
personally,
back, no
after
problem.
listening to the 2 levels today, I was like, okay, all the way this
I
way,
should
all
have
that looks better. I think that they
would have told me
deeper sounds better. It actually has
big
bass
ups,
in my
Lord
voice
DS.
now, which in real life I do have bass in my voice. It's just that with the mic settings I had on, it was
yeah, you know, it's just technology that makes DSP sound like a soy boy.
So anyway,
we need to find a way for technology to make me sound manly.
You know what, Phil? I agree.
Last night that I made, there's a little bit of background noise. What it is as you know, when I stream, at least
a bird.
You know, the times when it's
thoughts
cooler,
on Wing shoving his wife. What a piece of shit.
And so I was streaming with the
I'm wondering how fake it is though, because you can never trust this whole scenario with these dudes. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of like DSP. If that is the truth, then you're a shithead. If it's fake, you're a shithead.
Shrieking, and it was catching on the mic. And
it's crazy
because I've tested other things. Like right now, I have 2 fans on full blast. And you guys probably can't
I heard about that paper then. I gotta watch it.
The microphone has that like auto adjustment to get rid of ambient noise. But this kid shrieks
Follow
so loud
Paper Thin on Twitter.
It actually came through
he makes
on the
DSP
mic.
art.
People were like, "What is going on in there?
What?
You know, creatures screaming in your house? Is it haunted? Do you have loud birds?" I'm like, no, it's my neighbors. I put up with that whenever they're around and the kid gets excited. So anyway, yeah. So that
you know how I know that's not true. This is how I know it's not true. DSP would have complained about it by now. This neighbor, is it a brand new neighbor? A neighbor that just moved in? Which I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't seem like you could have new neighbors there because it's illegal to come on the road. So you have a new neighbor and DSP never complained about the new neighbor? This guy would complain all the time about the lawnmowers. Or the yard workers. He got really pissed about them sometimes. He would scream at them sometimes. Of course, he closed the window first before screaming at them because he's a coward. But so you're telling me the guy who complains about everything didn't complain about something? I don't know. That doesn't add up.
That's what that noise was, because people are, of course, asking me and spinning conspiracy theories. But it was my neighbor's
It's not really a
kid,
conspiracy theory if we're just asking.
Even though I have no kids. That's
what
happens when
software,
you have
your
shared
voice
walls,
is super
you know?
deep.
Yeah. All right, so
it's really technology
hopefully
holding back
the mic
Phil.
sounds good today. You guys let me know. Give me your feedback. Do you think the mic sounds
the shoving
better?
and Keen fight
this is
worked
gonna blow your
fake
mind.
as hell.
Ready? How does it sound right now?
Terrible.
How does the
Horrifying.
microphone sound when I actually talk directly into it like this? Because according to certain parties, this is how you're supposed to talk into this style of microphone. Like you're kissing it, like you're caressing it and giving it a loving
stop it right now, please.
ASMR.
Come on, man. Stop this.
Do you like how this sounds right now? Well, too bad, because I'm not going to do that.
Thank you. Okay, good call, Phil. Yado didn't sound right to this autistic rant about why he changed it and cope about his voice.
At the microphone from a normal
I guess he just hears
like
himself
human.
as deep
I'm not going
voiced,
to suck
and
on
he's he's seeking some sort of technology to make that happen.
Anyway, so
I swear I sound good in my head.
Oh, well. 100% watch that duty video. The funniest thing is, who cares if he does? He's such a delusional, perpetual liar that he lies about the smallest things. Yeah, I don't know. It sounded like birds, because I've been around birds. That sounds like a bird. And DSP, of course, has to be combative about it and just say, nah, it's not a bird, it's my neighbors. They're just loud. And that's part of what makes it so hard to believe this dude, is that he never dismisses things gently, if that makes any sense. Like if you guys heard some weird noise behind me and I said, that's not birds, a bunch of idiots in chatter spreading conspiracy theories that it's birds. It's not birds. Well, even if it's not birds, you've just exposed yourself as some sort of weird irate asshole. The correct response is, yeah, that's my neighbors. They're just loud. It's, you know, you hear them sometimes. That's far more reasonable, and you're far less likely to disbelieve me if I'm reasonable in explaining something. But that's not how DSP works, of course. His voice cracked hard during Disco Elysium last night. What was he screaming about? I didn't hear what Duty was talking about. Duty was talking about how it sounded like birds in the background. I believe so. And this is from Frondy the Detractor, all according to plan. This was a day ago.
I'm e-bagging.
Big.
Hell yeah.
Big. All I see you do is.
It is time to explain to you how over the last 8 months and the last couple of years, all of my planning has finally come to fruition.
Man, look at big brain Phil here.
Kino Casino.
You could have my problem where I hear myself talk. I say,
I'm not
okay,
kidding.
you're recording myself and I
Everything
ask
that you
you.
have seen happen,
Whenever I
has
hear
been
my
part
own
of
voice,
my
I think
plan
it was
all
Eddie
along.
Deason.
Oh, he got fooled. He had the wool pulled over his eye. I 100% had this plan since day one, and I am going. You don't believe me? No, you called Andy your gaming soulmate. Okay, I got the receipts. I already put the messages online. This was my plan all along. This doesn't sound like 4D chess. This sounds like damage control. There's no damage control
here.
It sounds like you're just trying to get.
Ban this dude. He's making too much sense.
Every single thing that I told them was either a lie, a half-truth, or something to buy their
Yeah, he gave up on that plan stuff. I heard about it. How now he's saying that he got snaked.
Get over on
but I thought you were the snake, Phil. You're the king snake. That's what I was informed of.
A misery broker. So what you're saying, this whole entire thing for your casino arc was 4D chess that you were playing them to the point that you would hurt your own reputation and career? Rich, not only that, I cased probably 6 or 7 different individuals who I thought
I would imagine that DSP literally cased him. He was parked outside of their house.
Do what I wanted. I got what I wanted. That's kind of just gross too, Phil. You would say that your family members were sick to get out of doing things with them? Oh, it's not one up on them?
Well, hold on. You're making too much sense.
It's to basically have a way to
Ethan Ralph is going to go differently, though. I think that Ethan Ralph is going to completely write the course of DSP's career and trajectory. We're going to sound real dumb when Ethan Ralph brings about the second DSP renaissance.
Phil, I think you thought this was going to be like some battered wife. Like, yes, let's go. I don't care about I really don't give a shit. I don't care about.
And gone. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you not listen to me and my stupid shit? That's good. That was a nice encapsulation of the event. I should send that to my friends because they were asking what the hell happened. And every time I talk to my bestoid about this, he says, "Shit, how many videos exist of all this?" And I said, "Man, a lot. It's roughly 9 hours just to kind of catch you up on current events about DSP for the last, couple months." But that was a good one. Nice and condensed. So this is, what are we doing next? We're going to have the crash out about Kino Casino. No, this is Kaichan. What's Kaichan up to? She building a model? She's building a model! Oh, that's cool. It's a 148 scale. She's got some new cats. They're little turd burglars. It's true. I saw this one back here steal a turd. Look at that! Isn't that hype? Oh, wait, she is a dodo kai. That's awesome. She's a super nerd. She's cool. Let's see. Dropping the crown. Stop being Sims for Kino Casino. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to watch. And there it goes. That was Kaichan, bro, Cyrus.
Because it was making a noise.
She's a VTuber, but she speaks Japanese and English. So, yeah, and she was Yakuza.
I knew it was gonna move.
Yeah, Kaichan's cool. I mostly like model kit stuff in general.
That was funny.
I kind of turned into Phil when she starts making out with women on stream. Like, man, stop! I'm trying to look at the models. You're distracting me.
We can't get one gifted sub. We can't get one member.
Yes, ma'am. That's very hot. Can you show me the model? What kind of male is that? Is that alpha male or is it Gunpla male?
To come in. Like if someone just wanted to drop
it's a Omicron Persei male
tip or like a $50,000 tip.
Hell yeah, now we're talking.
If Eddie came to me for a steak deal, would I consider a slot stream? I don't know, 'cause I don't know what that means.
Just uploaded another one? Cool.
I don't understand how these steak deals work. I don't know about slot streams or anything.
Yeah,
so
let's do steak deal, Phil.
I'm like completely uneducated, so I'm not going to say a word because I would probably just not know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know, Rainy.
I don't think he's going to come to me.
That's what I tell her. I say in chat all the time, I'm married. Please build models instead.
We're seeing a huge drop-off in support on Kick now that basically all the Kino Casino viewers are gone. So I'm not getting much support anymore.
But I thought you staked them, Phil.
I was getting a lot of support via Kick, and now it looks like it's going to go away, which stinks.
Bro, Cyrus, it can work one of two ways. It can get you down the rabbit hole, or it can appease you so much that you aren't part of it anymore. Because there's some videos where they're so good, you think, oh, I could never do that, but it's cool watching him do it.
Caricature.
I took anger management classes. It wasn't actually a joke. That's why I haven't been negative.
I don't know about all that. That was a weird quote.
If there's people who are like, I don't care either way, I like both. I like the casino, I like Phil. I'm okay with that.
Oh, cool.
I don't give a crap.
I'm happy that you're happy
I'm not
about
one of
that,
these people
Phil.
that's like, you must select sides and it has to be black or white, this one or that one. If you like both, go for it. Watch bull.
Well, it's
support
funny you
bull.
say that,
I'm
Demon
happy for that.
Centipede.
I
My
really am.
wife
But
finished
sadly
her
what's
first
happened is
model.
these people
She built
are simps.
Oh, hold on, I
A
want to
lot
hear
of these
this.
people are simps. They want to simp this. Bull, go for it. Watch bull. Support bull. I'm happy for that. I really am. But sadly what's happened is these people are simps. A lot of these people are simps. They want
You're
to
a simp
for the
if
big
you're a
boys.
fan
They
of
want to
anyone
simp for the
but
big
Phil.
dogs, you know? And here's the other thing that I should say. 'Cause
That's
it's
a
kind of
good
funny,
simp.
all right?
That's a positive simp.
So, dude, I'm going to say this and just get it out of the way.
There
I'm
you
going to
go.
move on my merry way because I don't want to
Yeah, because
hang on
DSP
this all
never
day.
goes
All right,
back
but
to
here we go.
things
You
that he
ready?
wants to get pissed about.
Did you notice something about the difference between the work ethic of myself and Kino Casino? Did you ever notice the big difference? That I'm here 6 days a week streaming full time.
But that doesn't mean
busting my
anything.
Ass, putting out content constantly for an audience. And they stream 3 times a week. Not even a full day.
I work 6 days a week over full-time hours.
That- what do you think they're doing outside of those hours, Phil?
Than if I had a 9-to-5 job.
And then they take tons of time off. And then they're constantly on vacation. And then they cancel shows. And then they're late. Do you ever notice that? Do you want to know why,
Why,
that
Phil?
is?
Why, Phil?
Because you guys simp for them. That's why. Because you simp for the casino, you...
But isn't that exactly what DSP brought up earlier, a couple months back when he was getting his influx of money? He was saying, thanks to the new influx of money, I can take off an extra day of work. Is it not the exact same line of logic? Because DSP got simped for, he was able to stream less? So now you have someone, or 2 people really, well, it's actually more like 3 people. Ashton, come on, man, you're 2. You got 3 people here, and they also get a lot of money, and so they stream less. Isn't it the exact same system that Phil was bragging about? And furthermore, this notion that indicates some lesser work ethic, that's not true at all. I've worked at jobs where, I didn't have to work as much time-wise, but it was just as arduous. And then you look at all their setup, they put more work into their setup. They put more time into their setup. Their animations and stylistic choices are better when it comes to the actual graphics and effects, because DSP puts no effort into anything. The time that they spend streaming is also considerably longer. For example, when I was watching that Kino Casino stream, I was getting tired because they were streaming so long. And they were talking about how they were going to keep going for a while. So it's not really comparable, Phil. Not really. And also, it doesn't indicate consistency that you show up needlessly. It's not... I never really believed in that notion. It's a very boomer notion that if you put in more work, your boss will notice and reward you. It's such a gamble because more often than not, your boss just honestly can't reward you. But DSP is under this impression that him showing up 6 days a week, which is not true. He's been going down to 5 sometimes. 6 days a week and streams, that indicates something positive. But people have been telling him for years, and he knows this, he can see the data, that he doesn't need to do this. He could stream 3 days a week and more or less make the same amount of money. The thing that DSP does, the reason why he streams 6 days a week, is because that's 6 potential days you could give him money. He is perfectly content to wring out every penny out of his viewers across the entire week. If he streams 3 days a week, that's 4 days these guys could possibly be spending their money on something else besides Phil, and that's a problem. That is a problem. So no, DSP, it's not an indication of your work ethic that you stream more. It's an indication of your desperation and greed. Because it's not like he's streaming to show good content. Every stream has a very specific objective. Get money. That's it. And he can't even say, well, it's because, I run a business. No, every business has the objective of getting money. It's just that some businesses, you kind of forget it for a second. With DSP, you never get a chance to forget that that's his objective. He needs that money now.
Enable them to have that kind of shitty work ethic.
We're happy that he was getting
You
more money
understand?
because he was able to
If
take
you
an extra
didn't
day off.
simp for them every stream and throw them thousands of dollars for simply turning the stream on,
that's what
they
you
would
do.
have to work.
That's what you do.
And they would have to work
That's
more.
the way it used to be. Jobs
and they would have
aren't
to
started
work
like that
harder.
anymore. No,
and they would
my
have
job,
to have better
my
events
job,
rather than
they
just
kind
the
of
same
can't
old
reward
shit.
me for working
They
too
would
hard.
actually
They
have
yell
to
at me.
innovate instead of just doing the same thing every time they turn on their fucking streams. Do you get it? They'd have to work more than 3 times a week.
Or at least, I don't know how it
Wow,
works
what
with
a
my
novel
new
concept.
job.
You'd get more content if you didn't simp out as much. Me, I bust my ass because I'm the blue collar dude
Oh yeah.
who never had giant popularity. I always was the underdog.
You
on
said
YouTube. I always
before
did
you
things differently.
were.
I didn't get the sponsorships. I didn't get the ball suckers. I didn't get any of that. So I've always had to break my back to make a living. Now here I am 17 years later.
But hold on a minute, DSP. Look. You can't make life harder for yourself and then use that as a virtuing signal that you work harder. You can't leave your parking brake on your car and take off one of your tires and say to people, look at how dedicated I am. I drove in without a tire and my parking brake on the whole time. You can't do that, okay? You can't hold yourself underwater and then say I'm drowning. And that's what DSP has done. DSP's whole career has been about making things significantly harder for himself for really no reason. But then he uses that difficulty to say, look at how hardworking I am. Look at how good I am because I don't seek sponsorships. No, dude, you get banned from everything. You lose all your sponsorships. And it really has nothing to do with trolls. I mean, it kind of does. But it also has to do with you being an asshole. You wouldn't lose your sponsorships nearly as much if there weren't so many clips of you being a jackass. And companies don't want to have to deal with that. Not really. Not unless you were significantly larger. If DSP had, millions and millions of subs and he did some of the dumb shit he did, he would be more or less fine, I think. Because there's just too much money coming in. You can't punish someone who's bringing in too much money. That's just the way it works, unfortunately. But no, his whole setup has been difficult. Remember when he used to say that about the video camera method? He would talk about how much work it was and would talk down on people who made it easier for themselves. They just set up their capture card, they play their game, and they just upload the clips right away. Well, when I'm playing, I have to focus the camera, I have to balance the light, I have to make sure I press record, I have to make sure nothing bumps the table, and then I have to stop intermittently and then move the flash drive to my computer. And it's like, you don't need to do all that. Making more work for yourself is not worthy of respect. And it's the same thing here. Everything that DSP does now is just more work for himself. And he does it on purpose to dodge certain things that are kind of pointless. For example, an automated leaderboard. An automated leaderboard could do that. Can't do it. The trolls, dude. The trolls. Even though you can toggle it while it's live to remove that thing. Can't do it. But please praise me for how hard I work.
I still break my back to make a living, but I'm happy and I get to make content that I like.
Yeah, Tina, that's terrifying.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
My brother showed me what it does to your
John's
car
only
when I
iced
was younger.
Quite frankly, or I don't. I get people who are regulars who come by, but there's no one here who's like,
yeah, Kanoma, I heard the bird. I don't think it's a bird.
$1,000
I'm going to go with an unhinged
if you guys
explanation
would
that
stop
it's
fucking
cat
simping,
playing basketball.
They would actually have to work hard. They don't right now because you keep giving them everything for nothing.
Yeah.
So if you're like, man, I hate it when the casino goes on a vacation after vacation after vacation after vacation, you're the
I
one
think
who's
so,
giving them
Fort
the
Worth
vacation.
raised, possibly.
Don't you get that? It's your reason that they're doing that.
And Excalibur, DSP, the guy who went to business school, he doesn't understand why working smarter, not harder is important. Because it's not that you ever reduce your effort. It's that you can save that effort for other things. If you're using 100% of your effort to do mediocrity, instead of using 50% to do it better because of, different advances in technology to make it easier, you could use that remaining 50% of your effort, and this is very, philosophical or metaphorical, you could use that to further your opportunities. You could use the time that you save looking for sponsors. You could save the time to do some editing. That's not how DSP works. He uses up all of his time and all of his effort and wants to have his ass kissed for it. No.
Didn't give them so much for so little, then they would have to work. It's called cause and effect. It's pretty simple, but people don't seem to understand.
What do you think about you, Phil? How come you can't apply that logic to you?
Lazy game devs for lazy work by
I think so,
buying all their
Osiris.
games, then they'll do better.
I had no actual
I think Cat was doing sprints.
self-awareness.
How many people complain about how every Pokemon sucks, but then they buy every Pokemon
You
anyway,
buy
and
them
then they
all.
buy the merch, and then they buy the amiibo, and then they buy this? Well, they're never going to improve unless you force them to. If you keep simping for the casino, guess what? They're never going to improve. They'll always have the same content.
But that's not entirely true, DSP, based on your own trajectory. We've seen DSP improve according to his narrative. We've seen DSP improve his setup, improve his content, and improve as a person. And at no point was it because of, well, that's not true. That's an oversimplification. Okay, well, specifically right now, when he had all this renaissance, there was no change that made him have to do all that. There was no withholding of funds that made him do all that. There was no protest with your wallet that made DSP do all that. DSP was able to enact all that change while getting money. So immediately we've seen that this belief that he has, this presupposition that the only way that you can compel someone to change is through withholding money. We've seen that debunked in Phil just last year. He doesn't have any perception. It's truly terrifying to me. But it is good that DSP lives this life. Because if this guy right here, who has zero capacity to gauge his own actions and assess his own behaviors, if you put this dude in a position of power, people would die. And I don't necessarily say he would be going around killing people, but can you imagine DSP as a train conductor? That's a derail every day. Every day that thing's hopping the tracks. And it's not going to be his fault. He did nothing wrong. He did everything correct. And people are just saying mean things about him.
3 days a week, delaying streams, canceling streams, bad work ethic, vacation after vacation.
It's really jealous that Kino goes on vacation so much.
It's direct
makes
cause
more
and
money
effect.
than he can ever dream.
I don't know why people don't
Could have gone on a paid vacation, yep.
You know, I just don't get it. But every time that I would see people would come on my streams and be complaining about the casino. They'd be like, why is the casino not streaming, Phil? I don't know. Maybe because last time they turned on their stream, you threw them thousands of dollars before they even said a word.
Yeah, we never really
You
did
ever
think
think
about
about
that.
that?
What if
Like,
Tyrone
now you don't have
isn't
to work.
pork and cat, but, you
Why are
know,
you a simp?
is part of the team?
I don't get it.
That's why DSP's offended, because they have a business relationship.
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm?
Anyway, that's just the point. So, you know, I don't understand. It's like people just don't have common sense. They don't. They just don't have any common sense at all.
Yeah, exactly,
And then they
Scan
complain.
Track. I like that.
And why are you complaining? You're the one that created the situation. It happens in the gaming world. It happens in the content creation world, right? Take a look at the direct difference, okay? You have supported me in droves way more in the last 8 months. We're hitting goals, right? We're doing constant special events.
Yeah, I
the
saw
return of
Kanoma.
DSP tries it, the return of regular marathons that you get
I
to
don't know
choose
if it's
what we're doing
fake or
during
not.
them.
Either way,
We're
it's
doing
shitty.
special streams like Lego build nights. I'm constantly improving my setup. I'm buying things for the
You're
setup. I'm
constantly
improving
improving your
everything.
setup
Since
that you
started supporting
fight
me
with.
more, all of the quality.
Yeah,
has
and you
mass-
know that can be brought up a million times. That DSP, it's one of those factoids about Phil that you could run it to the ground, and it's just because it's always true. And I think that's what frustrates DSP is that he says, you know, these detractors keep rehashing the same points, and that's because they're still true, just as true as it was the first time anyone said it. That this dude will complain about how you guys finance bad ideas and bad practices while he buys every single Pokemon game. While he buys every single Assassin's Creed game. He buys every single Nintendo game. And then he always justifies it with, well, I have to because I cover this stuff. And it doesn't make sense to me, dude. You're supposed to be leading us, Phil. You're the gamer revolution, right? We as gamers need to rise up. Well, then how come you don't? How come you never do? How come we can't count on you to practice what you preach? And it's not even like you're out millions of dollars in the process. I could almost understand that if DSP didn't buy a Nintendo, he would lose a shit ton of money. He really doesn't lose anything by not buying a new console. What, he's going to play Pokemon and Animal Crossing and that's it. That's it. But he needs to buy the new console, dude. You need to see what it does. But you spend all this time shitting on it. Yeah, and set the tone, Dave. And that's one of the things where he talks about how he used to have this momentum, this energy, this magnetism, that people would follow him and his views on games and stuff. No one follows someone who doesn't practice what they preach. Well, rarely. No one's going to follow a dude who says, we need to stand up to these game companies while they're buying every console. It's just not how it works, DSP. People have more sense than that.
massively improved. Like
One of the chat boxes is empty.
correct?
That's DSP's chat. No one's
What has
talking in this
happened since you
chat.
guys started supporting the casino more?
Yeah, his chat
They
is
work
completely
less,
dead.
and they take more time off.
That's the YouTube chat of his. You need to finance his bad practices. Right,
You should
exactly,
think about that a
Darcy.
little bit.
Big ups,
But the
Darcy.
point is, it ain't gonna change because people simp because they're stupid.
Okay,
People don't
you got
simp
me.
for Darkside Phil.
I
They
simp
come
for
to Darkside
Bandai.
Phil streams,
You
they
got
enjoy
me.
the content, and they say, "Oh, I really like this. I'm so happy that Phil sticks to his guns, hasn't changed, doesn't let others
I
influence
love
him.
Phil and
I'll
his
support that."
stupidity.
And
I'm
so
gonna
I really am
support
kind
it.
of the blue collar streamer. I do make a good living, but I have to bust my ass to get that living.
Exactly,
You see, I
Capacity.
don't have anyone who's kissing my butt, sending me ridiculous amounts of money for no reason.
Uh-huh.
I have to actually earn it.
What?
That's the difference here.
Oh my
okay?
god, this guy's insane.
By the way, thank you. Only
Earn
Iced
it?
Coffee. Shout out to
Earn
Only
it
Iced
by
Coffee.
begging?
I'm being told it's white collar versus blue collar. Well, whatever the fuck the term is.
Yeah, I don't know what I
shit.
am, this thing
It's
that I'm
called
describing.
Having to work
I don't know what
to
it
earn
is.
your keep and being okay with busting your ass in order
Exactly,
to
human
earn
centipede.
stuff.
He's not even committed to that shit.
Get it?
Normal people vote with their
Versus
wallet. Phil is the
getting
ultimate
handed
consumer. He buys
everything
into every
and then
bit of hype
instead
because he only wants
rewarding,
to spend. Exactly.
actually taking away.
And he got it in his head that you have to spend money to make money, but to a toxic
Review
degree.
Dropbox USA did a $2 tip saying it's a cope. There's no cope.
Yeah, it is.
You're the
Yeah,
one
it is.
coping. Because when faced with reality, people who are simps can't handle it and immediately have to try
But DSP,
to...
you're kind of a simp for
Oh,
yourself.
Oh, no, that's not the case. I'm not a simp. That's not what's happening. No, this is it. No, that's what's happening.
So you're not
That's
allowed
literally
to
what's
say,
happening.
DSP, you're wrong?
You're simps.
Douche
You
collar.
allow
I like
them to
that.
have that lifestyle because you're simps. And look who you're simping for. Holy shit. You're not simping for Pokemon. You're not simping for Amaranth. Look who you're simping for.
Phil Burnell.
Holy shit.
I don't know, man. Something about glass houses.
I look disgusting.
Yeah, Drax Raxer does his
No, you're talking
usual
about ambient temperature.
tithing.
You have
Does
no
that
idea
work?
how actual heat works. I love people who are morons and say, but I went online. It says the ambient temperature in Renton right now is 60-something degrees. You're an idiot.
Okay, you're an idiot for using
No idea how
data.
fucking
Stupid
temperature works.
asshole.
It's hotter where the sun is hitting. Right now, the front of my house is literally pure sun. I've explained to you guys that when that sun hits this wall, the front wall of my house.
New Day SP slogan.
Why can't I
Vote
hear
with
my
Velcro.
audio? Damn it,
F
this
the
again.
detractors.
Oh man, not this shit. That's so annoying. Thank you so much, Jordan. I really appreciate it. New DSP slogan: vote with your Velcro, F the detractors. Yeah, well, vote with the opening of Velcro. Yeah, I like it. That's a good idea, Jordan. Now, don't use this Velcro with Kino Casino. That's toxified. And definitely don't use that Velcro for the detractors. That's also toxified. Instead, you should give Phil money, the hardworking guy who is always late. Thank you again, Jordan. I appreciate it. You could say the same about him. I'd rather a hot woman than no. Yeah, DSP gets so mad that you give money to attractive people. Well, you got this dude. Attractive people who know how to play games, yeah, don't give them money. Give it to me. The guy who's ugly and can't do anything right.
During the afternoon.
Why the hell is the
This
notification not
entire
working
side
again?
of the house
That
heats
pisses
up by
me
about
off.
15 to 20 degrees like a clay oven.
Let me see if I can reset this. Is that going to play it back? I probably shouldn't mess with this right now, but I'm extremely curious.
Joke to life and a failure is absolutely delicious bacon. I love it. I love bacon. I don't eat it that often.
I'll bet
because
you
it's not
do.
good for you, but I absolutely love bacon.
Is that better?
There's still
Let's try
this back here. And
You
it's
had money and
still
skin,
people,
back
you just
of my
spend it on
neck,
burgers?
back-
New Day SP
What the
slogan.
hell is this?
Vote with Velcro. F the detractors.
Alright, so it's like that, huh? Like that, huh? I see. You think just because I'm not about to engage in extreme violence? Oh, I'll mess with that later. I'm not going to be like Phil. I'm not going to try and mess with it live.
back of my head, the back of my mind.
Get out of here, Phil, you stupid bum. Alright, wage quitting Assassin's Creed Shadows. The cringiest guy alive. I don't accept weirdo currency. Faking $74 in tips.
Have we made the determination of AC Shadows? Yes, I thought about AC Shadows during the break, and here's my determination.
You also explained
I
that your great new shades keep the
will
heat out, so
not
why do
be
they
playing
sometimes work and
Assassin's
sometimes
Creed
not?
Shadows moving forward.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
enough. It's crap. After today, I just had enough. I don't want to play it anymore.
Yeah, those
Seriously,
ribs are
like,
pretty tasty.
I'm
looking.
bored. We finally today saw.
Yeah, but I got a whole
what
nother
it's
week
gonna
for
be
going green.
for the majority of the game,
Oh, well,
and
it's
it
all
was
right.
not entertaining at all.
The depression
so I'm
is
done with
real,
it. I'm not
though.
going to grind through that crap any further. In fact, I made
You're
a
banned.
special video about it
Oh.
that I will upload tonight on the channel. I made a special 20-minute video explaining
Hold on,
why
one
I've quit
second.
Assassin's Creed Shadows after 9 hours.
Oh
of
yeah, he
gameplay.
talked about that. I'm not gonna watch it. It seems stupid to me.
Views. I don't want to be Mr. Views.
So Assassin's Creed Shadows, not only is it a game
let's try this
that I
one more
don't
try.
recommend, I recommend that you play it.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I fixed it.
Ubisoft Plus subscription service. If you play it
New
at all,
Day SP
I say to
slogan.
skip.
Vote with
Don't
Velcro.
waste your time.
F the
If you want to spend over
detractors.
10 hours grinding with one character,
Do it now,
doing
Phil? I'm sorry, I'm paying
repetitive
attention.
takeovers,
I
just
said I
because
wasn't going to
they
do it, and then
don't
I
know how
did
to make a
it.
game
That's just
interesting
because
in the
I'm
modern
like you,
day,
Phil. I
if
don't
they
stick
know
by
now,
my
they're
word.
never going to know. They had a track record of history to learn from. They've had games that were better, and they shied away from them. Instead, they think that wasting your time with grinding repetition is good value. Tell them it's not.
There's
Don't buy
enough
the
people
game.
who enjoy
Skip
that,
it,
DSP.
and then when they look at their sales
There's
charts,
tons
they
of
realize the game
games
is
that I
their
don't
next
understand the
flop in a
appeal,
line
but
of
that doesn't
Ubisoft
mean
flops.
no one
Maybe
likes
they'll
them,
realize
Phil.
enough of
I will
both.
never
Time for
really
quality.
understand the
Cut the
appeal
shit.
of
Ladies and gentlemen,
grindy
I'm
gotcha
Darkside
games.
Phil. I stopped playing
But
Assassin's
people
Creed
like 'em.
Shadows, and I recommend you do too. And I hope that you enjoyed this video.
Oh God, no,
See you later.
Demon Centipede.
It reeks of
You had mentioned something about going
desperation.
green earlier.
Oh, come on. Please give me those day one views and extra monies. Please give me money, money,
I
money.
can't find it now.
Olivia says, at this point, will we even
Fox
finish a
fight.
new game playthrough this year? I wonder. The game is bad. I agree.
Oops, ban that person,
The
Phil.
problem is, what games are we finishing? We're finishing remasters.
No
We're
kick
finishing
chat.
indie games.
His kick
We
chat is
can't
there to
finish
the
a
left. His
AAA game.
his
They're all
YouTube chat's to
crap.
the right. That's why
They
it's
really
completely
are
empty.
ass. They haven't made a good AAA game. Can we have a good one? I'd like one.
You should support indie games, DSP. There's an echo.
Oh my God, he's drinking
Okay.
piss.
Well, let's turn. What the hell is this?
Come on. Nice. It's happy music.
It's
happy
really
gold
goofy,
music.
Phil.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, I don't really like
dun,
AC
dun,
Shadows.
dun,
I'm not really feeling it.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick it up when it's on sale in a couple of years. It just isn't what I was hoping for,
I've
realistically.
never heard it
Or-
before. This is awesome.
it sounds like
Very
Sonic
good.
music, kind of.
All right, so that's if I hit the goal, that's the new one. Oh,
Oh, wow.
I loops. That's awesome. Yo, it's too good.
It would be kind of a
It doesn't
good
sound like Nintendo
music
Wii
if it
menu
was
music, you're right.
ironic. Like if it was clipping
It
the
does.
audio a little bit and distorted.
So we
It'd be
got
kind
other
of
ones
funny.
too.
And
Hold on,
then
there's another one I
briefer.
can add.
Maybe a third of the
Gotcha
length.
games. I love spending my entire life's fortune on gotcha
He does the
games.
same dance every
day,
time.
I'm
Well, yeah, he
pushing,
only owns
I'm
one
pulling.
emote.
I can't wait for the big win.
Wait, what are all
And there
DSP's
goes my
emotes?
life
You've got
savings, and
T-pose,
there goes
you've
my
got
life.
point at chat,
We're at 53
you've got
bucks
weird
of
dance.
support, and then a bunch of people did $2 super
You've got
chats.
well,
Each
he's got a
thing
new
felted. Well,
emotes. He just
hey, you
added a
can
new
felt me all
emote
you
where
want,
he
as long as you keep
does the
sending me
camera
money.
syncing thing.
Thanks a lot. So there's a 2 and then another 2 that gets me to 57. And there's another 2 that gets me to 59. Cool. Please, by all means, keep attaching monetary value
Paul's
to
last few
things
AC
that I
games
don't
gonna be
care
a
about.
ton of
Go
DLC
for
too.
it.
Just wait for the
That's
all-in-one
awesome.
on
'cause it
discount. That sounds like a good
Let me
idea.
tell you something. It hurts me really deep down. It really gets to me. If you guys just keep sending me money,
Oh, I'm
it
sure.
really hurts me. So no matter what you do, please don't send me any money because it would felt me and it would hurt me a lot.
Are you trying to be funny,
Get it?
Phil? You trying to be funny?
Okay. All right. Cool.
Just
I
give me a
need
new
that
tissue
money.
already,
I really
damn it.
do. I need that money to pay my bills.
I just received a tip of a weirdo currency. I don't even know what it is, so
Yeah,
I
I
can't
guess
count it.
so. The snorting could count.
This person says, "What makes you start Disco Elysium now? It's a great game, one of my favorites. I don't see it as a stream game, a bit above your intelligence level." Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
ack, ack,
No,
ack,
I'm
ack,
definitely
ack.
not counting your tip because you're a jerk. How about
What?
that? Plus, it's a foreign currency.
It's too
no one
smart for you,
understands. It's a
Phil.
weird
Is that an
symbol.
insult? There's
It's
things that are
probably
too smart for me.
like sesame seeds or something, right? Anyway, here we go.
Sesame seeds?
That's going too
What?
far.
Yeah,
It's
you're
really
definitely
stuff
far
in
more
toxic
intelligent than
content
people,
that should
DSP.
be moderated.
Now, how is that
Well,
exactly an
I
insult to
received
say this thing is too
generous
intelligent for you?
$20
I guess it is,
tip.
but
This
it could
person
just be
says, Disco Elysium
true.
is one of the few games that has 5 out of 5 and 10 out of 10
There's
ratings
tons of
from
games that I
every
don't get
reviewer
because I'm
out
not
there.
smart enough.
He's
Like,
lying,
was it
he's a
Eve Online?
faker,
I'm never gonna play that
shit,
game. I'm not
he's a
nearly
bad
smart enough to play
person.
that shit.
He's trying to get attention. Herpaderpader.
To 96.
I have to
so
do
we're 2/3
spreadsheets
of the
and
way to the
crap?
goal,
Yeah,
guys.
that's not
Come
happening.
on, thank you so much. Let's hit the goal tonight. Let's get that
Oh, it's
momentum
Fireside,
back. Head in
Phil.
the right direction.
Demon side,
Let's
Phil.
get towards our DSP tries it.
This is
reward.
kind of
Okay?
haunting.
I'm gonna go for the red roll. Ready?
I may be living.
I want to show you guys
month to
something.
month.
I'm gonna go for the. Let's get.
This is kind of scary right here. That's rather spooky. It's like those what was it, Mr. Fantastic, and he becomes increasingly more unhinged looking. It's like that. I don't know about all that. That's
Towards
scary.
our DSP
Scary
tries it
side,
reward.
Phil.
Okay. I'm gonna go for the red roll. Ready?
I may
You couldn't
be
figure out the
living
character building in Disco
month to
Elysium.
month, paycheck to
What makes
paycheck,
it
begging
what
for
makes
fucking
it
tips and
different
shit
from
on stream
usual
for the rest
character
of my
building?
life.
I haven't played it, and
Thank
I'm
you
probably
for the
not going to play
support,
it
guys.
anytime
I mean, we're
soon,
at
but what makes it
90-some
different?
dollars of support. Now here's the thing: we got an hour
It's not
left.
that I have any
Please,
disinterest in playing it,
let's
but I'm
not
way
stall.
behind on games.
Let's hit the goal. If you were here hanging out and you're like, I was going to support tonight, please support right now. Let's just get it done. Let's get it out of the way. Let's hit the goal. Then we can totally
Yeah, I would like
focus
people to
in
stop sending him
on the
money
rest of
for
the game
troll shit.
tonight.
It's simply
And I'm
not
curious if
funny
people
most
like
of
it
the time. You
enough
could
should I
get
keep
Phil to
playing
get
this
pretty
game for indies
pissed.
night or not. It's
Because
up
here's
to
the
you.
thing: if you don't
But
give
let's see
him
what you
money,
guys want,
he's going to be
all right?
scanning
But
that
let's get
chat,
some
and then
support
he's going to
and
see
hit
your
the goal.
message and
Anything
yell at you.
appreciated. We're so close at this point.
So you
Let's
can
just
do
hit
it for
right?
free. You just have to wait.
Okay, let me just stretch for a bit, get some blood flowing. Come back, we'll chat for a tiny bit.
Mr.
and then we'll
Fantastic.
resume.
What was it? Mr. Incredible. Yeah. You guys
So
got
he
it.
never
Thank you.
learns his lesson, which, as we've already talked
Man,
about,
now I feel really dumb.
true
That's what I said. I said Mr. Incredible. I never said Mr.
They
Fantastic.
just
If you
keep
go and do
making the
2
same
minutes of
mistakes
research, is that what it
over and
is?
over. They never improve, and
Phil
that's
feels
why
that
people
momentary
find them
embarrassment in his
entertaining to watch,
brain,
because
where, you know,
always
your
look at the same
hindbrain says,
ridiculous
"Oh no,
result
I've
from a
lost
situation
standing
they
amongst the herd."
Totally should have learned from in the past.
It's fine. I
And
was
just
wrong and
received
stupid.
an
I'll get used to it.
insanely generous
All right.
$50 tip from Purple Francis. This is better than AC Shadows by miles. $50, 50 smackaroons, 50 simoleons. 50.
Whoa, that is a lot of text,
Well, it's
though.
way
Time
more than
passes
50
when picking
pesos,
new
that's for
dialogue
sure.
option. Read books
And
and
with
pass
that,
time
ladies and
quicker.
gentlemen, it's time
This does
for a
seem
brand
kind of
new
convoluted.
innovation.
Oh god, not this again.
Yeah, we hit
Phil,
the goal.
come on, man.
We hit the goal.
Also, it's not even
Felt
money.
those
It's
trolls, we hit
just
the goal.
bricks.
Take that, troll.
Oh wow,
We hit
dude,
the
I'm
goal.
so hurt by this shit, man.
Oh, yeah,
That guy on the internet is
yeah.
flipping me off. I better
Thank
tell
you
my
for the
therapist.
money, yeah.
What a bum. What a loser.
Anyway,
Phil,
we
you're a
did it.
loser.
We hit the goal.
Yeah, I agree.
Cringe.
I agree, Kat. Shit's terrible. What's the best game Ubisoft has made? I liked
Well,
Assassin's
would like
Creed
to play it
1.
again. It's so weird, right? So, all right. Anyway, thank you guys. And I got to get out of here, obviously. I went late there. But,
Exactly, Scott.
thank you for chilling. Thanks for the support. I
Yeah,
mean,
imagine
really
a
appreciate that you
42-year-old
guys were
man
above and
styling
beyond
on
tonight
his
with
invisible
support.
enemies
It
by
actually
flipping
evens
them
out
off
if
as
you actually
money
look at the
flies
stream
around
from
his head. What
earlier
a bum.
that I didn't do well on the
What a
Assassin's Creed
spaz.
Shadow stream. This actually made it so that as if we had 2 good streams. So it's all good.
It is
you know
a
what I
very
mean? Like,
sad
overall,
existence.
today was actually
Imagine
a
that's
great
your
day, and I
victory,
really
huh?
appreciate
That's
that.
you defeating your enemies.
Sure. It's like being completely out of touch with reality.
Really?
They live in a bubble. They actually live in this very isolated world. They live in these weird bubbles and don't live in reality. They just don't. They think that the world is a way that it's not. There's still this
All right,
back
goodbye,
here,
Phil.
and it's
So this is DSP failing in Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Unofficial AC Shadows wage quit double slow stream. All right, we should be able to knock this out before he shows up. And this detractor dude, this PWR, not detractor for World War guy.
party hat.
I suppose I should start watching this dude.
Hello, Mr.
He sounds like a
Piggy.
jackass.
Mr. Piggy.
Far Cry 2 is a lot of fun.
Save the
I see you got a
pig,
comment
okay.
answered on
The
Ask a
whole
Ninja.
game
Thank you very much,
is
Seal.
fun.
Yes, Ask a Ninja's back. And when he posted his first
So
video,
15 bucks to support
I saw that in the
tonight.
notifications on my YouTube.
We're really kicking
Lost
here
my
tonight,
shit.
aren't we, folks?
And
We're
even
really
better,
kicking it.
it was the thing that he mentioned that I said that I was unsatisfied with his answer, and I put the correct answer for him, and he liked it. So I don't know. I feel damn good. It's little things that make you feel happy, and that guy was kind of, well, he was my hero growing up. You know, he was this cool, crazy dude who made funny content and wasn't afraid to be silly as hell. And I felt like that was inspiring. So getting him to just put a little heart next to my comment, you know, that means something to me. I'm sure DSP would understand. I'm sure he would say, "Oh, that's stupid," right?
What an idiot. You care about such little things?
Crushing
Well,
that
yeah.
goal right now.
You're supposed to care about little
15
things.
bucks, yeah. Oh my God, he's drinking wheelchair donation.
No, Zach, that's that's completely different somehow.
And he's dead. Let's get some support on the stream, everyone. Let's get some super chats. Let's get some subs. Let's get some memberships. And let's get some tips
Well, thank
in
you,
honor
Barry.
of poor dad who just died. Come on. Let's get rallied now.
Now, he might try and come kill me, but, you know.
Come on, let's do it.
You get
Who's
that.
going to give a sub? Who's going to do a membership?
Who's gonna
do a
sub after
super chat?
this? God, I hate that laugh so much.
Oh my god, you know, that was the stupidest death
legit
sequence I've ever
angers
seen
me
in any video game.
sometimes.
He took so long to die.
He actually doesn't have emotions like that in him. No sympathy, no empathy. He's a sociopath.
Gross,
And he just kept
man.
gabbing. And then
Just
he tells his friend, will you
gross.
take care of my daughter? No, she's not my daughter. Don't you have other relatives? Don't you have money? Did
Don't
you
you
have a trust
care
fund or
about people,
something?
Phil?
Why do
No,
I have to take care of your
that's
daughter?
not how I'm about.
What are you speaking of? Are you insane? Come on, man.
It kind of reminds me of
Anyway,
Six
I almost
Erican with
fell
Six
apart.
Erican's
I thought
weird
this was gonna be
fake
like a
laugh that he
2-second
does.
thing. It goes into an insanely long death cutscene.
Six Erican's
Like,
laugh
oh,
is
man,
more
that's what the
annoying
part
though
for tonight,
somehow.
So let's put the part here.
He does that shrill cackling that
And
makes me
hope
want
that
to
you
throw
guys
my
are
headphones
enjoying.
across
Looks
the
like we're
room.
gonna have some serious business in tonight's second half of Pirate Yakuza.
But he does it
Hawaii. I will see you
intentionally
then.
to hurt
Holy
people,
crap.
so that's the
Are
goal.
you reading on your parents' life insurance?
Thank
money
you,
or something?
Tyler.
We're halfway through the stream. We got another hour. It would be great to get some more. We're at what, $40, I think?
I do the
goal
impression,
is
even though I know
150.
it hurts on
We
that
have actually
laughing one
hit
and the
most
Ashton
of the
one
goals
because
playing this game.
I just want to experience
except for
how
one or
they
two
talk
streams.
every
It would be great
day.
to
I
hit it
couldn't
tonight.
imagine
Now, it's
talking
gonna
like that every
we
day.
need some rallying. We need some people to kind of band together and chip in here. All right? Whether it
Ban?
be a few subs
Banned
here
or
or there,
ban? We can
whether
ban
it be,
people, Phil.
like I said, a couple memberships
Ban
or
me.
a big super chat or a tip or something.
I'm a
But
huge
please, let's
issue in
all
your
go a
chat,
little bit.
DSP. You should
Here,
ban
we
me.
actually hit the goal earlier. We hit both goals on Friday. We want to keep that going, right? So we
He
can get
doesn't
to
have the
DSP
soul to
tries
ack,
this week.
ack,
We don't
ack
know what it's
anymore.
going to be yet.
I just want more money. Money, money, money. Where's the money?
Caring about other
We're
people?
70
That's
bucks,
crazy to
guys.
me. I
We
can't
can
do
hit
that.
the goal tonight. There's no reason to not hit the goal tonight. Hitting the goal is what you want. 'Cause
Yeah,
then
you
get
love this
reward.
shit.
You guys say you want Minecraft? Then let's get to it.
Minecraft
Want
is
me
your
to do
reward?
DSP tries it?
That's
Let's
trash,
do it.
Phil.
You want a marathon? Let's
But
get
you
do the
wanna-
goddamn
Oh, shit, he's here.
marathon.
I need to make it so that this gameplay will not be echoed.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that now before I forget, because whenever I play Call of Duty, it has to go through my head.
I'm great, Little Shadow. How are you?
And now it doesn't.
That laugh is characteristic
There we
behavior of
go.
someone who's incribly uncomfortable. Yes,
Okay.
it's the
Let's also
fakest
make
shit
sure that it's
ever.
Playing everything correctly. So
DSP's faker than
here we go.
politicians.
Volume through the speakers.
Because at least
and spatial
politicians
sound.
laugh, they
Good.
practice it a
Good,
little
good.
bit so it's not horrifying
All right.
when they
Maybe I'll reset
fake
the
laugh.
leaderboard as well. I forgot to
DSP
do
doesn't
that.
even bother
And,
that
then we
shit.
can chill for a little bit,
Screw it.
everybody.
You're all getting horrifying fake laughing and
You're
you're going to
wondering why
like
the
it.
lighting looks different. It's because my window is open.
Laughter,
sun has stopped hitting
DSP,
the
is
front
a
of my
social
wall,
construct that
and I'm
we
trying to air
evolved
out the
into
office before we start
so
with
as
the
to
stream tonight,
share experiences
by
with
having
each
it
other.
all
It's a
open and
way
have my
of
fans on max blast.
relieving
So, to see
communal
if I can air the
stress.
room out
That's
or
what the
not.
purposes of laughter
needs
are. I
it,
read about this somewhere. I don't
for
remember
sure.
where I read it.
Okay.
And so the reason why we laugh is that we can help each other reduce the stresses that we experience. You can see a great example of this if you ever watched the movie
Okay.
Quest for Fire. There's a
All
part
right.
where a rock falls on
No,
one
we're
of the
not
other
playing Sea of
caveman's
Thieves tonight.
heads,
The hell are
and
you
the other
talking about?
cavemen start laughing. And so that
What's
the
up, everyone?
caveman
How are
who
you
is
tonight?
injured starts laughing
The
as
room looks
well
different
and
'cause
gets
there's
over
actually
it.
natural light coming
That's the
through.
point
You
of
haven't seen
laughter.
natural light with the
DSP
setup
doesn't
all
understand
at
that
once.
because
There hasn't
his
been natural
laughter
light. This setup
angers
was set
society.
up during the winter time.
If DSP was
when I always
laughing
had
like
the
that, that
blackout
caveman would have
curtains
just
closed.
beat him
This
to
is the first
death.
time you're seeing natural light on me. That's why I actually look like flesh colored.
And
the first
DSP was
time it
alive
is.
back then. It's very fortunate he got through that
Thank you,
alive.
Hearts to Hearts. He says, nice shirt. What's that smell like? What does what smell like?
No, everything in your room,
What does what
DSP.
smell like? What are you talking
You wouldn't know, huh?
about? Let's
Can we get a clone for DSP's rants on
reposition
Assassin's
slightly. This
Creed?
is
He
a little
insulted
bit
them over
too-
quantity over quality,
There
but
we
says
go.
Kino is bad because they only stream 3 days compared to his 6 days work. I would.
Gotta get it
I usually
perfect
count
now, so
whenever
when
he's
playing, it's
live,
always
but
pointing at me. I think
whatever.
that's
Don't
good
count
right
him.
there. It's not supposed to
I'm
look
not getting
shit.
audited.
I'm not gonna do that often. Take this very seriously.
I don't have a bird in the other room. This is some moronic detractor meme. I'm telling you, it's the kids next door. In fact, they're outside playing right now.
No,
And you
really,
might
they're
catch
out
them
there
again on the
shooting
mic.
lasers and
They're
shit with their
literally outside
mustard
playing, and
cannons.
That kid screams, and you might be able to hear it on the mic again tonight.
Then how
Except I
come
have
the
my
audio
fans
is coming
on
from the
tonight,
other
so maybe
direction
it
where
won't
you're
pick up,
pointing,
I don't
Phil?
know.
Exactly,
This
Super
idiotic
Sentai guy. It's not hard to see when DSP is truly
Show
enjoying
you the
something.
room? You want to see the room?
Are you saying Phil is the missing link? I am saying that Phil is the last remaining Neanderthal. So, yeah, I guess so.
I can actually do that. Ready?
What's this cat thing? Oh god, that was
Here I
terrifying.
am. Here's the room. Here's my setup. Look at that. There's the door.
There's no
Close.
bird here.
This is the cool thing about this setup. I have a camera. I can actually like aim now. See?
Oh wow,
There's the
that's
TV.
oh, we're browsing Twitter.
There's the door. There's the lighting.
What are we
There's
browsing
the
on Twitter,
backdrop.
Phil?
There's me.
Oh God, not that part.
Continuing to
I don't
the
like
right.
that dude.
There's the setup. Goes all the way over to my lighting, my cameras, my other webcam.
God, look at this
All the
setup.
way to the other side of the room.
Hey, wait,
See that?
DSP, that's why
There's
it's so
the
hot in your
window
room,
right
you
there,
jackass.
that I was telling you about. And the people.
The window is
outside
just
playing right
there.
now.
Cover it up.
And there's all the lighting going on, and there's my air conditioner, which
That's
I
a
haven't
horrible
installed
insult
yet,
to
right there.
Neanderthals. Well, they all decided to die out
Very
because
exciting
Phil
stuff,
was
huh?
one of them.
I can actually do this stuff now. See,
They
I can
realized that
actually
it was time to
show
go.
you guys the whole.
It
setup
time go.
because I have all the technology, man. Zoop. Ooh. But I like having this aimed down when I'm not using it, because that way it doesn't accidentally.
That is kind of cool how
enable the
fast
AI.
it whips
If the
around. It
AI
reminds
gets
me of
auto-enabled
sometimes in
and starts following
Gundam
me,
when
I don't
the
want it to do that,
Xeon's
so
mobile
I just
suit's
kinda leave
eyes
it
would
like that.
snap to the other direction.
Okay.
And then you get that sound effect. Where's that sound
What
effect?
did
I
just
got it
do?
here
There we
somewhere.
go. Got our first contribution of the night already from Squirt Rocks.
Yeah.
Thank you to Squirt Rocks.
Squirt Rock sounds terrible.
Appreciate that.
You see, guys, birdless, as it always has been.
Let's get that on the
Good.
keyboard. How do you spell Squirt Rock? Squirt Rock.
How
there
do
we
you
go,
think,
Squirt
Phil?
Rocks.
You were
First
valedictorian. Come on,
contribution
man.
of the night. Folks, tonight, let's hit the goal.
No.
I actually am
Can we get a
starting
Gundam
early to hang
reference?
out with you guys for like a half an hour before we start with gameplay.
You should
And
get a
then we're
camera
gonna
like
do
that.
2
I
hours of
should.
gameplay
What kind of
of
camera is
Pirate
it?
Yakuza.
I'm sure he's
Let's
told
hit
us
the
a
goal
million times,
tonight.
but I never
Earlier
paid
today,
attention because it's
we didn't hit
stupid.
it, but we also didn't have a bad
But
streak.
yeah, I
We
need a
hit
camera
over
like
$100
his.
for Call of Duty. I'm never gonna
I'd like to
complain
be
about
able to
that.
whip it
All right,
around so
that's
you guys
good.
could see my
But we
room of
haven't been hitting
doom.
goals consistently this week, and because of that, DSP tries it. It keeps getting pushed back.
I guess I
was
could
trying to
ask
do it by the
Phil,
end of
but
the
I'm not
week. At
going
this
to
point,
waste
probably
getting
not.
banned
It's
on
probably gonna end up
asking
being
what
Sunday or
camera he
Monday.
has because he's going to leave it.
money, you scam people.
Well,
You
let's
just
hit the goal
spend it on
tonight.
burgers.
All right.
Phil's hiding front-facing baby chicks in his
What's up, real King
front-facing
Michael?
baby
Excuse me,
chick
real King Michael,
emoji.
how are you? The TV
Is
being
there an
close to the
echo
edge
with
is
that?
scaring
There
you. It shouldn't
is.
scare you. It's on a stand.
There
it's
is.
firmly
Damn.
placed. It's
Let
not
me
gonna
play
fall.
that again.
There's no problems with the TV being
You
that
have
close to
money,
the
you
edge.
scam people. You just spend it on burgers.
But that's hilarious. Archmage says
Phil's hiding
according to the
front-facing
trackers, you
baby
now have
chicks
an
in his
African
basement.
gray
That is
parrot
funny,
and a
though.
cockatoo.
You guys don't know this,
Totally.
but
It's not
actually
the
I
noise coming from the open
inspired
window
6
you just
Arrogant's
saw.
best
It's
truly.
definitely a cockatoo and a gray parrot.
Yeah, there you go. DSP, I think you have a cave ostrich.
You have to move again. I'm sorry to hear that, Captain. Hopefully the move
Thank you
isn't
so much,
bad
Silent Weapons. I
this
really
time
appreciate
around.
it. I like the front-facing baby chick shit. It's a
Good evening,
good
Toasty
micro
Chestnut.
trolling.
How you doing? Or Toasty Chestnut.
So, could you guys help me out? Did you
Waterboard
guys
here.
hear an? Okay, there's still an echo. All right, so let me see how I can fix that.
I'm here to chill and just hang out with you guys for a bit. I'm in here early. I actually was in here doing some editing. I was doing some
Let's
thumbnail
see.
work.
I
was doing
think
all
I could
kinds
do
of
it
stuff,
this
and I
way.
finished a little early. I said, all right, let me get the stream up.
Yeah, I think that'll fix it. I'm not gonna try and compel people to donate to see
What
if
do we
it
have for
works.
dinner? Do you really want to know? Turkey, hot dogs, and rice.
You have money, you scam
Woohoo.
people. You gonna spend it on burgers.
Damn it! Now I'm not playing it through the other thing.
Oh, I
Shit!
know, Supercharged
No, I
says
really
the
just need to
addition
sit
of that
down and
green
mess with
screen
this. I'm
cover
not.
on your
I'm not
chair
gonna do
really
this
is
right
helping
now.
your face cam. I know my
That's
face cam is great now.
rude.
Like I don't think I have a single complaint about the face cam. Just got to figure out.
Have you
how
watched
to
the Bleach
do
anime?
the
I've watched a
leaderboard
little bit of
with
it.
my left hand.
You
So
can
that
flex
way the
your
camera
kits with
won't
that kind of
auto-adjust
camera.
and
Yeah, I
get
can have them
stuck and
fly
sometimes
around and
stuck.
shit. Yeah, that's
But
pretty
I think
hype.
the face cam looks great now, and the face cam is great for thumbnails. You know, I'm doing thumbnails and videos, and I can select
You're
my
doing it?
face now.
Who is
in
that dude you
scene,
had
and it's
before?
great. Actually, my
You gonna spend
reactions
it on
and stuff
burgers?
to a scene is really good.
Squawk, Polly want a tip.
What's up, no Kino entry?
Squawk.
Good evening. How are you?
Squawk. Someone get me out of here. Phil
I like that,
murdered
Vega.
cat.
I like the
Awesome,
idea that
that's
DSP has
awesome.
a
So you and
pair.
Dad used to watch it back in the Street Fighter 4.
Support
Alright,
the
ban
stream.
the trolls.
Thank you. I am
Alright,
doing well.
felt the
I
trolls.
appreciate that.
Alright,
sentiment.
did nothing wrong.
Those
Did
were the
nothing
days,
wrong.
man. Before everyone was a tryhard and you could just watch fun videos on the internet.
It says
huh?
ack ack ack
Street Fighter was
occasionally, but it
extra
sounds
fun
like a
back
bird
then.
saying it. Damn, that'd be cool.
Turtle Deuces is playing Plague Trail.
Thank you very
Rugby,
much, Vega.
kind
I
of bored
appreciate it.
very
I think
first one,
DSP
like,
should just
I
have a
did,
parrot.
but I
Then he
would
wouldn't have to beg as much. The parrot
I
could do it
do
for
feel
him.
like there were
No,
parts that were
wait,
very
that's-
slow.
Hold
There were
on, I
parts that
take it
were
back.
very
That'd be
grim
bad
and
because then
disgusting,
DSP's
and
going to
there
have to
were parts that were
repeat
actually
what the
quite
parrot
slow.
said,
I actually
and the
think I
parrot's
like
going to
the
have to
first
repeat
game
Phil.
better,
Because
honestly.
that's how it's going to go. He's going to say,
All right, guys, let's get some tips.
right, let's get some tips.
See, he said it. He
What's
said,
on
let's
the floor
get
on
some
the other
tips.
side of my
Right,
house?
let's get
Pretty
some tips.
chill.
No, no,
For
no,
the
no,
most part, almost everyone who lives here is chill. There's one one
No, no,
family
no.
to my left that has kids, and they can be noisy.
Never mind. I take it back.
There's a couple
Parrot,
people that have dogs
not an
that can
option.
bark. For the most part, it's a very chill neighborhood. Everything's nice.
Everything's
Drew.
chill except for those kids running around shooting mustard
Also
lasers.
contributions coming in. We got Drew C91 $10 super chat. Thank you, Drew. He says, "Good evening.
Ever
How's it
play
going?
Federation
It's
versus
going
Xeon?
good.
Hell
It's
yeah,
hot,
I
and I'm
own it.
trying to cool the office down.
I like the
guess we'll
sound when
stop calling
picking
it
a
the office,
Saku
start
2 and
calling
it had more of an
studio,
echo
'cause it really
sound.
is like a
Yeah,
studio
this
now with
this
levels and
Saku
stuff like
I
that
sound
now,
is
right?
from MS Igloo.
We had a heat wave today, and it's going to continue to tomorrow.
So it's a little different.
And so it was over 95 degrees in here earlier. So it was
Heat
quite
wave,
bad, and
huh?
I had to have 2 fans on max blast trying to air it out. That's what I'm working on right now. And he says, I wanted to drop in and do my part to support. Shout out to my bro, Squirt Rock. So,
very
Squirt Rock
nice.
is your friend? That's awesome. Thank you, Drew. Yeah,
No,
thank you,
I'm
guys.
Game
for your
Master. I'm
support
not doing
for coming
that.
on tonight. I really appreciate that.
That's too
With
scary.
Pirate Yakuza, the support has been up and
I
down.
just imagine
for
that
sure.
the show Kids
We've
Next
had
Door.
some great streams where we've hit the goals and exceeded them, and then we
I
had
like
streams
the
where we didn't like
mustard
the last
laser
one.
that they would
So
use every once in a while. I
here's
thought that was
hoping
pretty
tonight
fun.
we can hit the goal and count another one towards our DSP Tries It reward later this week.
You know,
of
that's
Taco
very
Time,
weird
which is
that
a local,
Kids Next Door had a reference to
fast
Mr.
food
Wint and
Mexican
Mr. Kid.
style place out here in the Pacific Northwest.
Mr. Wint and Mr.
No
Kid,
Kino entry
those two
also.
dudes? You
Gifted a
referenced
sub
those
and
two
gifted it to
dudes in a
Supercharge
children's show?
71.
It's a little odd.
Congrats, Supercharge, and thank you, No Kino entry for the first.
What do you
elite sub of the
do
night. No,
when you
actually,
don't reach your tips goal?
Squirt Rocks had done
Mr.
one
Wint?
earlier, so it's the
Beg,
second.
beg, and beg
However,
again,
20
Mr.
bucks of
Kid.
support and climbing. Thank you, guys. Let's see here.
Let me see this,
Captain says we
Vega.
thought we found an apartment, but only lost 2 pets. We have 3. Well, that sucks. I have received
a letter.
That sucks.
Oh, nice.
Apartment
What's in the
limitations
letter,
can be
Phil?
very annoying.
It's
of
just a
apartments
ban.
have strong limitations.
a letter.
You gotta,
Oh,
you
that's
might
not
have
a
to
letter,
be
that's a
tricky trying
threat.
to find the right one,
That's
right?
dangerous, man.
Only one stream tomorrow. That is
Steve's
correct,
getting
Dr.
death
Koala.
threats in the
Tomorrow
mail?
night, I have to
That's
finish
too
up with my
bad.
tax work, which will probably take all night. Like last
Obviously,
week, I spent
DSP.
about 4.5 hours on it.
Yeah,
and I
Kids
really
Next
got
Door
it
now
done.
is detractors.
I gotta
That'd be
try to
pretty
finish it
fun to
tomorrow
make
night and get it
a
wrapped up,
skit
so.
of that. First time he's ever mentioned that. By the way, thank you for
There's
telling
no
me
Carl's Jr.
the
that
camera
delivers
type.
near
Yeah.
me. I don't know if there actually
appreciate
is a Carl's
that.
Jr.
I'll look into
near
that.
me. I've never seen one.
This is the first time he's
But
ever
I've
mentioned there are
searched in
kids in
all
this
the
area, let
delivery
alone
apps.
the
There's
video
no
with the
Carl's
bird
Jr.
noises
that
filmed at
will
10
allow
p.m.
delivery.
How are they
So,
playing
and I don't know
outside
where
that
there could
late?
be
Yeah,
one. I
exactly.
haven't seen one.
And bad
Yes,
parenting,
I
I
drink
guess.
coffee every morning. Indeed, I
Yeah,
do.
the
I have
PlayStation
a
2
cup of
game,
black
Federation
coffee with
versus
my
Xeon.
breakfast.
It's been something I've been doing is trying to get all the Gundam games for my collection. That's what's cool about the games sucking nowadays. You gotta look on the bright side. The reason why all the games suck nowadays is so that you can go and buy all the old games. Yeah. So there are a couple Gundam games I still need to get. I need to get
Yeah, I
was it
wouldn't know. I only
MS
had Carl's Jr.
Saga,
once, and it was when I first
the
moved out here
RPG
11
one for
years ago, and it
PlayStation
was
2? I need to
atrociously
get that
bad.
one.
I don't know if it was just a bad day.
What's
because
up?
when I went there, there were no adults. It was literally the entire business was being run by teenagers that didn't seem to know what the hell they were doing. So all the
That's
orders in
weird.
the
You're a
whole
grown-ass
thing were
adult
wrong
who
and
doesn't know
everyone
what
was
he's doing.
upset. So after that, I never went back. That one closed down, and I'm not aware of there being another one. There could be, but I've never
So are
seen
you
it.
implying that DSP
And like
is
I
a
said,
Kids Next
I've
Door
searched
villain? I
many
would like
times
it.
for
I would
Carl's
love to
Jr.
see that
delivery.
animated.
They don't deliver. So
Mad Max is good. I had a lot of fun with
you
that
guys
game
are
when I
barking
played
up
it.
the wrong tree. I don't know anything about any drama in regards to Ethan Ralph or anything. I don't follow it.
You're
I
gonna
don't
have
care.
him on your
He's gonna
show,
be a host-
jackass.
guest
You
host
should
on
follow
Smart
that
Guys this
stuff.
Thursday night. There's going to be 2 more guest hosts each week leading towards WrestleMania, and that's the extent of
Yeah,
all that I
he's
know
mentioned
about it or
multiple
care. I don't
times,
give a
Ramen
shit about
Brahman,
the
that
guy outside of
basically
that with
kids are
personal life
banned
and
there.
dramas. You're talking to the wrong person.
You're talking to the wrong person. I'm going to count that as a new clone, DSP. Apparently, you forgot you're doing a show with the guy. You should know the drama associated with the person. If I was going to say, I'm going to have so-and-so on Going Green, and then it turns out that that dude robbed a bank, I mean, I'll probably have him on, but I'll just have him have his, his stocking cap
When do I
on.
think I'll unveil the other 2 guests? I'm probably not going to. I think they're going to be surprise guests. I think I'm
It's
just
me,
gonna
by the
leave
way,
it secret
guys.
until
I'm the
shows
guest.
air.
He doesn't know it's me, though. I'm wearing a
And let me
fake
tell you, I don't
mustache.
think anyone is expecting either guest, to be quite frank. I love how everyone on the
Oh,
internet
shit, it's
likes
gonna be
to speculate
John!
and make shit up. I don't think anyone is expecting the 2
I
guests.
haven't played Super Robot Wars, but I've always wanted to. I want to play Super Robot Wars with mods, though. Because I want to be able to summon. Yeah, it'd be cool to summon the guy. It'd be cool to have
Dungeon
Megas
Keeper's
XLR on
Mistress,
my
good
team.
evening. How you doing?
Oh, you're talking about the Sega Dreamcast one. You're talking about Blue Destiny, right? Or are you talking about Ashes of War, Ashes Under Fire? The one with the white dingo team. I know which one you're talking about. No, but I never played those ones. I do have a spare Gundam game for PlayStation 3 that I'm looking for someone to give it to someone. I've
Yeah,
asked
it'll be
multiple
interesting.
people,
I
and they
did
all
Smart
tell me,
Guys
dude,
2
I don't have a
weeks solo.
PlayStation 3.
I thought it
Damn.
went well, but people seem to like the whole two people bouncing off each other with back and forth and thoughts.
Soldier, I
get
like
that
.NET
because the
better.
old smart guys used to be a co-hosted show as well. So we're gonna start giving it a shot this Thursday and see how it goes. You know,
Megas XLR depresses me, man. That's such bullshit. That's
thank you
part
guys
of
for the
why I
early
hate
support.
copyright so
Appreciate
much,
it.
because
Again,
that
guys,
show is
tonight, I
gone forever.
really would
And you
love to
can't
hit
do
this
anything
goal.
with it because they
Am
don't
I
even know who
desperate that
owns
I
the
need to hit
rights.
it tonight?
They should just
No.
make a
Would it be
show,
great to hit it? Yeah,
and then
we didn't
whoever
hit it
comes
earlier
forward with
today
the
with Call
rights,
of Duty.
there
We
they
had a
are.
good stream,
They got the
but we didn't hit
rights.
the
We
goal.
found them.
And this week, it's been like every other stream we hit a goal. Really, and that sucks because you want momentum so you can do these rewards and go on to the next. We already know what the next multiple
Yeah, the rewards
are,
should just be
but we have to
rotating
get to them.
constantly. Just
So,
keep giving me money. I still need to
no,
finish
I've never played
another Century
Marvel
episode
Snap.
R.
No,
That
I don't
has
think so. Marvel Snap,
Overman
no.
King Geiner in it. I love that show. You guys think the Neon Genesis Evangelion opening is legendary? No. Look up the opening to Overman King Geiner. You'll find
Yes, I
yourself
just said
singing
that
it
Taco
later.
Time is the next DSP tries it, and then after that is the
King
Minecraft meal.
Geiner.
The Minecraft meal at
My wife
McDonald's.
heard that song one time,
This is what I
and
mean. Like,
every
I know
once in a while I
people want
catch
the
her
Minecraft,
singing it.
right? But we have to hit the goal. We're gonna hit this one hopefully by the end of this week, so we can do it either the end of this week or early next week. And then it's the Minecraft meal starts April 1st. The sooner the better, because then maybe we can hit it right away.
Yeah,
now,
it's
right?
better
As
that
it
you guys
launches
give me
in the
money
United
immediately.
States.
I agree. That's what's up, Medusa Jr. That's cool. I know that there's this dude who sells DVDs of it. He downloaded the entire thing and cleaned it up through some sort of process, and he makes Blu-ray DVDs, and he sells them, which I think that's awesome. I think it's cool that he's doing it in spite of, I mean, there's no way the guy owns the rights to it. But screw it. You guys aren't doing anything with it.
Fast food Chinese. We were talking about Panda Express about a month ago.
Public domain by
It was a
Chip
serious
Zdarsky?
consideration, but we decided against it. So we ended up never doing it.
What? Do you remember I did not watch Symbiotic. I had heard about it after it had been canceled, but I never
What's
got.
up, Mark? How you doing?
I never watched it.
The early stream was Call of Duty. We did, first of all, we had to do LMG.
There's a
stuff
couple of
for
those
like an
shows
hour
that I
to
feel
finish
I
the
should have
dailies,
gone back and
then we
watched,
got
like Danny
excited when I
Phantom.
started
I never
using,
watched
what is
Danny
it,
Phantom.
AMR, AMS
I think I saw
Sniper
maybe
Rifle, the
one or
best
two
one.
episodes, and I
started using
really
better
can't remember
attachments
anything
on it
from
'cause
it.
we had earned them by using the SMV or
What are some other
SVD over
shows
the
I
last
never
month,
watched?
and it went pretty
Never watched
well,
Adventure
except
Time.
there were a couple laggy matches that were really annoying. But outside of that, I had a great time. We didn't hit the goal, but we did good.
That's what's up,
support-wise,
Card Soup.
So overall, good stuff.
It's like the game Smash TV. I went looking. Rights are
All right,
owned
guys,
by
it's
a
time
company
for
that makes
moment of
gambling
shameless
machines. That
promotion. If
sucks.
you don't mind, a quick moment of shameless promotion.
Let's hear it, Phil.
If you haven't yet,
A
please
quick
head over
moment?
to
Phil,
DSP
you've been doing
Gaming
nothing
and check
but
out-
shameless promotion.
Here we go. Check out.
Oh, it was YouTube. My bad. I
video
thought it was Twitter
about
for a second.
Why I quit Assassin's Creed
Did you watch
Shadows
Megas
after 9
XLR?
hours.
Hell yeah, I
think that
did.
You'll enjoy it.
I liked a dark,
Everyone has. As you can
Shar
see, it's got good
Aznavour.
views for a
What's his
video that's only
name?
been out for 18
Coop.
hours.
Yeah,
Actually,
I
has way
remember
more
Shar
views than I
Aznavour
usually
Coop.
get
He was
on my
cool.
channel.
Yeah,
So
I
hope
could
that you
I
guys
think
will
I
check the
heard
video
about
out and
that.
share it with anyone who wants to get an honest review / idea about what AC Shadows is. I did my absolute best, and that's why I think people actually like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
People
So
actually
please give
like
a look
it.
If you haven't, it's the featured video on DSP Gaming.
5.3K views. Hell yeah,
You
man.
can check it out. And,
DSP's
hopefully you'll
renaissance
like
is
it. I know that
restarting.
a lot of people are enjoying it. So good stuff there.
Very cool. I'm sure people are not laughing at it or anything. Yeah, I've watched a little bit of Bob's Burgers, and I get the jokes, but they're not making me
Or I
laugh.
try a Starbucks meal. Starbucks
In the
doesn't have
famous
meals.
words
Starbucks
of
just has,
Meatwad,
like, breakfast
I
items
did
with the
it.
coffee. It's not
I ain't
real meal,
laughing, but I
right?
did it.
They don't have like real food. It's just like handheld snack stuff.
Starbucks is real food. DSP, they're Asiago cheese
No,
sandwiches
we're
or
not
whatever
doing
they're
the running
called.
tip
The
total, counting every
not
150.
Asiago cheese.
The whole idea
The
is
egg
to
white
motivate
with
people to support to a certain level each stream.
antipasto. It's good stuff.
Each stream is equal, right? So
It's not real
we're
food.
not
What
going
is
to
it,
change
Phil?
It's
Is it
worked. The
sludge?
150 goal absolutely works. Has worked. Will keep working. Okay.
Yeah, Fear Monarch. That's kind of what deters me too. I never actually watched all of Kids Next Door either, which bums me out. Every time I would ever have it on, I would enjoy
I wasn't
it.
expecting that. I thought honestly that video would get like maybe 1,000 views the first day. Here
Maybe,
we are,
but
over
I'm just so
5,000
popular,
climbing.
you know.
That's amazing. And the thing is, typically, a YouTube video that's going to get actual attention.
That's what's
won't
up. I should
really
watch
hit,
Symbiotic Titan, and I can with this special website that I
the
can't tell you
viral
guys
part
about.
of the algorithm right away. sometimes.
I have not watched
So
Smiling
this
Friends.
might
Lackey
just be
Bracky has told me to
initially
watch Smiling
people
Friends
who are
multiple
subbing to
times,
me and/or
and
in
then
their
he stopped.
based on what they've
And
watched
it's nothing
already.
against
It
the
might not be
suggestions.
people searching for
I
Assassin's
either
Creed Shadows
forget, which is
information yet.
80%
That
of the
might
recommendations. I
come,
forget
you know,
about it,
more people
legitimately.
might actually check out
And
the
the other
video after the
20%
fact.
is
Or not. And if
I
not, I'm still pleased
watch
with
something
5,000
else
views,
instead.
so.
So it's a little brutal, but I tend not to watch a lot of recommended stuff. But it's not because I don't like people's
Well, full of darkness, stop it with the
suggestions. You
bullshit.
guys know how to
Complete
suggest good
nonsense.
stuff. You tend to suggest
I have
things I
hit the
would be
goal
interested in.
way more often than I have not.
But
Since I had the falling
I
out
still
with
got
Kino
to finish
Casino.
this
I
show.
stopped working with them about 2 weeks ago right now, actually. And we've hit multiple goals, had multiple rewards. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking
The
about.
problem is right now, okay, some of these games that are out just aren't good.
Yeah,
You see
that's the
Shadows,
problem.
people showed up for the first
DSP
couple of
can't be
streams to see what it
entertaining.
was and
It's the
supported them,
game's
and then
fault.
after that, they realized it sucked, right? Pyro Yakuza's a good game, but for a chill audience. I have to get
Yeah,
the
a
right
chill
audience
audience.
there
If
for
you
it.
guys
They
aren't
wanna
chill, you're
relax and
flipping
chill
out
and
and swinging
interact
from the
with them and
chandelier,
support, but they can't
you're
show
not
up
going to
every
like that
stream.
game.
It's not my main audience, you see? Call of Duty has been hit or miss completely the entire time I've played it. I have not always hit the goal since I played Call of
Man, I
Duty.
want to
In
work
fact,
on a
I'd say
model
Call
kit.
of Duty is the
DSP's
game that is
boring
less
me.
consistent than the other games that I play.
Yeah, I
So
like
that
Space
is below
Dandy.
me.
I haven't watched the
That's
entire
making up.
series,
It's
but I
not,
enjoyed
because
everything
I
that I
had
saw
fallen
in
out, I'm
there.
not hitting the goals. That's not
And
true.
that dude saved
Were there
Josuke, by the
a
way.
few nights where we were behind and then someone from Kino Casino would come by and drop a few subs? Yes, that's true. But since that has happened and the falling out has happened, I'm still
I
hitting
do like it
goals.
when he says
So
that games are
spread
not good enough,
misinformation.
and
It
that's the
actually pisses me
problem.
off, 'cause then
It's
people hear that,
basically
and then
admitting
it's
defeat.
The sky is falling.
What?
Chicken Little story. That's not true.
Huh? Oh, I should pay attention to Phil. He's getting cranky. I like
Thank you,
sci-fi,
Cracker
kind of
Jacks.
like
The games
Space
have been real
Dandy,
weak,
where
but
it
you did a
has
good
all
job
this
at containing
advanced
it.
shit,
For
but
me,
never
moving
explains it.
forward, it's going to be less about focusing on all of these AAA games.
I feel like science fiction
because
makes
the
a
AAA
big
games
mistake
aren't
by
good.
trying to
It's
explain
gonna
every
be
little
more
thing,
of a
and that's
focus
because of
on
dumbasses
finding
like
things
Neil
that we all
deGrasse
like to do
Tyson.
together. It doesn't have to be
Neil
AAA. It
on
could
his
be
knees
indie,
sucking
it
my
could be a
dick
game
ass
I missed,
Tyson.
it could be a remaster, or it could
Well,
be just a chill
technically,
night, or
that
it
would
could be
not
Legos.
work in that episode of
That's the
Space
key of
Dandy.
success
Well, I'm
moving
not
forward.
consulting
Not,
you for
the
the
tried and true
accuracy of
formula
Space
play every
Dandy.
AAA game, because it ain't gonna work. Take a look at a game like Monster Hunter, where I wanted to play it, but the beta failed. And
Sci-fi
if I
should
bought
say,
it and played
this
it, people
thing
would have been
works, I
complaining the
don't
whole
know
time,
why,
it's boring.
get
Why
over
am I
it.
forcing myself on this game? You know, I got to make the right decisions.
How's it going, Jadu?
No, you know what? I'll say this.
What's that, Phil?
Basically,
I'll check him out in a minute, Paper Then.
what I'm seeing, all right, is very simple.
What?
On Kick.
What's
On
that?
Kick, there are some viewers who genuinely like me and are checking out the content.
That's not true.
And they
Continue.
came from Kino Casino, but they still like my content, so they've stuck
That's
around.
not true. Continue.
There are some viewers that are kind of in the middle. They like Kino, maybe they like me, and they're kind of like, okay, sometimes I like this, sometimes I like that. And that's
I just
cool
don't
too.
like Neil deGrasse
But what's
Tyson
also
because I
happening
don't like how
in the
he
Kick chat is
he
there are
gets
these
some sort of
holdovers
weird
who are
thrill out of telling
100%
people that their
diehard simps
sci-fi
of Kino
wouldn't
Casino.
work. Like, I know
And
that.
they're just sitting there trying to have their good old boys club every night. They act out. They have underhanded, snide, backstabbing remarks. And then when they get moderated, they sit there and they whine and complain, why is my friend moderated? Because they're an asshole.
Oh,
Because
damn.
they're not here to enjoy and be positive and have fun. They're here to basically be toxic. And that
I guess
needs
you
to be
can see what
weeded
kind
out,
of
and it
friend
will be weeded
DSP
out
is.
over time.
If John and him were at the
So
club and John
rest
got thrown
assured,
out,
the
DSP
whole
wouldn't
Kick thing
care.
is not going to be a problem
Doesn't concern me.
very soon, because these people will be weeded out who are acting like assholes and bad actors. I am very open to anyone who actually likes my content and wants to hang out and be positive. If they want to support it, thank you. But that's not going to be people just sitting there just to crap and dump on the content. I don't need you. Really, I don't. You're not constructive. You're
Neil
just
deGrasse
wasting time. You're
Tyson I
wasting
find
the
is
seat.
more
Get
annoying
out
than
and
Bill
clear
Nye.
it out for somebody
Because
else.
Bill Nye at least had his show where he was kind of fun. Actually, that's not true. It was really fun. I liked when he would have the little disembodied voice telling him to do less dangerous things. Yeah, Fear Monarch, sometimes in my short stories, when I give up, I say, look, dude, I don't know how this shit works. I didn't build it. Phil creates his own reality and refuses to see it. Yeah, it's not how it works. You guys need to live in Phil's reality. Then you'll all be happier.
You play retro Ubisoft games from early 2000s. Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell, Prince of Persia.
That's true,
We'll get
BRJ.
to them. I missed out on so many. Yeah, I know.
Spin hours
Captain.
going off on
Captain
Neil as I
DCW
can't
says, if only
stand
you
him.
could've
He was
played
wrong all the
metaphor.
time.
You know what I'm really grateful for?
I don't
Right
even
now,
necessarily mind
people
that
are
he's
being
correct about
incredibly
science, but the thing
supportive
about it
every
is,
single
I have
time
this
that I
opinion that
play
the enemy
Suikoden
of science fiction is
or
science.
Suikoden, or however you
Science
pronounce it.
fiction is
I
supposed
love
to
that
be,
game. That
I
is
don't
one of
know
my
how this
favorite
shit
RPGs of the
works,
PS1
but I'm
era,
using
and
it
the
as a
fact that people are
narrative
allowing me to play
technique.
it by actually supporting
Buck
the science is
Rogers
blowing me away.
doesn't make sense.
You know, that's
It's
so
not
it means that's
supposed
meaningful
to.
to me. That means there's enough
Star
people out
Wars
there who
doesn't
actually
make
really like
sense.
me,
It's
who
not
want me to
supposed
be able
to.
to play a game that I love, and I really appreciate that. Thank you
Gundam
guys for that.
doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to. What are we doing, Phil? My brother had his picture taken built on. It was pretty cool. I do envy that.
I don't know what we're gonna do about future Ubisoft
Because as much
games.
as
They don't have a
he's
good track
annoying, I
record
would
in
like to
my
have a
mind
picture with
right
the dude.
now. Star Wars Outlaws was atrocious. Assassin's Creed Shadows was boring as dirt. I don't know why we would play more unless, again, you
You're
get 'em
gonna buy the
discounted, it's
next
fine.
one.
I got this one for $2. I got Star Wars Outlaws for 20. As long as I can get them for cheap, I'll probably still try them, but I have no, just like Bethesda, I now have no confidence at all that Ubisoft will pump out good games. I'm literally completely
Dude,
destroyed
people have
at
been
having any
saying that for
confidence in them making good
years.
video games
You've
moving
been
forward.
saying that for years, and you still buy them. You're not gonna have any confidence on the next one. Guess who's gonna add it to cart? You. We all know the greatest sci-fi
Thank
movie
you.
all
Someone
time
sent me
was
$2.48
Flash
to say,
freaking
Phil,
Gordon.
something
Oh
to add to your
yeah?
total goal.
I
So
thought
keep
it was
rocking. Your
Battlefield
content
Earth.
got me through a lot of tough times, and I'll continue to support you. Thank you so much. 248 tip is our first tip of the night. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Thank you, Tyler. Battlefield Earth doesn't make a lick of sense. It's not supposed to. Well,
I can't use dollar signs with this font.
it could try a little harder.
This font doesn't have certain
Radiation makes the gas
I just have
explode.
to have no,
I don't think
no
you know
dollar
how
signs to
radiation
use the
or gas
Sonic the
works.
Hedgehog font.
But then he gets around it by saying, in this universe, rules are different. Okay, fine. Because that's always the cheat code you can use. Isn't Battlefield Earth a historical drama? Yeah, it's about human success over unbearable odds.
All right, real fast. I got to check on something very quick. I'll be
The
right back
birds?
within like a minute, okay? I'm just got to check
Gotta
on
make sure the
one
birds
thing,
are
and then
okay.
we will hang out some more, and then we'll get ready for the game. We're going to get started in the game within about 10 minutes, okay? And thank you for the early support, guys. Please support the
Exactly,
stream
Ramen
tonight.
Brahman. Thank you
Let's
so
hit the
much
goal
for that
tonight.
viewpoint.
I didn't
It's
hit
like
it
when
earlier
people
today.
say, if I had a
Hit it
time
tonight
machine,
would
I'd
be
go back in
amazing,
time and
especially
explain
since we didn't hit
science
it
to
last
people.
time
No,
I played
you
Pirate
wouldn't.
Yakuza. We're gonna have chill
Because
vibes,
that
lots
dude
of
would ask you,
interaction
okay, how
tonight,
do
hanging out,
telecommunications
as
work?
opposed
And
to
you
just
wouldn't
being
have an
focused on the game.
answer.
It
I
should be a
mean,
good
you
stream,
might, I
okay?
don't know. But if some dude in Roman times asked me, okay, well, how does a hydroelectric dam work? Well, okay, so there was this battle, and it took place around a dam, and it had Caesar's Legion and the NCR. But I don't really know how the thing worked, if that makes any sense. They're going to kill me. You know, I'm not going to be able to prove my point that I'm in the future, or that I was from the future. And the same thing with sci-fi. I'm like, dude, I don't know how that ship works. I didn't build it. Whatever. Power gave you a shout out? Badass. I love that guy. Have you heard of Mission Earth as a sci-fi concept album by L. Ron Hubbard and Edgar Wynn? I have not. I should check it out. Aaron, Gundam is just sci-fi World War II.
Man, sweaty just from sitting here. It's gross. When
Oh, wow.
It's so hot,
He's been
man.
working out.
It's going to be like this tomorrow, too, but I'm doing one stream, and then tomorrow night I'm doing my tax
Well,
shit.
okay, Irate,
Man,
you
it
know,
sucks,
that's
man.
awesome.
I'm glad
I
Sweaty's
admit
doing
I
it
don't
on,
know.
Thursday.
But is there every scientific principle you know? I'm like, no, of course not. That's not how, well,
No, we don't.
yeah,
Need to
maybe
do a
I'm
podcast
cutting
before
people
the
short.
late
Maybe
stream.
people
Tonight,
are
I
far
actually
more
just happened to
intelligent
be
than I
in
am.
here
But if you
earlier.
ask me,
I
okay,
had
well,
some
how does a
extra work I had to
dirigible
catch
work?
up on.
I don't
Like, I had
know.
to do some editing, some thumbnails, some other stuff, and as I was
It's
doing
metal
that,
and you make it float.
I
I don't
actually
know.
got it done quicker than I
I
expected.
think there's
and I was
like
like, oh, now I'm
antimatter.
early.
They
Let me
shove
start
it
the
in
stream
there.
a little
And
bit
that's
earlier
why
so
the
I can work
Hindenburg
out,
was such a
but I still have
disaster. There's a
time
bunch
to
of
get this done.
antimatter exploded. There's absolutely no chance that office is 95 degrees. Not without him working on it. Not with him. I bet DSP doesn't know that his vents are closed in his office.
Would I ever do a playthrough of Fallout 1? I don't know if I would commit to the
One?
full playthrough. That could be something interesting for an event. Like if we're looking for a celebratory
I
event
think that
where
would
we're
work
hitting
best as an
100
event.
goals and you wanna
DSP is
see a
going to die
silly
in minutes in that
event
game
where
anyway.
I play older games that maybe I've never played before. Maybe Fallout 1 would be one. That would make a lot of sense, but I don't think I would want to do a full
Exactly,
playthrough
Patrick. And the
considering how
window is
outdated the
not
game
blocked by his
but maybe just
shades,
for a
which he
fun
said was the
session,
whole
it might be
point.
pretty cool.
I feel like I should count that as a new clone, but you know what? Yeah, let's do it. It's funny and it's petty.
It rains a lot here in the Pacific Northwest. Yes, it does. It doesn't rain as much as they claim. They claim it's
Yeah, it's
nonstop.
mostly a
It's
lie.
not nonstop. Okay, but it does rain a lot.
DSP. It's
I'll
a
say this, since I
meme.
moved here 11 years ago, it's way hotter than anyone ever
Build
told me.
time
The
field
summers
trip.
get
Or I'll check it
really
out
hot
if
with almost no rain for
DSP
like a
has to
month and a
step
half
out to
2
feed the
months.
birds.
I was told it literally just stops or streams rains nonstop. Which is not
I'm
the
looking
case
at your
all.
drawings
Okay,
here.
it's actually below.
Hey, but oh
We just
man,
get a
I
lot of
like this
rain
one a
during
lot.
the winter.
I would
and-
paint
and,
that
like,
on my
right now,
van.
spring is when we get the rainy season. We don't get a lot of snow or anything like that. It's just a
I'll show
lot
them
of
when gameplay
precipitation
starts
rain.
because we know that shit's gonna get mad boring. Well, Phil? Is this the good content that Kino Casino fails to
Every
provide?
single person who owns their own business
The Hindenburg
writes
was
off business
hydrogen
expenses
gas?
on their taxes.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would ask me that as a question.
I remember I
It's
only
nothing
know
to
about
do
the
with your
hydrogen
business.
helium thing
Yeah, everyone who
because
owns their own
of
business has business expenses that are
Archer.
tax write-offs in the U.S.
That Archer episode where
correct.
they're in the blimp was probably one of the funniest
I'm pretty sure I've
reoccurring
seen the
jokes
movie
was
Sleepless in Seattle, Arch made,
him
but it's
not
been so long,
understanding
I
the
don't
difference
remember it
between
all.
hydrogen
I
and
always get that
helium.
one confused with You've Got Mail because it's like the same premise.
Lana, put the gun down! You'll kill us all!
I'm not Team Kendrick Lamar.
Void,
or
he's
Team
gonna have a
Drake. I
hard
don't give a
time at
shit
the
about either.
beginning screen because you have to actually press the red button to get the different menu items. He'll be pressing the text. And the reason why I know that is that's a pretty reasonable thing for most people to mess up on.
Weird stream
So
on
this
stream.
dude's definitely gonna screw up with it. He's gonna say the game isn't working. M as in Mancy. Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh, I was like, why are there so many games in my list? Oh, because I'm not on the right.
My
screen.
all-time favorite episode of Archer is the one where Pam gets kidnapped instead of Cheryl. And the reason why it's so funny to
Have I
me
heard
is
of
all
Tasmanian
the
tiger
terrorist
game?
calls
No, I
in.
know of the Tasmanian tiger as a animal. I didn't know there was a video game of it.
Yeah, dude, it's for GameCube. I thought you were a gamer. You're a lifelong gamer.
Aaron, the thing is, all the other homes in my neighborhood aren't in the same situation as mine besides these two right here, because we are all one unit or one building together. All
Okay.
the other houses are different positioning. So
Yeah, they're just
I get the
lying
brunt of the heat
sideways.
because the sun hits this side of the wall for about 2-3 straight hours in the afternoon.
Well,
It
thank you
heats it
very
up,
much, Banana Jones.
and
I'm
it sucks.
hyped.
There's nothing I can do about it. The thing is, my other rooms downstairs aren't affected because it's just my garage. And then
Yeah, I think
my
it's
front
dash
door
fire.
isn't affected because it's inset. So the only rooms in this house that heat up in the afternoon are my office and the other room across the hall over there. That's it.
The
bedroom's
bird's room.
fine,
That's why the
living room's
bird's so
fine,
distressed.
The bathrooms are fine. The kitchen's fine. Everything else is fine.
One of your bathrooms is
So,
destroyed,
it sucks
DSP. What
that
are you saying?
Only this row of homes are affected. Just this row right here.
Obviously,
Everything
we
else
need to
is
kill
good.
the sun, Phil. Yeah, it's a Tasmanian tiger confirmed. DSP has extinct animals in his house. That'd be fun.
Would I ever replay Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Probably not. They're long enough. I got two fans now. Yeah, I have a ceiling fan and I have the oscillating
PWR
fan. I
is
used
this
to
weird
only have the
DSP
oscillating
fan
So
who
now with the
is-
two-fan setup, the air
It's
is
not clear if
definitely
it's
moving
all a
better in
joke.
the room.
Because it sure
That's the
seems
thing.
like he's
It's
real,
still hot
but
as
he's
shit,
too
but it is
stupid. There's
improved.
no
And
way it's
also,
real.
These what do you call them? Blackout
All the other
curtains
condos are
have
facing the same
reflection.
direction.
They
They're not just
reflect the heat
connected.
back out,
Okay, yeah.
So the room isn't as bad.
Yeah, because
but
I've
it's still
seen your
bad.
place,
Like, I was
Phil.
still
I've
sweating.
seen
I'm
where
still-
you
my back is still
live.
sweaty right
You're a
now.
liar and
It
you're
was still
stupid.
pretty bad earlier today.
Why do you lie about things that are so easy to verify? You should lie about things that are hard to verify, Phil.
You're also my fan.
His
Robustly
dodo
Flavor. That's so
died?
nice of
Aw,
you to say
man.
that. You know how you could show how much of a fan you are?
Oh, yeah?
By supporting the stream tonight.
There you
and getting
go.
into the goal and
Yeah,
getting
that's a
that
good
goal.
segue,
Let's
Phil.
get going. We now haven't had any support in 25 minutes. We're
That's
about
crazy
start
to me,
with the
little
game
shit. I
because
should
got
watch
you
some of
able
his
to boot up
stuff.
now. So guys, let's get ready to start. But let's get going. Let's get some support rolling. We're at, what,
No,
25
dude.
bucks? Let's get to 50 right now as we
Also,
start.
all my
Let's keep
support is
moving
tied
and hit
up
the
in
goal, 'cause
bonds and
again, I
stocks,
didn't get
Phil.
to hit it earlier, and obviously we need to hit the goal tonight.
Obviously.
We want to keep that positive momentum going. Look at that beautiful keyboard right there.
Yeah. Look
Isn't
at that.
nice?
Where the hell did it go?
Okay, hold on.
Hold on. Do what? What?
Hello.
Hello,
Let me
Phil.
get- Let me get all the stuff in the background off.
Yeah, I'm sure, Irie, because
hello
it's
there.
ventilation shit. And you know for a fact that if you had a better setup, it wouldn't be that hot in there. That's what I was talking about earlier, that DSP makes things harder for himself. DSP's setup still sucks. And I'm sure it would piss him off to hear that, but it does, man. Your setup sucks because it takes up the entire room and does less that a smaller
Once I
setup would
face
do.
the camera, all the other
Sorry, I'm
balloons will
stuttering.
go
Let me get some
away.
water.
Good. Okay.
That's true, Nick.
All right.
You could be up
Okay,
against a
ready to
monitor and
begin?
be fine. This isn't necessary. And
Boot
if
her
you
up.
give more room to the room,
I have to adjust
it
the
won't be
volume
as
because
hot.
Call of Duty was
How-
super loud.
How do you not understand
so
this
I had to
guy?
adjust it. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait. I'm correct. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not
Okay.
correct. What?
I don't have the right resolution.
Let's give
I had
up,
it
Phil.
on 1080p. That's the wrong resolution. We got to get it back to 4K. Let's put it back to 4K. I always forget.
Yeah,
to change
right,
this.
BR
It
Joe?
screws
I
everything
feel
up.
more pressure with this system than
Okay.
the last one.
Good. Okay. I think I might have accidentally done a stream or two on 1080p previously.
I think that
By the way, my
DSP should get
microphone might sound a
multiple
little
huge
different.
industrial
I
fans and have
changed
them
the
going off
tones
at
of it.
once.
Previously, I was using these, what they called lighter tones, but now I'm using darker tones, so you should be able to hear some bass in my voice now that you never heard before.
No,
It's
Phil.
real bass. I actually have it in my voice. It's just
No, you
that
do not.
the way I had it set up, you couldn't hear it.
Phil, come
But now
on.
you should be able to hear some.
Why are you so insecure about this? No, you don't. You don't have any bass in your voice.
How are we
You
doing with
sound
the
like a
volume?
whiny, nasally Mandark all the time.
Oh, it looks pretty good. I'm gonna get a little
You're
louder
only
like that.
so far
Let me know how
removed
it
from
sounds,
World of
guys, once the game
T-shirts.
boots up.
You have no bass. It's not the machine's
yeah?
fault that
You
it
gotta
can't
up
find
your
this
whole
thing
plate
that
game
doesn't
there.
exist.
Captain, here we go. This is the latest one. This one.
Also,
This
the
one
fact
right
that he's
here.
streaming to a TV and the signal is split, it actually giving him more input lag than any of the dumb reasons he whines about when he loses at games. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
He sets himself up for failure.
All right, folks, ready? Hello, everyone. Avast ye mateys.
Oh.
Welcome back to Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in
The
Hawaii.
lamest pirate
Let me
ever.
actually just make the
How's it
keyboard
going, everyone?
smaller,
Avast and Yar.
because I want to be able to see the energy bars, and I realized I've been blocking the energy bars on some of these streams. So let's do that.
Oh
There we
man,
go.
it's good
Cool. Now
content
you can
here,
actually see
Phil.
the
I'm
health
really
and
enjoying this.
All right. So welcome back. If you remember, guys, last time that we played,
Okay.
we had unlocked
Pirate
the ability
time. Let's go.
to fight one of the pirate mini bosses.
Pirates
And I
suck.
said, maybe we should do that. We do have another fleet over here that we could take out as well. Maybe we'll do that while we're here. Where are we right now? We're right here. Let's take out this fleet. And then it says there's another island and there's another fleet. But once we
Zephin,
clear
it's-
this map, and once
it's
we
some
clear the
weird
map of all the
cope,
pirate
man.
activities, then we can fight one of the mini bosses already. They call him an officer. So let's do that. Let's do that now.
Oh, whoa! There's turbo
And,
boosters on this boat. That's pretty cool.
And keep this side questing going. I was having a good time with it last.
It's not a boat, it's a ship. I don't know. The ship is in space. Very good. Destroyed. Get that ass banned. Oh shit, watch out, Phil! Oh man, he hit you. You're trash at this, man. You don't even know how to pirate, do you?
Damn it.
What? What's the funniest troll names you've seen, man? I liked Watership Down from the Rafters. That's probably my favorite one in recent memory.
There we go.
I found it extremely clever.
See, to me, if I'm gonna grind in a video game, okay, I'll
Space
grind like
uses
I
naval
just
terminology.
did.
Yeah.
So do you see what I mean by that? Like I'm grinding and it's
Like,
not super time consuming. It's a quick
Starboard
fight.
and port
it's not
and,
a big deal. Like that's
keel
my
haul.
idea of grinding in a video game. Now other people may disagree and say, "Oh, grinding! I want to do a giant base takeover that takes me an hour."
All right,
no, I wanna do
DSP's
little
dicking
things.
around. Let's look
Do
at
a
this
little
art.
Fight, go on the island or whatever and board it and get some loot quickly. That's my idea of grinding in a video game. That's why this game to me is no big deal.
So we got the King of Snakes here with his snake hat. He got it for pre-ordering Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta.
You see? I'm having a good time.
You guys like the snake hat? If we reach the goal, I can become the King of Snakes.
Let's do this.
It's like the King of Fighters, except
I want to
sad.
check my
Very good. I dig the snake though. He looks so happy. He's a fan of DSP's
So what I
content.
should do is take all the ones that are maxed and
And
swap
we got
them out for other characters who can level up.
we got kind of an Imperial side fill here, like this one. We've got the DSP gaming logo, robust. Damn, the detail on the lower section of his head is
They'll
incredible.
level up.
He's drooling. He's got all this horrible creasing in his face, and he's got the vest because he reached the vest goal. Unfortunately, it doesn't hide the moves. That's too bad, Phil. Maybe next time we can get a better vest with the support bra built in.
See? Tons of level ones.
Excellent work. This is the one I want painted on the side of my van. This one's
And I'm
trippy
wondering,
as
is there a
hell.
way to get them past level 20?
That's
or are they just maxed
DSP
at
and
level
all of
20
his
because they're
clones
level
arguing
30?
within his own
I
head.
don't know. I don't know
And
how that
as they
works.
get further away, they get further insane. This is the Phil that says, don't tell them what's going on, it's none of their business. And this one says, I have to explain things. This one says, dude, I'm hungry. This one says, imagine I owned a sandwich shop. This one says, who am I? Am I supposed to be playing
I feel
video
like a lot
games
of
right
these
now?
guys are gonna be
And this
maxed
one's
soon.
begging.
They're very
This
close
one's begging
to,
too.
like, level 30.
I like that. Multi-dimensional Phil. And then here, oh my god,
Okay,
this
that's
one's
it. The other ones that are
terrifying.
maxed, I can't do anything with.
This is
Does
some
anyone
sort
know?
of
Like, I have all these
cyberpunk
items to give
horror
out, but I don't
cow.
even know how to give them out.
He's got his,
Like, I have all these
he's
items
got
that
his
supposedly
gout
are supposed to, like,
pegs
build morale and max people out, but I
and
don't even know how
copium.
to do it.
His
Honestly,
arms
never
are
explained.
atrophied to nothing. What gamers will look like in
Head
2049.
to this ship right there.
I don't know. That's just Phil. It's good. I like his pompadour. It's nice.
Foie gras, foie gras.
Yeah, this one's surreal.
Foie gras.
So we've got
that's,
full on
duck.
goblin Phil. Gigantic forehead. Straight up jowls. I like his hairs. His hair's massive, but back there, and the wedding ring is tiny as hell on his hand. He's got a power fist though. This is why his
Never
fist
gonna
is so
finish
big,
these
because
discussions
he's
in
always
the ocean,
banning
man,
people.
Because there's
and
always
gout
fights
toes.
in the way. I don't know actually.
I
Know
dig
how
it.
expect
You
to
do some
finish
great
the
art, man.
conversations, honestly. I do think it's pretty dumb that they did it like this. Why put
Oh, we come back to
conversations right
DSP
next enemies that
complaining
you
his
have to
ass
sail
off
into?
about something.
Captain DCW, don't worry. I don't think you're trying to convince me to play more AC Shadows. I'm not going to anyway, so. No worries there. Again, to each their own. If you like it, you like it, right?
You guys think he would display some of these on his pre-stream slideshow?
Yes, I see what you're saying there.
Once
Robust
upon a
and
time he
flavored
might
over
have.
on,
Nowadays,
I
never.
see what you're saying.
Back to what we were saying.
There was some of the old fan art made of him that looked.
Boats would usually party after
Well, I gotta be careful with how I'm saying this because I'm not trying to insult Paper Thin. His artwork is good. But there was some art that was so shitty that it insulted Phil's appearance, but he was okay with it. So I would think that intentionally insulting DSP's appearance would still get through, right? Unless that was the difference. If he saw that you were a competent artist and making fun of him, get that ass banned. But if you're an amateur artist and you're making him look bad, well, that's okay. You're doing the best you can.
I just gotta skip. It takes too long. I didn't finish the conversation because we're about to fight. This is ridiculous. All right, here we go.
Alright. Take this dude out. Do a pit maneuver on this one.
All right, here we go.
Alright. Pirate duel time. You're such a silly goose. Well, thank you.
I try to be.
Bilbo Baggins. What is DSP's one ring? I guess his legacy? Does he have it on English dub? I haven't really been paying attention. Okay, yeah, it's English dub.
Come on, look how quick.
Damn
How
it.
close we are to killing him.
Watch out, Phil. You getting your ass rocked over here.
They won't let me hit him. Look, they're still.
How's it going, Wilson? How have you been?
All right, deck battle
Alright, time to deck battle. All right, these guys are in for
Remember, I
it.
just did a whole bunch of upgrades.
Wait, is that a ninja on his
Ton of
team?
upgrades.
I don't know about all that. Also, is he wearing a beret? He's getting his ass kicked here.
Look how big my health is now. Giant health bar.
Giant big health. It intimidates small children. Man, I want to do another gameplay stream. Oh yeah, this guy's...
Auto guard.
Oh, I thought he was getting it. Never mind. Oh, thank you, Wilson. I appreciate that. Can't stand the dub. Yeah, it's not a fan of it. Because it's not even necessarily that I don't like the dub. It's just like I got used to these dudes speaking Japanese. I'm sure as I played it, I would get used to the dub, but that's not Majima to me. Majima to me is screaming and shrieking the whole time. He's freaking his shit over nothing all the time.
Your birthday gift money to me, that's absolutely ridiculous. Keep at least $1 for yourself. Thank you very much.
Wow,
Okay.
Toxified. I know he's joking, but Toxified.
Leveling up. Very nice. And we got
Guess you
more
can get a
flags.
male
We're
and female
80 out of
ninja on your
70.
crew. That's
I
rad.
think what it is each increment is the next officer.
Now,
fight.
if you're a
So we're already
pirate, you
at the
should
first one at
never...
70.
Well, I mean, you don't really have a say in the matter. You shouldn't let a ninja onto your ship, because he
Is
is just going to
lagging
kill you
tonight?
all.
That sucks. Sorry to hear that. All right, we did that.
Well, this is coming from the same guy
We
who picked those
have
4
one more
images of
island
himself,
and
and
one
that
more
image
ship,
he
and then
displayed
we're
at the
clear,
end
then
of the
we can
stream,
get
which
to
shows
one of
him
the
from the past
lighthouses.
16 years. All
And then
4
we're gonna
bad
do one of the
images of him.
officer
That's
fights.
true.
So let's do this. Let's head over there. You see, the side content is quick. Do you see what I'm saying? I've been playing for 8 minutes. We already took out one of the ships.
That's rad,
That's
Phil.
side content that's not
We've got more time for
exclusive and
begging.
annoying, as opposed to Assassin's Creed Shadows.
See, Lynn was debunked.
criticizing
Lynn
the
was
game.
debunked.
But dude, it
DSP
took me
is
like an hour to do one
efficiently
base
using his
takeover and
time.
Kill all the samurai. What a pain in the ass.
Okay, so we got to shit on things. I think the only thing that I would play in English from Japanese is the original Gundam series. Because the Gundam series voice
Yeah, Ghost of
actors,
Yote looks good. I wonder
they are
when it's coming
legit.
out. We don't have the solid
The
info
English
yet,
voice
right?
actor for Char is Char
definitely
Aznavour.
down for
I
it.
don't hear anyone
Ghost
else
of
except
Tsushima was
him.
such a great
Same thing with
game
Amuro,
back in
same thing with
2020.
Sayla, same thing with Kai. That is Kai's voice actor. It's the English voice actor.
Going this way towards the islands. Screw these idiots.
Inuyasha's voice actor.
Yeah.
Looks like we got
It's all good, Sarah. Sarah says, thanks for keep playing this, because I love the playthrough, even though you're not getting great engagement or support. I feel like the engagement is fine. We're chilling and we're having a good time every time I play it, right? I mean, admittedly, the support
happened to
is where
Zambi?
we're
I don't know.
lacking. We did not hit the goal last time I played it.
Yeah, Katra.
I don't know how we'll do tonight. We have 2 hours of gameplay.
His
We'll see how it goes.
performance in
I'd
Gundam
love
Wing
to
was
hit the goal,
pretty
but
bad.
We'll see what happens.
When he did that weird "I'm psycho and crazy" moment, that was bad.
Okay.
Katra sucked. They didn't know what to do with the character.
All right, going.
That's what's up, Roach Big. Thank you, DSP. I couldn't hear it, but you helped me there. Exactly, Mars Champ. Which is unfair. You know what? I'm going to count that as a new clone, because DSP hates it when you compare him to other people, because he says there's all these differences, but then he compares overtly different games and says one's worse than the other. It's bullshit. I watch all anime Japanese with English subs, so I think it's just because I'm used to it. But also, there's a lot of terrible dubs. I feel that we're kind of coming back from it, though, because some dubs do put in a lot of work. Paper Thin was showing me this anime, and I don't remember what it was called. I have it written down somewhere. But he can tell you what it is. The dub was good. The dub wasn't bad. I liked it. A lot of the older anime had better dub. I mean, come on. Cowboy Bebop? Cowboy Bebop had a fantastic English dub. But as soon as these people started getting competent and started asking for money, they replaced them with people who were cheap and not as good.
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii tonight.
And it shows.
I
Because
believe you. Captain DCW says when playing
the dub for
Assassin's
most of
Creed
those
Shadows,
animes
you had to
back then
look up
weren't
some of the
bad.
Samurai, I couldn't even find them in the bases. I know. Yesterday, and this is the first area of the game. I'm in a base that's an insanely huge castle. There's 5 samurai. It took me an hour to do the base.
That
It's
sounds
the
like a
first
failing on
map-
your
it's
part,
the first
Phil.
area of the game.
Yeah, Bleach
Why
wasn't
Why
bad.
is it like that? That's something you would expect, like, end the game, not first area of the game. It's so dumb.
I don't know. I like it. I like it when my mission takes a while and I'm being stealthy. Because it makes me think that I'm taking the entire night so that when the sun rises, everyone's dead. I'm not saying there aren't some good dubs. I enjoy the Death Note dub just as much as the sub. But I just prefer Japanese. Same with me. I tend to go with the Japanese first.
I do still
Like the
Street Fighter. I'm
JoJo
not doing any
Japanese
this
dub
week
is
because it's a short,
infinitely
sweet week
better
for
than
me,
the English dub.
But I usually do Friday Night Fights.
The characters
Yeah,
have
no
far
show.
more personality in their voices.
I'm not streaming
1
Friday
hour
this
for
week, so I
5
can't do
Samurai, that's a
Street
skill issue, feel. Exactly. This game, I wasn't able to get good at it, so, the game sucks.
Fighter. You guys have samurai armor.
And then you have some dubs that are kind of so bad that they accidentally become good. For example, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's English dub is pretty terrible, but it's still fun and charming. Except for Kaiba. Kaiba, Merrick, and Yugi were nailing it. Everyone else, terrible. Or not so much terrible, but mediocre at best.
All these guys have super armor.
Merrick is the coolest. No, Kaiba's the coolest. Exactly, Zephyr.
Cool.
No, that's cool, Human Centipede. Whatever
I
you
don't
like,
Assassin's
man.
Creed Shadows is boring. That's why I don't like it. It's super boring.
Okay,
Yeah, they
Phil,
lit the
moving
whole
on.
island. Wow. That was fast.
Yeah,
Do you see
Bellerin,
what I
definitely.
mean? Do you see my point about side content?
Holy shit!
Tenchu Z did it the best when it came to the stealth progression.
Yeah.
For the first half of the game, you are moving slow and methodical and quickly, but as you build up your character, you become sort of a ninja god, where you're sprinting around taking people out instantly. It's dope as hell. Tenchu Z kicks ass.
Now, what does that mean? If you
Also, there's some dubs
lose
that
it,
purposely change the dialogue to add
Wonder what
current new
that does
topics or
mean.
political
How could you
takes. This
possibly
Kobayashi's
lose it?
Dragon Maid is great. There's a few extremely noticeable added in parts. Yeah, I've seen that, and it's a misunderstanding of what localization is, because when they use the rationale of, well, some things don't translate
great.
over
It gives you
because of
basically
cultural
defensive
differences.
every
Yeah, you're
time.
absolutely right. There's some things that would not make sense to us, and then vice versa. However, a good localizer and a good translator and a good interpreter will do a better job of finding the ways that you could kind of compare it to our experiences. And that's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing at all. They're overtly changing the dialogue to reflect different things. 'Cause, like, for example, a great example would be
How could you possibly lose it?
Pokemon with the donuts. Yeah, okay, I would say this. I think most kids at the time didn't know what a rice ball was. Like, it's not common knowledge for us. Now, granted, as we developed, a smaller world and people's knowledge bases became more advanced and we knew what things were. Yeah, of course people know what rice balls are. Now, it's harder to find someone who doesn't know.
Oh, I only have
So
one
them
thumb ring,
replacing
that's
it with
why.
donuts, as silly as it is, like, okay, that kind of makes
All
sense.
right. So now we have one more big fight. It's down here.
But that's
We'll
not
do
what's
this
done
conversation,
anymore.
And then we'll do this boat fight.
Or at least
And,
sometimes it's not done.
And then we'll get out of this map and we'll go do our first.
Yeah, of course, there's always
officer
going to be
fight and see what
exceptions.
that
There's going to
is.
be people who knew immediately that was not a rice ball, or they knew it was a rice ball because they knew what rice balls were. Now, I knew it wasn't a donut, but I didn't know what the hell it was. Wow, these are my jelly donuts. Brock, those are not donuts, sir. I don't know what those are, but they're not donuts.
I'm equipping it then. Good. Brian did a $10 super chat. Meat, tip, strawberry tit, to your lip.
Well, Kapathic, I think that they were
On your
translating ninja glaring, because that is something that happens with translations, is that ninjas do
Good thing I'm not entitled to have
communication
to
through
answer
glaring,
anything
and
on
they
this
try and put
Thank you,
subtitles into
Brian,
it,
for
but
a
that's not how it
$10 super
works.
chat. I appreciate that. That's the first contribution in a while.
That was me being silly.
So that will get us up to 33 of support tonight. Guys, let's keep that momentum going, please.
And there are some times where they
would really like to hit a
didn't
goal tonight.
think
I did
of
not
what
hit
the
it
proper
earlier for
thing
Call
would
of
be.
Duty.
In
We
one
have 5
example
Call
in
of Duty
JoJo,
Not
there's this
complete,
character in
but we
part
did not hit the
5 who
goal.
has
It'll
this
be
real
great
issue
goal
with
tonight,
idioms.
okay?
And he takes them too literally. And so he rogs out. He does rog out because idioms don't make sense to him on a literal standpoint. And they do a couple of them in Japanese, of course, and then when they translate it over, they have to find English idioms to kind of match with it.
I'm pretty
And the
sure I
one
have
that
the
they
actual
picked for the
upgrades,
English
too.
one
Maybe
was
I'm
take a
wrong, I
leaf
can
out of
remember
someone's
now.
book. which he rogged out about and said, why is there a leaf in a book? That makes no sense. But it doesn't make sense, that phrase in that context, because it's just not a good one. A better one would have been keep an eye out, because he was being told to look for people. Keep an eye out would make more sense than take a leaf out of someone's book. So yeah, I did a better job than them, but it's probably just they didn't think of that. And then he would have rogged out and said, why would I take my eye out? That's stupid. I'm supposed to be looking for them, and you're asking me to blind myself? No, that's retarded. I'm not doing that. And then he rogs. I love that character, by the way. He's always flipping his shit.
Durability boost extreme. It's only 5,000. Okay.
And so that's the whole purpose of localization, is that you do stuff like that.
Nice.
Not insert extra crap.
They have to unlock Kiwami. Oh my god. I could do this too. It's 50,000, but is there anything else I want to do? No, that's all that's left. Holy shit. All right.
This what you want?
It's true,
Do it.
The planet Rog.
She's looking good.
It's like doubling the health of my ship. Oh god, now it's 40k each. All right, I'm not doing
Yeah,
that
the
yet.
puns
I'll hold
the
off
puns are
on
where it
that.
really falls apart. Puns and wordplay. What I liked about, I think one of the greatest ever products when it came to anime was when I was getting into anime, I bought Azumanga Daioh on DVD. And Azumanga Daioh on DVD did the coolest thing ever in that it included a book that explained all the jokes in the show. And it was fantastic because, you know, the jokes were bouncing off my head. There were a lot of puns and weird wordplays and what just seemed like bizarre nonsense. And then the book explained, oh, it's a reference to this thing and this thing and this thing. So I was like, okay, well, I'm not laughing, but I get where the humor was supposed to be. And I felt like a lot of animes should have done that system of including a little booklet that explained weirdness.
Do I want Super Frost or Gold Gatling gun? Ugh.
What the hell, Seal?
What to pick?
I'll do the Super Frost machine gun.
Oh, that's what's up, Game Master. Yeah, people love Power Rangers and Super Sentai stuff. I couldn't really get into it past childhood, and I don't mean that to like talk down to people. It's just, I just stopped watching it.
How about this?
Fuck it. Spend it all. Alright, I spent all my money for like maximum upgrades, see?
I like talking about anime. I keep trying to get my damn Bestoid to hop on here and talk anime with
The only
me,
thing I didn't
but
agree was the launchers. But
he's
I'm
always
not
so
gonna do
busy
stuff.
being a mature adult with a business degree.
Luffy hat, can we do the Luffy hat? We can, I think. But I have to go to the ship. How do I go to the ship? Oh shit, how do I go on the ship? I actually
What are we
don't
doing,
remember how to
Phil?
get on the ship. I don't remember how you go onto the ship so you can do stuff and change your outfit. I don't remember.
Yeah, how do you do that? You're on the ship right now. What?
Masaru.
I legitimately don't remember how to do
I
it
legitimately
right now.
don't
Sorry,
care.
Jade.
Moving on.
I don't remember how to get on the ship.
Sorry, Jade. You're gonna be disappointed yet again.
Oh, here we go. Deck mode.
Gets me kind of.
What's your favorite hentai? Come on now.
What should I give him? I'll give him a dim sum assortment.
Thanks. This is neat. So, as I was saying earlier, Hey, Masaru.
I thought he said go change your hat, man.
Now this I like.
So this is how you level them up. Is there any way
So,
to
as I was saying earlier,
get to someone who's maxed out and get them to
Hey,
continue to
Masaru.
level?
Whoa, attractive woman on screen? DSP, you are married.
Oh, no fooling. Bring it to me later, and I'll sew.
Yeah, everything I hear about Super Sentai stuff,
I'm
it
just
looks
gonna- I'm
cool,
sorry, I
but
want to play the game, and I understand these conversations.
I just don't have the
Interesting,
commitment
but
to it.
I want to just fucking play.
But I like
See,
the
these guys are
one
all
the
low
one when
level,
they
and I
had the
can give
ninja
them all
outfits.
these
That
stuff
was cool.
great, but I wanted
And that
to,
dude was a frog.
See if there's a
That's
way, if
cool.
someone's
Frogs are
maxed out
cool.
level 20 or 30, if you can get them to
Frogs
level
have the
up,
ability
I
to
don't know
frog
if you can.
out, which is
I don't
like
know.
rogging out, but with a lot more hopping. You will know what I'm talking about if you played Neo.
27.
Squid Hunter. As a
Generous cap.
Bloodborne.
I don't know. I don't know if you can go above like these levels or if these really are their hard caps. You look.
Yeah, I like that movie. That movie was pretty cool. What was his name? Ivan Ooze?
Is there a way to tell if someone's not motivated or upset? 'Cause I think they said that crew members
Yeah, they're
were
not
upset, but I'm
donating,
not- I
Phil.
don't remember how.
Are you motivated? Oh, you got a gun.
Here, give her a
Pretty
high-pitched
motivated.
bouquet.
Try mini plow, like miniature kids.
Biscuits. Well, didn't it say he was
Sorry, I could
fast?
talk. Power Rangers
Yeah,
all
see,
night.
so
It's
can I
fucking
give
curse
him
at this
something?
point.
What if I give him, like,
I'm not DSP. You can talk about whatever the hell you want, man.
So when's their max? I guess.
I'm not always gonna respond, but
Okay.
dude, people should be able to
Now we know
talk about
that.
whatever they want to talk about. DSP policing people because they're not having the
biscuit.
right discussion subjects? No, that's a failing on your part, Phil. You should be able to talk about things with people.
All right, let's continue.
That's because DSP is a boring asshole. He doesn't see the importance of
trying to
being
talk
a
to her.
Renaissance man, of
Yeah,
learning
you're
a
a
lot
dick
of different
here.
topics so that you can
Biscuits.
talk about a lot of different things.
level
He
them up.
sees
There's
no
no
value in that. It's because he's hardly a man. He's hardly interesting. Or, well, he's not interesting.
Give him dim sum. He looks hungry. He likes it.
That's what my dad told me. He told me for 2 reasons why you should learn as much as you can. To
Brent,
impress
thanks for
someone who might be
$5
able to give you a
super
job
chat.
and to
There's
pick
absolutely
up
no way I'm
chicks.
responding to anything you just said in your message. It's absolutely ridiculous. But I do appreciate the support regardless, and that gets us up to 37.
Oh, he's
tonight.
talking about
So thank you for the
wieners.
$5 super chat.
Phil, nice
No way
deadhead
I'm
you
saying
had there
any
for a
of that.
second.
Okay. Nice try, though. That was a good attempt.
It the Gundam model
Alright,
for Super
back to
Sentai and
the,
other super robot series. That's
oh.
pretty cool.
We got 5 paper plates.
I
Seriously?
wouldn't mind building one if someone,
Saw
you know,
some
commissioned me to
mysterious
build
thing.
one. But I don't think I would seek one out. Mostly because it's just expensive. I even thought about getting a Zoid not long ago, but then I thought, nah, there's other things I'd rather have. But I don't mind building them.
Non-spark.
Rind is a loser. You're absolutely right. I love Kaichan because she slaps in
Now
the
back
face
to what we were
morons that
doing.
think people only say
All right.
use VTubers because they're oogly.
Get to this other ship, do this fight.
Yeah.
But these new, all our cannons are upgraded now, and our health is like doubled.
I don't know. I
So
think
hopefully this will
VTubers
allow
are
us to
smart with
just
that because
destroy
there's
this,
some days you're just not
ship,
feeling
and
like
then
having
we're
your
gonna go
face
to the
on
new area and do
screen,
the
but
officer fight. See what
you
that's
get around
about, 'cause
that.
We haven't done one yet.
you don't have to put on any
Yes,
makeup
indeed, I
or
am married. That is correct.
freshen yourself up or
Oh, I
anything. You
forgot
don't
to
have to
change
do
my
any of that
appearance.
shit.
I did all that, and I totally forgot to change my appearance.
Yeah,
I'm
you
an idiot.
completely forgot
All right, let's
about
just go.
Jade's thing. You stupid butthole.
I completely forgot about it.
Then park your boat and fix it.
Here we are.
You
I
have
will
money
put on the
and
movie
scam
out
people,
later,
you spend
Jade.
it
I'm
on
sorry.
burgers.
Sorry, Jade. The thing that you
The
asked
mouth
for
of
that you were so
range
polite
is
about,
based.
not
I got
happening.
distracted by the leveling of the characters.
Seems like a tough customer.
Thank you very much, Joe. I really appreciate it. I'm based. Oh, rad. I'm gonna tell my mom and dad. Your son is finally based. I should tell my therapist and my parole officer.
3-star fight. Interesting.
Thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it. I like VTubers because
We
you
have
don't
some
see
mentally
real people
challenged
acting
people
weird.
on
I love
stream
Bow
tonight
Bow
saying
Bow,
some
but
really
might
dumb
feel a
things in
little
super
weird
chats,
with a
and
real
it's not gonna read
person.
any of it.
Yeah, and DSP says that it's fake, but it's so what if it's fake? They're characters, DSP. You watched wrestling. You should understand this concept. People are allowed to play characters. The thing that DSP claims that he did. They're not real. Yeah, Corona is not real. It's okay. I actually like Gundam, and that shit's not real, by the way. This obsession with real is annoying to me from Phil.
Nice. Look at that.
Humans don't
Great damage.
really like real. Kind of the whole point art exists. DSP has an issue with half of the literature that exists in the world.
Destroy him.
Fiction, yeah, that shit's toxified.
Did it. We rocked them with these new weapons. Sweet. God damn.
Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Oh, you're talking about my dad. Okay, well, thank you.
Here we go.
I'll be sure to let him know that he's based.
Don't you know that these VTubers aren't real and they're just getting your money?
Yeah, I do know that, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I do know that. That's the kind of energy that I don't like from Neil deGrasse Tyson. He just assumes people are dumb sometimes, and I don't like that. That would never work. A lightsaber would never work. Yeah, we know because we don't have them in real life.
Shows the why.
If we don't have them in real life, we tend to assume it wouldn't work. And are people dumb? Yeah, but there's some things that are just kind of obvious.
Okay, I did it. Look at this. What is this? Oh my god.
That George Droid super
Whoa,
chat
this
Bill's
is
chat
brand
was
new.
wild. The one where he's
One of
talking
the
about
ones I
his penis?
So much for Boyd. He got fucked up. think we got him now because these guys are wimps. We
You
killed
need the
big tough
thin
guy.
ice emote in your stream.
Yeah,
Why
we
people
got it.
being
Nice.
toxified? How did I fix it? How did I fix it last time? How did I fix the notification sounds last time? It happens every time I.
Chunky boy. God's sake.
I don't know.
There we
I don't
go.
know what's
Good
causing
shit.
it. I'll get it fixed though.
Ain't even worth my time.
Wait, you're getting high? Who's getting high?
Nicely done. And thank you, Brian, for another $5
okay,
super
I'm a
chat.
fucking
The
idiot.
nonsensical message I'm not going to read.
My wife has started calling him kneeled on his knees, sucking my dick, bitch ass Tyson. She picks up a lot of my goofy
Another 10
moments,
flags.
and
And we got a chest.
it's always adorable because she does it more adorably than I do. I'm adorable, not that much.
A marine carpet.
He needs to cook if ever there was one. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Oh, I agree.
Dang. And a lot of treasures.
The least popular VTuber is way more talented, successful,
Gotta
charismatic,
get
and
more
young
money
and
now.
bad.
Now we're
Exactly.
low on money. We have all the pirate points. We don't have any
DSP
money
is
to
just
buy
being a
upgrades.
hypocrite and jealous
Okay,
that they're making
we're
more
done.
money
What
than
we
he
need
could
to
ever
do
dream
now,
to. Granted, it doesn't help that they're women,
is we
but there are
need to
also
get
men
to one of the
VTubers who make
lighthouses.
money too.
Because that'll let us go to the next area. And do
DSP's
the
always been of the
office.
mindset that he doesn't need to compete with people. He just needs to tell people that his competitors aren't worth supporting.
Brian is saying he'll match $50 if someone else does it.
Yeah, well,
He has
maybe he
super
should
chatted
just pay it
before.
up.
I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but if
Yeah,
anyone
just
contributes
man, they
50,
thought
he may
he
match
broke
it.
math.
It's
It
probably no
took Neil
guarantee.
deGrasse Tyson got 2 minutes to debunk him. I mean, that's
Have you
cool.
ever had grog?
I do
I've never
appreciate
tasted
that
grog
Neil
before,
deGrasse
no.
Tyson and other
Like that.
scientists debunk charlatans. I appreciate that. But I don't need you to debunk Star Wars, thank you. It's just not necessary.
Want to take a break?
I didn't
Okay, so
believe that
now-
C-3PO was possible, okay? Well, he kind of is. But you get what I'm saying, those kind of things.
So how do I fight the officer?
I wish I could get high right now. I got work tomorrow. I got work
How do I tell
tomorrow.
what the officer fight
Come
is?
on, Bam. I can't be getting high.
I have no idea.
What are we doing, Phil?
Am I just supposed to do the story? Like, is this it?
What?
Waters near Hawaii? Is this the
Huh?
fight? I legit don't know.
Yeah, exactly, Crimson Nuck-Eye.
Does anyone know?
Huh? Does anyone know how to play the game I'm playing?
I guess I might just go for this area and try to figure it out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I
Exactly,
don't know where the officer
Kabbath.
fight is. I want to fight the officer.
Oh,
but
I don't know if you know
on the
this,
map.
but giant robots
I
would
don't know if
never
it's
work.
just the
The
story.
mass distribution, I know giant robots would never work because DARPA would have built them by now, okay? Shut up.
The bottom one? This one?
This one? What? You're the bottom one, Phil.
Is it that blue thing at the bottom? Okay, maybe that's
Exactly,
what it is.
BR Joe.
All right, I think that's what it is. I think this is it.
Shove off.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, everyone. You should pay them, Phil. They provided some
Okay.
sort of assistance for your business. They're basically employees.
Trolley Island up ahead. One of the officers has been plundering the area. Here we go.
What exactly is the
it.
plot of this game? It's not like DSP is doing a good job of
Atali,
telling
are
it to
we?
me.
Huh? If it ain't old beef, what's up? Do you know this place or something?
Toss this dude
Of
overboard.
course I do. It's got quite the reputation. Neither the brave or the bullish dare approach it. A word of caution. That's right. He does cow puns.
Oh, I
Steer clear.
thought he was.
Although
I thought he
suppose it
was,
stands to
White
reason
Bowser.
There would be lots of treasure left to plunder there. Makes sense why the devil flags would be drawn in. Well, if it's as bad as you say, we better make sure we're prepared. I don't know which officers are waiting, but no
What
matter
about the
we'll
spider
pay for a
tanks from
fight.
Ghost in the
I doubt
Shell?
if
The
enemies strong as this
Tachikomos?
before.
Those are a bit more
Here we
possible.
go.
There's even some mecha that are
Very
possible. They just wouldn't be that
The
useful.
pose. Do
Like,
the
I think the
pose.
vital suits from Lost Planet are technically possible.
Alright,
They just wouldn't be that useful.
Wait.
Because you would
go?
take them out with the
how do
tank
I
easily.
know?
All you need is 3 tanks lined up, and that vital suit is
Oh.
going down.
Aha. Well, that's what I want to do. I want to do Atali Island. What's closer? We're right here. I guess we should do this island first since it's right here. Let's do it. And then we'll
Watch
just
when I
head
get to
that
Amnesia,
way.
hears about a
We'll
pirate
unlock this
treasure, gets into
lighthouse,
it. That's
and
it,
then maybe
more or
we'll
less.
do
Oh, that's
We'll do
cool.
one on the way first.
Yeah, true, Neil.
Well, Brian, if you got the bread to spend, I think you should drop the bread.
Ooh. I think you should ban him,
Show
Phil.
us some of your
I think he's
kindness
playing
and
around with you.
sourdough. Delicious French bread, a big baguette. What kind of bread do you got?
You know, the kind of bread you would have at a
Talk or
sandwich
you're a
shop,
show,
Phil.
right? You gotta show the bread.
DSP should start talking like
Play more
Tommy
rivals. JJ,
Pickles
you
and
love
all
more
grown
rivals,
up
don't you?
and
Whenever
have
you're-
very
you gotta
weird
give me what you really
slang.
like and you play it.
We need more coin. Coin?
Wow, these cannons are way better. They're basically homing cannons.
That's rad, Phil. Take this dude out. He's in your way. Gun his ass down, Phil.
I'm sure
Broadside him. The
What
combat
why
doesn't
did they
look too
misfire?
particularly
They're right
fun
there.
on this.
That was dumb.
It looks
The
like it'd be
last
fun for all of 30 minutes and then it's kind of repetitive.
That's right. No cheap ass white sandwich bread. We want some delicious gourmet breads around here. That's what we eat.
Oh, yeah? No, that's what you eat.
All right.
Isn't a tank
Yes,
basically a
everything in the
mech, or
world
do they
is
have to
Kevin's
walk or
fault.
something?
That's correct. Every
The
possible
defining
thing that's
element
wrong
of
on
mechs is
Earth
that they
is
do
Kevin's
have some
fault. We all
sort
know
of locomotion with legs.
Absolutely correct. Okay.
Which raises an interesting question. Then what is the Shagohod? I guess it would technically be a
Johnny
mech because it
Snowman?
can use some of its treads as legs. Kinda. I don't know. There has to be some sort of human quality to the mech, whether it be
For white
arms or
wheat bread,
something.
Depends on what I'm eating. Some things are good with wheat.
Like
while
the
other
gun
things
tank.
just need
Even
white.
though it's a giant tank, it has arms and a head,
Wheat
so
has that
it's
little
a
bit of
mech.
sweeter flavor because of the grains in it, right?
Did I ever see Pacific Rim? Yep, saw the first one. I didn't
Spend
watch
your
the second
dono
one.
on KFC. I'm probably not eating KFC anytime soon. I don't like it. Too greasy. I like Popeyes.
Oh, I like KFC.
There you go.
Oh shit, that dude just took it to the face.
Summon the shark.
Oh my goodness, Seal, please. No stationary breath. Oh, Phil.
Why didn't that hit anyone?
I don't
That
know,
was
man.
weird. It missed.
It's clearly bugged out,
Alright,
dude.
that was easy.
Cool. This gameplay rocks, Phil.
We did it!
I'm proud of you. You did it.
Another 10
You succeeded
flags.
big time.
A treasure.
Where are the donations at? They in here? Aw, shit. Positive contributions. Nice.
Another ring. Ring of the Tempest. But it's really crappy, actually.
Yeah, Cadence. He's
Obviously,
hitching
you
his
have to
horse
make
to
your
this.
doppelgangers imitate your movements. It's rare because your
Ramon
doppelgangers
Salazar's
imitate,
self
but
mech?
Doesn't sound like it's very good.
Let me look it up. It's not drawn. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on it.
Ramon Salazar.
Let's
This
see
is the
this
weakest
dude.
one, but we don't have anything better to replace it.
Oh, that thing? Well, it's hype.
Yeah, I don't care
It's a
about the
good
doppelgangers,
conversation
fuck it,
starter.
Right?
I've been thinking about putting
Head now
conversation
all the
enders in
way
my
to
house.
The officer. I want to see what this officer fight is like. Let's go.
Conversation ender would be something like a bloody hatchet on the coffee table and then a severed human hand next to it.
I'm missing a crew member on the starboard side of the ship. Oh shit, am I really? Wonder what happened.
What?
Wonder how I lost him.
This dude's asking questions that Jade already asked. And Jade's still going on about the hat. It's not gonna happen, Jade. You'll get over it. He hates poo eyes? That's too bad.
Kick that ass.
I think I mentioned it one time on stream that it was Pacific Rim. Because my older brother doesn't really pay that much attention to what I'm up to. He's always saying, you know, what was this you're building here? I'm like, that's a robot, it's a mech thing. And he always says, oh, like Transformers. No, not like Transformers, but close enough.
Okay,
One
back this
time
way.
though,
Back to what
one
we were doing.
time he asked, he said, hey, what you building there? I said, oh, it's a giant robot, it's a
Am I
mech.
getting
He
seasick?
piloted
No.
it.
Why would I get
He says,
seasick?
oh,
I'm playing a
like
video
Pacific
game.
Rim. And I was rather startled by that. Yes, that's closer to it than a Transformer. Very good. And then after that, he
It
went
just
back to calling
happened.
it
I didn't do
Transformers.
that. The game just did that. I'm holding left and it went right. That was weird.
Yeah, it's like there's wind or something. That's crazy.
Okay.
Which is better samurai game? AC, Shadows, Rise of the Ronin, or Ghost of Tsushima? Well, I mean, the one that I enjoyed the most was probably Ghost of Tsushima, but Rise of the Ronin I feel is extremely good. I haven't played AC Shadows, but it doesn't look particularly interesting to me, and I think it's because I'm just done with Assassin's Creed in general. I mean, what's the story going to be that gets me interested, really? And the correct answer is Tenchu Z. Tenchu Z rocks. Very cool, Phil.
Get his ass. Yeah, very nice.
If Jade got $100 ready, then you might get a hat. Yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Jade,
Okay.
why don't you roll your ass over to the nearest
Ooh, like I said,
ATM?
it's chill fun, but guys, please, let's keep chatting so that we can have some interaction here rather than me just playing the game, because this is supposed to be.
Do you want to talk about Super Sentai? Rise of the Ronin is good, though. Rise of the Ronin
What are you
is
guys up to
fantastic.
tonight? Besides hanging out with me here.
I don't know, actually, I can kind of see it being a tie between Rise of the Ronin and Ghost of Tsushima. Because they both do the aesthetic of an open
this
world
particular
much,
font that I'm using on the leaderboard doesn't render
much better than you would
certain
think.
symbols properly.
Like Rise of the Ronin has more of like a city environment. There's more population. It feels more lived in. Whereas Ghost of Tsushima is a panoramic view of the settings and whatnot. It's very pretty. But the correct answer is Neo 2.
You're playing Final Fantasy 9, Garth-Jank? That's cool. Or
What if AC added mechs?
Genesec.
Assassin's Creed?
Genesec. I never tried to
That'd be
pronounce
pretty
her
hype.
last name before.
Captain, are they in pursuit?
Sekiro is a ninja
Sourdough
game.
bread? You're baking a sourdough? What's the difference? Doesn't sourdough have something in it that makes it have a different consistency?
Yeah, they
Is
put
it
warhead
yeast or
candies
something
in
like
there,
that?
Phil.
A different kind of yeast?
Oh, nice. Check it out. You're responsible for 2 mechs that have the same. Say, what is the legless zeal? Well, if I'm not mistaken, it wasn't finished. It was supposed to have legs. Yes, that's correct. It was supposed to have legs. And because it has an arm and a head, it's still a mech.
Cannons. These are good, but they miss sometimes.
Now, what defines a mobile suit is arms and legs. If it doesn't have that, then it's not a
my
mobile
Final
suit.
Fantasy X playthrough from like a decade ago was a wild
Because
ride.
the gun
That's
tank
for
is
sure.
not a mobile suit.
I
It's a
don't know what the
mobile
hell I'm
armor.
doing in that game half the time. It's funny.
Likewise, the monkey Zaku is not a mobile suit. It's a mobile armor because it has 4 arms instead of 2 arms and 2 legs. The monkey Zaku is simultaneously the dumbest thing, but also kind of creative. I kind of like it.
Of your surroundings, Captain.
It's dumb though. The whole plot
kill and then we
behind
get
the
the
monkey
island and take on
Zaku is
officers.
dumb as shit.
Newtown was pretty
That's
fun
because,
today, Jay.
dude, Crossbone sucks. It's goofy. It's not good. People talk all the time about how they want Crossbone Gundam to be animated. No, you don't. No, you don't. That shit's silly. You want Federation Hooligans animated. I assure you.
Nice rock. Nicely done. All right, to the officer fight. Here we go.
Bro, I'm telling you all, if you like Sekiro and Lies of P, I highly recommend First Berserker Kazan. I'm addicted to it. Should check it out. Would the from Prince of Persia count as a ninja? I do believe that in some ways a ninja ascends just
Ryan, we
being
can
a
see your chats
Japanese
indeed. Yes, we can.
shadow assassin. Like, I think Altair is a ninja.
So this will be 20 flag reward, meaning it's got to be a harder fight.
Oh yeah, there's probably 50 dudes in here.
This is a Tali Island, eh? So one of those devil flag officers should be here? That's right.
Only
All right,
Jade
let's
can
do
enjoy
this.
this. Jade's not having a good time. He's not switching his hat.
What's going on, Dark Maggot? Good evening. All right, this is probably going to be a much more in-depth island. There's tons more going on.
Oh really? It seems like the same old shit to me, Phil. What just hit you?
Many more fights. Get the guy who's behind you. What are you doing? Strike that
Roger's
man.
confused. Doesn't know how life works.
Block. Can't go that way. Okay.
Yeah, the Human Centipede, I've seen it. It shows up in one of the ending cutscenes of Gihren's Greed as well.
Can I do Chick-fil-A for a reward? I would like to, eventually. But we
So-
decided on taco time for this week.
We decided,
Well,
I'm sure it was
Chick-fil-A has a new
entirely
sandwich people
you.
are interested in. And I guess a new drink, too. I don't know.
Ninjas came from Koga and Iga.
The thing is with Chick-fil-A, if it's limited time, maybe we should just do that.
I think
Taco time
technically
isn't going
Ninjas
anywhere. It's always
originated
gonna be
in
out here in the
China.
Northwest, but the Chick-fil-A
And then it
limited
was
time thing, I don't wanna
the
miss.
Koga and Iga
Get
who
back,
kind of
what are you running
refined
for?
it.
Coward. What a punk ass bitch. Running away. Anything over here? Looks like optional stuff.
There you go. Nailed it.
Not much there though.
It is Phil's newest
Oh,
pay pig.
more.
Denty Comes Swallow supports pig for his nude
Still not a
a-hole.
lot. Look, it's only like $1,000.
Well, it's
Nothing.
I see your parents were a little bit ambitious with their name. That's cool. That's a good
What is he
name.
attacking? I will say this: the auto lock on
The ninja
does leave
underhanded
something to be desired. It does
sword
miss sometimes.
technique that
There's
that
a lock
ninja
on
back there is
button, but
doing is
there's always
cool.
lock on, so it's right in
It's
front of you.
impractical, but it's cool.
Mozzie did a $2 super chat, says do Chick-fil-A instead of Taco Time.
That's
You think
what
we should-
makes
guys,
what's
you
his
think we
name
should
kind of a
swap?
ninja.
Should we do Chick-fil-A and their new sandwich and new drink
his name?
instead of Taco Time?
Star
Because I'd be
Killer.
down for that too. And if it's limited time, then maybe that just makes more sense. And if also if that's going to motivate more people, because you want that first, maybe we should do that first. What do you
It'll
guys think?
motivate you more to see me eating this thing instead of this other thing. I don't know, DSP. It just doesn't seem like that really works. No one's motivated in seeing you eat anything. I mean, aside from actual shit, no one's motivated. Oh wow, I'm really interested in seeing Phil eat this food as opposed to this food. What's the difference? What really is the difference? The food is robust, tanky, has a bit of a kick to it. It's got a bit of a heat to it. It's the same old shit,
All right,
Phil.
so Mozzie, thanks for the $2. And then Brian did a $2 super chat, says do Chick-fil-A and then free Diddy and R. Kelly.
No, goodness.
I think the first one was pretty
I don't know
pretty.
about all that.
last statement, or those last two statements, I guess.
Yeah,
All
the
right,
Zeong is
$46
kind of
to
goofy
support,
looking though.
guys. Chick-fil-A. Looks like a lot of people are saying they want Chick-fil-A again. Keep in mind, I just did Chick-fil-A a month or two ago.
There you go,
but it was
exactly as you
super
say,
good.
Cadence.
I'd be okay doing it again with the new sandwich and drink. And then we just go do we do Taco Time later. Well, then let's see some support for Chick-fil-A tonight.
Yeah, come
I'll do
on,
it.
pay up.
Come on, let's get
What
the
did Phil
support, man.
change
Let's
the
hit
goal to as
tonight.
kick has made? It's no longer
How about
taco
that?
time.
If we hit the goal tonight, 100% we'll do Chick-fil-A as DSP tries it when we
There you
get
go.
70 goals or 80 goals instead of Taco Time. But we got to hit the goal tonight. Let's hit
But
it.
what if I wanted taco time and now you're changing
Yes,
it?
I am
I'm
liking
pissed.
this
I'm
game.
going to do a chargeback.
I'm stuck.
Huh. Oh well.
Well, we didn't fight the officer yet. We got
Jay's not getting his
treasure,
damn
though.
hat.
Oh, it's a new instrument. Oh, cool. Jellyfish.
What does it do?
We'll summon jellyfish now.
Oh, like in Elden Ring. Okay.
It was like a lightning storm.
Thank you, DSP. I can't see. I appreciate you telling me what's happening.
It's the Ocarina Dark
Phil's
God
in the
Ocarina.
mood for Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
What's he gonna say about it? You know what, DSP? What I want you to eat on
Little
DSP
Voltage
tries
$2
it.
Super Chat says, ever heard of Taco?
You need to
Tried
go
Taco
full
John's.
king.
Never heard
Get
of
one of
Taco
those
John's.
big ass
So the
turkey
answer
legs
is
from
no.
the
I don't know what
Renfest.
Taco John's is.
The king is satisfied with his giant turkey leg. Now,
Okay,
let's
what's
get
this?
some support.
Another dark instrument? The God of the Deep's Ocarina. Dark what? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
the
in many
airship.
ways, Neil, it is
Supposedly the
far
one
more
summoned- this
terrifying
one's
that a
also the
ninja
incarnation
doesn't
of an
even
infernal
bother
aquatic
hiding.
deity.
It's what makes Ryu
I can't believe we've been able
Hayabusa
to find two
so
of these things now.
so rad. Because you think, oh well, ninjas
You,
have to
what the hell do you
sneak.
think you're doing
No,
on my
not
island?
sometimes. Sometimes we're
Wait,
done with all that shit,
Yakuza
and
that
then
was,
it's time
right?
to die.
Yeah, you remembered my name. Good for you. That's right, asshole. Captain Yakuza of the Devil Flag 3rd Fleet. And this island's our turf. All the treasure belongs to me and my man.
Taco Bell after the
Hand
stream
it
if he
over.
ends early, Lynn,
As
or
far
you
as I'm
plan on
concerned,
having
I
it
got no
later this
reason to
week?
respect your
I do
territory.
want some Taco Bell.
Listen, if I go back to Zeus and tell him the rest
I-
got
DSP
loose,
never
I'm
ends early.
dead meat. Well, how's that our
But I
problem?
should probably go to bed
The mouth on
right
this
after
one.
it because,
Fine,
like
whatever,
I
let's
said, I
take
got
it
my
back
new
by
job. I
force
shouldn't
then.
show up
All right.
tired as hell after
I'm
eating
obviously
Taco
gonna
Bell.
try to use
I'll
the,
wait a couple weeks before I reach that point.
I'm obviously going to try to use the jellyfish.
Damn, Taco Bell sounds good. Maybe I should have that for Going Green. I've never actually had Taco Bell for Going Green, did I? But I want to show you guys Ninja Porridge. I made it during my, well, I made it after my last Going Green. And it blew my damn mind. I wanted to start up the stream over again and show you guys. Holy crap, that is kind of cool. Oh my lord, it killed him! Oh, what the hell was that?
shit. Oh, I got out of the way. Damn, I didn't even do anything. My team killed him.
Yep. Yep, that's good content.
Okay. Very nice.
I tell you what,
Shit,
that whole
you're telling me
clown
that I was
thing that happened back in
expecting. You said all you
2016
got,
would have
you
been
make this any
far
harder,
more
we can start
terrifying
taking
if it was
lives.
ninjas.
I surrender. You win. I'll do whatever you want.
You guys think a
Tell your
clown
boss
is
to give us
scary?
the
I don't know
arrow
about all
stuff.
that.
Oh,
Clowns
man.
just want to be your
Dude, I
friend.
cut you open here
Ninjas want to
now.
hold your
Fine, I'll
stomach
give you
in
the
their
stone,
hand.
Okay, promise. Why should we trust you? Because I'm Yakuza, lady. Our
You
word is
needed
our
to go
bond.
nuclear in the
Honestly, I
bathroom
felt
to
never
assert
felt right about
dominance
this
at the
shit.
new job.
Deal with the Pharaoh's Stone. Pretty big deal.
Just wipe my shit all over the
A
walls.
deal to you, ain't it?
Only a true madman would do
We came and
this.
pitched it just because it was pretty invaluable.
The guy
You
who
chose
did
the
this
life of a
must have
pirate, and I
been
still
really
respect that There's
cool.
things in the world more important than money, memories, and shit like that. So let me atone by getting that back for you.
Trader Joe's tacos.
Right.
Yeah, I bet DSP will
Meet
have
him on
forgotten that
Hans
reference.
Island. It's not too far from here. She doesn't trust them. I don't blame her, right? Why would we believe that? So hard to say if he'll actually bring us to fill up the stone. Like Misaki said, killing him might have been easy, might have made us feel better, but it wouldn't accomplish anything. Even if it's a long shot, might as well roll.
Imagine
the
this,
dice with
all right?
his chance.
You're on an elevator, right?
All right.
And you're on the first floor. It doesn't matter that part. Okay,
Here we
you're
go.
going up to whatever position you're going to. You got a couple other people in there. All right? The doors open, and no one walks in. You think, oh, it must have been someone. They pressed the button and left. The doors closed. There's a ninja standing behind you. You telling me that would scare you
Okay, we're
shitless?
going to this island now, the one right next to us. All right, it's easy enough. Let's keep going.
And then we get to the next floor. You guys are all on your best behavior because, again, ninja there. Get to the next floor, doors open, no one gets out, no one enters, ninja gone. Or is he? You turn to the person next to you, it's the same person, same person's clothes, the ninja's wearing the clothes.
So it's faster if we follow these currents. If we just try to do it by ourselves, we'll avoid the enemies.
What even is all
Sadly,
this? Okay, so it's like turbo boost. It's kind of Sonic the
movie
Hedgehog
hat,
theme.
We can do this,
movie hat
Yeah,
quick.
me too. I
Movie
halfway
hat
expect
quick.
Derek to come back.
Oh, great, there's ships
He might
coming.
as well.
I don't think we can do it, Jade. Jade, every time I try to do this, something happens. Look.
Yeah, what happens is you forget,
Yeah, I
DSP.
can't.
That's what
I can't
happens.
do it. Now we have to fight.
Sorry,
I don't
Jade,
think
you're
we're
not
getting
getting anything
movie
you
hat.
want ever. Ever. I don't think you'd understand this by now. I tell you what, if you don't give Phil what he wants instantly, oh, that's a problem. Jade, he can live with it. Not getting verified on kick, that's a calamity. No Luffy hat, yeah, power through, Jade. I would think we would know if Derek was back because he'd be spamming in chat. He kind of can't help himself. It's how he communicates. Nothing's going to change that. Because
How did I miss?
I don't know if you guys have read the leaks from someone who knew Derek when he was younger, but Derek is a narcissist. He thinks that people need to listen to what he says. He thinks he's that important. So we would know Derek is
No, I
back.
have not seen live action One Piece.
I hope Jade starts withholding money.
They still won't let me. Look.
Don't get any
They still won't
memberships.
let me go below deck, so I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, Jade.
I don't
Deal
know
with it.
how we do it. Maybe we can only do it in certain instances, but they won't let me go down there right now. I don't
Seal,
know.
please.
All right, well, let's just keep going then. I don't get it. I don't know why I can't do it. I'm trying. Won't let me.
I'm glad to not be dealing with the kids anymore, though.
Guys, we're so close
They
to
said
50
that.
bucks
They
to
said,
support.
oh,
Let's hit
you're
it.
going to miss them. Hell
Either
no,
like
I'm
a quick
not.
super chat or a tip and get us to 50 bucks. Let's hit it right now. We're right there.
What am I going to miss? Their poor taste? Their ugly faces? What am I going to miss? Their stench? Yeah.
All right. Brian owes 50 bucks. No, Brian said he would drop 50 if someone else dropped 50.
Yeah,
and
so
no
you
one
guys
did.
need to pay
He
up
made
so
it.
that he pays up.
Good to see y'all. Captain Yakuza, if you came here, I take it that means you believed in me. I'm
Did you
grateful.
kill them?
You bring the stone? Of course, got it right here.
I could not
I actually brought
legally
it.
answer such a
I know all the
hilarious
time I went to
question.
Captain Zeus, but I pulled it off. It was the right thing to do. I'm impressed. Do you see that, Misaki? He's lying. What? It's a fake.
It's
That's
definitely-
not the way the real Pharaoh Stone
definitely real.
shines. What are you talking about? This is it right here.
Excuse me?
How many times do you think I looked at the gem growing up? You could never fool me. You know, you could have gotten away and had a nice life if you fell for it. Well,
Oh
here we
man,
go.
I guess we gotta kill you all again for the 1
Now the
millionth
real fight
time.
begins.
How many times do we have to
double-cross us the
annihilate
whole
you all to
time.
the last
Of
man for you guys
course.
to
All
realize
right,
what's
let's
going
go.
on here? That's something else that's cool about JoJo versus other animes. They don't have repeat villains. Once they get their shit rocked, they usually don't come back. I think there's only 2 villains who ever came back and had another fight. Outside of main villains, you know. The mooks never show up again. And that's not the case with other anime. You have to deal with Frieza's punk ass 50 times.
Here we go. Look at this.
You have to deal with this dickhead 50 times.
Damn, that was nice.
And it's because I guess the villains are a bit more reasonable. They realize that, holy crap, I got away with my life. I mean, sure, 90 bones are broken, but I'm still alive. I'm never fighting those guys again. It's that meme. I'm about to fight this guy. I'll post the video. I got my ass kicked. I'm not posting that. Man, DSP's getting worked by that hammer. Yeah, he likes Muso games like this. Oh shit, he's getting hyped!
Supporting cannon fire will
He got
ring down?
support.
That's not good. Let's kill these guys fast.
Gives narcissism a really bad name. Granted, it's mainly negative. Don't we all have narcissistic traits in one form or another? In one form or another? The DSP is just on the level. I feel like I've got some narcissistic tendencies. But then there's other things that I feel like I've earned the ability to speak on them with authority. And I feel like that's important, that we should all have things like that. Or at least we should all strive to do it. And then you have to respect other people's authority as well. Oh, you know a lot about engines? Okay, I should trust you.
There's one guy left. There we go.
Very cool,
That was
Phil.
easy.
Right next to the lady with her butt all hanging out. Yeah, Phil's conveniently looking away there.
Nicely done. One of the big boss fights completed. Not too
Look at
hard
the
at all,
JoJo
actually.
pose.
Lots of leveling.
Does
Give
Phil
it
not
up.
realize that he
Wait,
said
let me
stop
live,
giving
I'll
me
tell you
money to the
anything.
Kino
Not
trolls
this
and they
again.
did?
All right,
I
what's
guess
the
there's
name
supposed
of
to
the
be some sort of weird
Zeus has
reverse
his stone, You
psychology.
gotta believe me, the guy's taken with it. Nothing in the world will get him to give it up.
But he
We'll
likes
see
to
about
win
that. Where
these
is he?
battles in some
Probably
stupid
fleeing
way.
heaven.
He likes to
The
say
area
that
ocean a
he's
little
declared
ways. It's
victory.
got
Not, I
some
mean, he doesn't
volcanic
literally say it, but
activity.
it's
There's
some
steam
sort
all
of
over the
attitude that
place.
he
It'll
has,
boil
that
skin
he
off
feels
your bones.
victorious by
And if it
telling
leaves that,
people
who
to
knows what kind of
leave.
treasures you might actually find.
And that's
That's why
more
Ronan and
important
Zeus
than
started
money,
punching.
except for when he
All
starts
right.
begging again. So it's kind of that chicken and egg situation with DSP.
And he
what's more
escapes with a
important
smoke bomb.
what's more
Of
important to
course.
Phil, greed or ego? Honestly, I put ego. Ego is always higher than greed.
Good.
Because
All
while
right,
the
thanks
greed
for
is
$5 super
insatiable,
chat. He says
his
that we want
ego has
Fisherman
done
hat filled
far
back
more
at the
damage
best
to
street.
him.
That wouldn't even work with my current setup. With my setup now with
If
background
DSP was
removal,
willing
it
to
doesn't
let
even
go
work
of
with
some of
hats
his
and stuff.
ego,
We
his
tried it,
greed could
and
really
it just-
blow
it
up.
deleted the
But he
hat.
can't.
So it looked like me with a hole in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It won't work with that.
Yeah,
stuff.
like a
And now
dead
we're heading
head.
into spring and summer. There's no way we're doing vests and stuff now. Absolutely not. We phased them out for a reason, right?
What was the reason, Phil?
And that's why we're not bringing them back. Okay.
What's the reason,
so,
though, Phil? Because you've gone back and
Look at
forth on the
this.
reason so many times, so I want to hear it this time.
It's Captain
Captain
Shinobi.
Shinobi.
Yakuza. Might I have a word?
Oh,
He
man.
Shot him.
Yep, that's the truth.
Was
Ninjas
that a
can use
gunshot
guns
right
if they
now?
want to. There's
What's
nothing
going
stopping
on?
them.
Not sure. Screw it. We got a lead on Zeus at least. Flame Heaven. Only seen volcanoes on TV before, so I'm excited. Flame Heaven's quite a journey. From what I know, it's dangerous. To be honest, I think we shouldn't try till we're ranked 3-star. Well,
Who's
guess
this
what? We're ranked
character? Who are these
5-star.
kids in relation to
So there you
Majima?
go. We're good to go. We're maxed.
That's true, Superfluous Moniker. And he's suggested bringing them back
All right, we're
before.
ready to go. I mean, since we're 5-star, we can probably do the
I
whole
guess I'll
thing,
count
right?
it. It's
100
petty and
flags collected,
minute,
we
but I'll
have that
count it.
too.
Phil's ego has
There you
destroyed
go.
many money-making opportunities he's been giving. Exactly.
stuff.
He will ban people who say
All right,
mean things to
well,
him,
cool.
even though they've
It
got
said it's
money.
now open because we already
And
did it.
you
All
would
right,
say,
what we
oh,
should
well,
do,
that's
let's
cuck-like
unlock this
behavior. He
lighthouse,
should ban him.
okay?
But then there's some
Let's
people
go
who
this way.
really
Let's do
barely even
this
burnt his
fleet,
ass
and
that
let's
got
do this.
banned.
Let's
I
just do
felt
it
like
all
that was
while we're
always
here. Get
stupid.
it all done quick.
I take it there's
Okay.
already a heat
I
wave
guess we
going
won't
on
do
in
this
Renton.
one.
Yeah, it's been
Well, let's do these that are
huge,
near us.
and it's hurting his head.
Right.
He's afraid of burning out his
And then
brain.
we'll
I
get
saw
out
that
and
on
go to another
Twitter.
area. Maybe we'll do the
That he's
next
putting
officer.
off doing his taxes because it
Might
will
just do it
burn
right
up his
away.
head. DSP,
Gonna lock
that's
the lighthouse.
just
Here we go.
filth. You should shower. That won't be an issue if you shower.
Ooh, choices.
Yeah, we pretty much maxed everything, right?
Now there's a...
Oh, I had the wrong machine gun equipped the whole time. Are you serious?
Kind of sad because after Kino drama from last week, what else can top that for the rest of
The wrong
2025?
thing.
I don't
Purchased
see
the whole
anything
time.
being as
Son of a
entertaining
bitch.
as this past week.
I'm gonna
Seems
try
like the
this
rest of
Gatling gun that I
2025 might be
just
boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you put it that way, I could see that. I'm
That's
really
it, you know, we
hoping
can't do
that
anything
some
else,
pressure
actually.
builds up and he explodes. What I want to see is
we
that
don't have
more and
enough
more
money to
people
do
are
that
finding
growth
out about
upgrade.
Phil. He is slowly becoming... I don't think
There's a
DSP
new
will
one.
ever be
Yeah,
mainstream.
is it?
Chris Chan has
No.
taken a long time to reach mainstream
Flame
status.
heaven, there it is.
And he
Alright,
had to
let's
be a
finish what we're
complete
doing, right?
maniac to reach that stage.
Like I said, we have
DSP,
2 more things to do quickly. here
DSP's
before we leave.
quite
There's
not
actually
on
3,
that
but there's
level
2
of
right in front
maniac
of us. Let's do
behavior.
them fast. Then we'll probably split the part.
And
Then we'll
so
go
I
on.
think that
Maybe we'll just do
DSP's kind of
Flame Heaven
safe
right away.
from
That way
being
we'll do
mainstream,
2 out
but
of the
enough
4
people are finding out about
of the
him
big
to
pirate
become more and
years.
more of a problem. Because it happens all the time on Twitter. It's one of the reasons why I still think people should go on Twitter to follow DSP stuff, is because
Oh, if you hold B, you can drift and turn quickly.
you do get some insights on
Oh, I didn't
DSP
know
on the
that.
greater
Thank you.
scope
So
of
Force Gamers
things.
is when you're boosting,
People will say
hold B
stuff
and you
like,
can drift
wow,
and
can
turn
you believe
quickly.
this
It makes it
streamer
easier to
brought
turn
up
and hit the
DSP?
enemy.
And it'll be some
Thank you,
dude
I'm
you've
gonna do
never
that.
heard of. And that person will have a shit ton of subscribers or something. I guess that's just me.
So
I've
by
never
the way,
heard
we're a
of them.
third of the way to our goal tonight. Thank you to everyone who
So we got more
contributed.
people
Please, let's keep
having
it up.
eyes on Phil,
If someone
and
wanted
that
to do
could
a
lead to
big
something
contribution
funny.
to get us there, that would be
Because we need
amazing. I would
another
definitely
Aspen
appreciate it.
Gold. We
Again,
need
I
we
really
need
wanted to
Mr.
go tonight,
Beast to bring up
because we haven't hit it
DSP,
now
and
consistently
DSP's
in a
gonna
while. We
lose
did hit
his
it earlier
shit.
today, so it'd be great to hit it tonight, please, guys.
Yeah, money.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard about that. Gonna visit
Well, that's
mom.
fast.
So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna not visit her to own the trolls, to continue this narrative that it was all a lie? So he's going to refuse to visit
go.
his
Oh, that's
mom
sick. Thank you.
so that the detractors don't get a
Force
dub.
Gamer, that was amazing.
That could be a... Well, I
They
don't
got
want to say
rocked.
funny.
Look,
It's
they're
not gonna be
done already.
funny. It's gonna be depressing.
That was
It's gonna be a
so
really
good.
sad
Like,
arc.
The quick turn. That was so good. Very nice.
Very cool, Phil. What does main status mean? Because a lot of people know DSP, especially on gaming places. I think that as soon as how I judge it is if there's a meme page that does not typically discuss locales and it's discussed on there, that's main enough. For example, there was a recent post that was making the circuits and it was something like, do Americans have an Odyssey? Something like the Iliad or, you know, Don Quixote or something like that. And someone posted a reply of the Chris Chan documentary. And that image combination of that question plus the Chris Chan documentary, that got pretty popular. That circled around quite a bit.
No, Yakuza
So I would
Goes
consider
away. I
that
love this
main
game. We're not
enough.
gonna
If
give up on
DSP
them.
reaches that level,
It's
it's
still
over
nice. I
for
get
him.
to interact with you guys and hang
Because
out.
people are
with
going
you.
to clown on his
One of the
ass
things
so
I love
much from
about
every direction. Because he is safe. He is safe in his position of
All right. So I want to do this
obscurity.
island.
Obscurity has saved this man.
Then we'll get out of here. Let's do the island quick. Again, these are all pretty quick.
Yeah, Nigo. He's going to claim
Remember, we
something
hit the
like,
goal
oh, she was
tonight.
fine the whole time.
We'll change it and we'll do Chick-fil-A instead for DSP tries it, and I'd be down for that.
Heinz,
I
we're
love
going to go ahead and
Chick-fil-A.
talk about
And we'll try the new
what's
sandwich. I guess
his
there's a new
name?
shake or something. We'll try all this stuff.
Nova Online. I'm going to get Nova Online done. It's almost a matter of obligation. Let's cover this loser and then move on. Yeah, that's Thursday, though.
Game is not
It's not tomorrow.
diverse enough? Oh, no. We didn't hit our diversity quotas for the game. That sucks.
Oh,
Deploy the
DSP,
2-for-1
come on, man.
badge deal. I mean, I offered it earlier today. No one took it, though. The deal is that if you gift 20 subs over on Kick,
Yeah,
you get
all the
both
DMs are a
VIP and the
lie.
OG badges together.
I'm lying about
Okay,
there being
sometimes
stressful
people take me
things
up on
behind
it,
the
sometimes
scenes.
they
By
don't.
the way,
But
everyone,
I would
I've
be-
got stressful
definitely I would
things
offer that
going on
tonight. You
behind
get
the
us to the goal
scenes.
if someone took it. So if someone wants to give 20 subs on Kick,
Oh my god,
we
it's
get
just
both
money
badges.
talk. Shut up! Put on the Luffy hat. You can do it right now. You can do it right now. And Jade would be somewhat happier for it. No. Claiming her diagnosis was a false positive or something. Yeah, I could see him trying that.
ignore these idiots. Just keep going to the island. It sucks, though, because when they show up, then the boost disappears.
See, that's cool, BR Joe. DSP says
Why
that
is it
there was
$2
this time
contribution
period
bill
where it was topical to shit on Phil. And
Wow.
I don't really think that's ever been true. I don't think it's been topical for the internet to shit on Darkside Phil. Not really. It's always been a relatively obscure thing. And that's what's going to undo this dude, or at least make him have multiple meltdowns if he does become
this will split the
the
part.
internet joke.
Here we go.
Once people start joking about him like they joke about Mr. Beast being a loser, you know, once they joke about him like the Paul brothers being a
This is
loser,
different.
then this dude's going to blow his shit. Because those dudes get clowned on far more than Phil does. Far
It's like a
more.
resource case
People
from
clown on
Elden Ring. You're
Asmongold
looking for,
far more than people
the
clown on
remnants
Phil.
here.
It's another weird ego
Wow, it doesn't
trip
even
that he
affect
has.
it.
He wants to be infamous whichever way he spins the narrative. He has to be the biggest joke or the biggest hero. He doesn't realize that he's hardly even a joke. At least in terms of the internet's perspective on things. No one knows who this dude is. No one cares. It's rare I run into a person in real life who even knows who Chris-chan is, let alone who DSP is. Yeah, most people never heard of DSP, the ones who have only known him as the guy. Yeah, it's crazy how if you do know who Phil is, you don't know any of the recent stuff. And they only know him as the dude who jerked off. Because that did happen one time on Twitter. People were talking about him, and it was kind of outside of the Detractiverse, and everyone was saying, oh yeah, that's that dude who jerked off. That's it. That's his legacy forever. Sorry, Phil. You should be happy with that legacy. You should be happy with the guy who jerked it, as opposed to the legacy we're going to have for you. Doctors probably told Kat her husband was cancer and he misunderstood them. Yeah.
Damn.
He was looking at his phone the whole time, goat laughing. He wasn't really paying attention. I bet as Phil starts to side with Nick Fuentes, he's already having Nick's biggest cuck as a co-host for Smart Guys.
Miyamoto.
Like shit
what
getting
the
wild,
hell? How
baby.
dare
Yeah.
they besmirch Miyamoto's name in this game?
DSP doing anything with Ralph is a terrible idea. It's the worst kind of optics you could have. So guys, I got the ticket for the convention because you told me, but I see support's been slow on the live broadcast. Come on, guys.
Wait, which convention? The Detracting convention?
Yeah, Konoma, it's, again, lucky. He's very lucky. There's been plenty of streamers that had their genitals right on stream. I still can't believe Phil hasn't beaten this game yet. I beat it 3 weeks ago. And he's too busy begging for money, dude. Can't focus on that shit right now. Yeah, and that's Superfluous Moniker. That's exactly right. This game is not necessarily that fun to watch because you become too powerful after a while. And there's not a whole lot of drama with it. But if you want to see these games played well, watch Super Best Friends when they played them. Because they're hardly even really talking about the game that much. They're talking about other stuff that the game reminds them of. It's kind of like when, with Going Green, when I've got Phil in the background, but he occupies roughly 20% of the conversation. Same thing with them and Yakuza. They'll talk about Yakuza every once in a while, but it's more as a segue into another conversation. And it makes their content far more interesting to watch. DSP doesn't do that. Can't be bothered.
Here we go.
Nothing to talk about.
Oh.
Oh, I see Demon Centipede. That's fun.
Done.
You're right, Seven. I could see him looking down at his phone, picking his lip.
Okay.
So what we have here is it's a gas bubble. You've got nut. It's not funny, sir.
10,000. All right. It's a winged carpet. What the hell am I gonna do
Dude,
with
what now?
that?
That's the whole point Phil is doing this. Last stream he said he'd
Alright.
do all these to power level so he can strong arm the game.
All
the
right,
rest
we're
of the
done
way.
here. Let's get to this lighthouse here and leave. And then we're gonna go
I mean,
to
either way he does it,
the
it's
island,
wrong.
as I said, or the flame
He
area,
makes his
flame
characters
heaven. Let's
OP
do it.
and makes the game
We can
boring to
already fight the
watch,
second boss.
or he makes his characters
Captain
weak and he
Shinobi
gets his
might as
ass
well,
beat the whole
right?
time. But only one of those situations leads to something funny at DSP.
All right.
Oh goodness,
yeah,
you! I
Inzo
forgot
recently
about that.
flagged on
Ugh.
Steam about possibly playing it. Maybe it's a game that we will check out next month. Inzo is supposed to be kind of like
Yeah,
a
Bob
Sims
Hoskins,
meets
isn't that
another
Beardsley?
kind of ritual game or something like that. What happened? All right, yeah, here we go. Let's go to Flame Heaven.
Oh, DSP is in the corner on going green, like the kids at the kids'
Dialogue
table
with
on
the
Thanksgiving
party.
or Christmas. I tell myself before each one, okay, let's talk about Phil more.
Flame Heaven, huh?
But I don't know.
Crazy,
It's
but wow.
Phil's there
Ronan
for
and
me to
Zeus
come
are supposed
back
be here
to.
somewhere. Do you know anything else about
That's what's
Captain
fun.
Ronan? The Second Fleet's famed for having impenetrable defenses and absolutely brutal cannon fire. They're strong as hell.
Oh,
We're
really?
going up against a battalion here. We have to be
Beardson.
careful.
Beardley's that dude
I never
on
knew there were
Mission
places like
Hill.
this in the world. I'm still really glad we went on the journey. I'm happy for you, Noah. I hope that you never stop seeing new sights. What else do you wanna know?
Fantastic.
Lots of places. I want to go to Japan, see where the captain's from, and I want to go to an amusement park because that's what they're called, right? Yeah, good choices. How about you?
Are we almost done,
Misaki? Where
Phil?
would you wanna
Can we
go?
wap it up?
Me, I'm not sure. So nothing comes to mind.
Do you think
immediately.
DSP may have a
Japan,
stroke
like
on
you
live
said.
stream? I do
Really?
think DSP will
My
die
parents were
on
both
stream.
born there, so it'd be nice to visit.
Now, what
I'm
the
sorry, gotta bring up
apocalypse
bad
is
memories.
going to be with
You know, it's
DSP
fine.
is I
You know,
think
don't
he's
worry,
going to
you're
reach
a
this
kid.
point
You're
where
too young to
he
worry about putting your
turns,
foot in your mouth. You're pretty young yourself, Misaki, aren't you?
where he's
Hardly.
just
I'm almost
fury.
twice your age, Noah, and I'm sure
He
I feel
has
like an
no
old lady to
pretense
you.
of humor.
No
He
way,
has
you're
no
old lady, you're
pretense
young
of
and you're
joy.
pretty.
He has no
Why,
fake
thank
laugh.
you.
It's
Giving a girl a
only
compliment is a good
anger.
skill to learn. You're gonna be
Which,
very
yeah,
popular
I
when you're
mean, it
older.
would seem like that's
I don't
already
know,
been the
romantic stuff
case,
is
right?
confusing.
DSP's just angry now.
Yeah, well,
No,
pretty
no,
soon
no.
I'll
I
start
mean,
making a
he
lot
is
more
yelling
sense to
at
you, I bet.
Jade. He's
You'll
yelling at
allow
everyone.
to understand
Everyone's
everybody
getting
goes,
it.
What does this have to do with anything? Just skip this dialogue right now.
It's universe
All
building,
right.
Phil. Come on now.
What's with him? What is going on?
What is going on? I agree, Phil. What is going on? Oh, God. She's packing heat.
Burn her gun. I totally forgot she has a gun and she's unhinged and wants to shoot people. She's a teenager. Jeez.
Yeah, teenagers are like that, Phil.
Whoa, look at this.
Look at this.
Captain Ronan, the Goro pirates have entered
Oh,
Flame
shit.
Heaven.
The other dude's
At
6
last,
Eric
it
and
seems I'm unable to make contact with Captain Yakuza. Do you suppose they killed him? If
he's
so,
going to have a
what'll you
nuclear
do?
meltdown on stream and end up with a
Massacre
heart
them.
attack or
The
a
man was
stroke.
friend
Definitely.
and comrade
He's
to
going to
me
get
for
his
years.
ass kicked in
I'll not let his death go
Street
unavenged.
Fighter
Of course, he
9
doesn't
and
know
then
that it was
flip
Captain
out and
Shinobi
die.
Who killed him? Very good. I know precisely how you feel. Sir, the Second Fleet is ready to sail. What are your orders? Attack! Devastate them! All hands
Yeah,
to
definitely
abandon the
cartoon.
treasure hunt and pursue the invaders. Aye, aye.
Crazy how much Phil
Captain
gaslights
Yakuza's
himself
dead.
into thinking
I
he should
confess
get
I never
$300 a day
expected
and is
or
actually surprised when he
suspected Goro
does it.
pirates are so
Dude, he is a
cold-blooded.
hard worker,
It
man.
was you, wasn't it?
He
Why?
does
Oh,
he
knows it
does
was him.
hypnotise
I'm
himself
sure
into this
Ronan would
shit.
annihilate them. He's a simple man.
I
no better trigger
deserve
to ignite his rage than
$300
the death
a
of
day.
comrade.
For what?
So as Captain Yakuza proved unable to defeat the Goro pirates, you sacrificed him like a pawn in order to advance
I have a
the
hard time
stronger
thinking of
peace,
anyone who
calculated.
deserves $300 a day for streaming video games.
All right, so they're saying that Ronan
Now,
is,
maybe if DSP
you
was
know,
doing donuts
also
on a dirt bike while
able to
playing, okay, that's
sacrifice.
kind of
Got it.
cool. Inside,
let's,
motor
save.
running, carbon
Here we
monoxide
are.
building.
And there's an island here.
Maybe that's why
an
he has the
island
bird.
here,
It's a canary.
An island
It
here.
senses when there's too much
a fleet
gas in the
here, and
house.
wow, it's just all stuff leading up to Flame Island. So probably just do it all on the way, right? Like, why wouldn't we? All right, let's save. New ring. He says I have a new ring.
Man, I do like how he holds up his bling like that. That's pretty cool.
Two of your doppelgangers.
What did I miss? I just got here. Really nothing.
Oh, it actually gives you.
The only thing of
180
note that's
attack
happened the
each
entire stream is that
defense.
Jade wants him to change his hat, and DSP essentially refuses. Wilson, not as much
Movement in place
as
of this.
they are now, but they've always had a thread of goofiness
Yeah. Okay.
from the very beginning.
Let's save. There we go. All right. It's time to take a little break, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next part as we continue on taking down
The
devil
goofiness in the
flags.
the very early Yakuza
Okay.
games
It is
were
time to
almost
stretch over. You guys gotta
entirely
get up and move
locked
around.
into the side quests. The main
Again, you
quest
guys could,
typically was devoid of any sort of silliness.
Could support the stream tonight. I would greatly
Typically.
appreciate that. I really would like to hit my goal tonight.
I bet you would,
because
Phil.
we didn't hit it earlier, and we didn't hit it on the last Like a Dragon stream. Okay.
You guys better pay up
Someone
now.
$1.50 says, "Can you get rid of socially unstable people in chat? Otherwise, I'm enjoying this."
What'd I do now?
I mean, the problem is there's not much I could do. You know what happens with these kind of people? If I do try to ban them, they're just gonna come back, and then they're gonna put up a stank and flood the chat and be stupid. So I'm just kind
I
of.
haven't even done anything, Phil. Why are we even discussing banning me?
So yeah, if you want to talk, just tag me in chat, And apologies. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna pee very quickly.
That bird has been
And then we're gonna
replaced
come
more
back
than
and hang
once
out and
with all that
continue
methane
on.
gas
But
building
guys,
up. Ack,
let's
ack, ack, ack.
hit the goal. All right, we're at 54. We can hit the goal. We have another hour. Let's get it, please, guys.
Come on,
let's
come
get
on,
some
guys.
significant support.
Come on, Bam.
How
Come
about
on.
a
I
$10
gotta
or
reach
$20
this goal.
contribution? You know what I mean? Can we
Stop
get it going
sucking
here?
my dick.
What happened with Kickbuy? Is it not working now?
But the typical trajectory of the
What
side
happened with
stories
Kickbuy?
would be confusion, silliness, and then somber or inspiring or
Let me
heartwarming.
see.
Because the dude who was dressed up as a clown actually had some stuff he was going through. And Kiryu will talk about it with him and say, you know, you should follow
I don't
your
know what happened
dreams,
with
clown.
Kickbot
And the
was in
clown
there
does.
Working, and
That's-
then it just stopped working.
That's typically all it really was.
Do any commands
Which I
work
thought it was a
here?
good
There's the
system.
whole
I
thing
thought it was a lot of fun.
disconnect. Try a command.
Yeah, we whale calling here. Phil Twerk. Twerk and I got you. Okay, this dude's gonna get banned.
Maybe he got flooded.
What? What got flooded?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
far,
result. Okay.
no kick support at all tonight, right? 0.
Damn.
No, it was we had one gifted sub earlier. One.
I guess we're just gonna have to turn that shit off.
No, see, it's working again. It was just delayed. I guess it was backed up or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it was
Okay.
backed up, dropped inputs and
Weird.
what have you.
Bozon, you're retarded. You
Ooh.
really are. You're retarded. You don't listen. You just made that up because some detractor
So
said
your
it.
own words
What
said
I
if
said this
people
morning
just
was,
give money
when
streamers
you guys
won't have any
supported
reason
me
to prove
for the last 8 months,
streams.
and
We
you
want
upped
you to
your
get
level of
better, so no support.
And we hit so many goals. What did I do? I increased the amount of content I was making. I improved the content I was making visually, audio, setup, everything. We branched out.
But
played
how did
brand
you
new
do
games.
that?
We started doing
You
new
did it
things,
because you
playing
got
on
money.
keyboard and mouse, doing indie games, all this stuff. Just because you guys supported me, I improved my
The
content
money
dramatically.
preceded the
That's what I
improvements.
said.
You're
Then I
saying
said,
that
what
improvements
happens
should
when you
precede the
flood
money.
Kino Casino with contributions? They take time off. They literally stream less. That's what I said. So you can spin it how you want, but that's not what I said. You're an idiot. Okay? You're a fucking moron. Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be
But
right
that
back.
is what you said, Phil. He's 100% using your own words against you. You're trying to do essentially special pleading. My situation is different because. It's goalpost moving, man. It's goalpost moving. What the guy said exactly was, he said, Phil, your own words said, if people just give money to streamers, if people just give money, comma, streamers won't have any reason to improve their streams. Period. We want you to get better, so no support. Period. You should learn punctuation, Mozan. Anyway, that's true. That's true. That's what you said. And his little smokescreen had no effect on resolving what that guy said. But he's retarded because why? Because he's right? But yeah, DSP is under the impression that the change must exist before the money. However, we've seen with Phil, with the whole Renaissance, that the money preceded the change. So it's DSP being wrong on two levels. It's one, he's just arguing with this dude when the dude is clearly right. And then also ignoring the reality that his situation was different than how he describes. It's just frustrating as hell to even talk to this dude. And that's exactly the thing with people throughout history with this guy, is that they will point out DSP's contradictions. And DSP, instead of ever thinking for a second, you know what, you're right, my thoughts don't really make sense. I should reorganize my thoughts. I should recalibrate my life perspective. I should consider what other people are assessing about me. No, that would be silly. It's your fault. You do know that buying new shit isn't always an improvement. Like, you wasted so much money instead of saving it or taking your fat, dumb horsey on an actual date. Yeah. Yeah. And of course, there's disagreements about what's better. Is higher quality visual fidelity better? Why is it inherently better? Because we can see Phil in high definition? I don't want to see Phil in high definition. I prefer when Phil's a little blurry and shitty looking. And I make fun of you for it, but it's what I prefer. I'm still waiting for his computer to take a shit. The electronic problems he's been having. Heard Duty saying that he thinks it's the motherboard. That's probably the problem. Yeah, a lot of people have been
No,
saying
you
it's the
cannot
motherboard.
sub on Kick Mobile. It won't let you, apparently.
What do you think
can
was going to
gift
happen,
subs
Phil?
on
You've
Kick
done that
Mobile,
yourself. Exactly.
But you can't sub yourself. Don't ask me why. That's just a problem with their app. I don't know how to fix that.
I had this idea for a song
Okay.
parody of Queen, Fat Bottom Girls, called Fat Wallet Whales. Oh, that's a good one. And BR Joe's
no,
right.
I don't care that people can't say the word candy. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
I will leave that on the ballot, and people will like it and shut up about it. Over on Kick. Stop being bitches. Okay.
Why am I toxic?
It looks very toxic.
It's insanely toxic.
I don't care. You guys are going to be happy. What if I'm not happy? Do I leave? Candy? Why is Candy banned?
Oh, excuse me.
Is it a Derek thing?
All right.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Now that's more lore.
All right,
Why
ready
is
to resume?
Candy
We've got
banned?
one more hour left. And again, guys,
Apologize for using a slur.
please
Ban that
support the
dude.
stream. Let's hit the goals tonight. If you're here and you're chilling and you're having a good time, you enjoy the vibe, you'll like Pirate Yakuza.
Man,
please
Jade
support
left.
the
He wasn't
stream.
getting his
Right
hat.
now we're at like 50-something bucks. We got to hit 150 by the end of the night. Let's hit the goal. Let's keep
Oh,
the
because of
momentum going.
Andy.
Let's
Okay,
actually
alright, that
get
makes sense.
This DSP tries as soon as possible.
Candy
And like
is
I said,
banned
we'll meet
because
the goal
of...
tonight.
Alright,
We'll
that
do
makes sense.
Chick-fil-A instead of the taco time. If you think that's more interesting, since it's a new sandwich.
Wait, did
and a
I
new
hear
drink
that
or
they're
whatever, I
right? He
think it is
banned the
more
word candy.
interesting,
Yeah,
and
the
I'd like
word...
to do it.
I guess
Okay?
because Andy
Let's
is
hit it
banned,
tonight. Let's
the
go.
bot will take out Candy as well.
All right, guys.
That makes
Well,
sense.
we have a whole bunch of new stuff to do.
And he's
here.
not about to
Let's hit
adjust
the
that in any
Sunset
sort of
Island.
way, so... Bummer. Can't say it.
Unlock this lighthouse first. No, it's already unlocked by default. Okay.
That's cool breeze.
Yeah, DSP has such thick skin, you're not even allowed to invoke the names of his enemies.
Fine day for sale.
Loser. So wait, we can't talk about my favorite booze, Brandy? It's not my favorite booze, but you know what I'm trying to say. Sorry, Jade. We can't talk about your favorite character from SpongeBob. The squirrel lady? Yeah, I can't talk about it. Get that ass banned. Oh, you guys like that show with the Grim Reaper and those two kids? Yeah, you can't say the name of the show. Sorry.
Damn, we're kicking ass now that we can sharp turn.
Billy and banned. The letter P should be banned as well.
There we go.
I think he should ban. That's what I call him. There we go. Tossing people out.
Mods over on Kick, if you can help banning these 1 million sock accounts that are just sitting in the chat being pieces of human feces, I would appreciate
Yeah.
it. I'm trying to
Ban
play the game, I don't want to
supremacy.
have to look at their bullshit and their ugly faces. They don't deserve to be in the chat if they're gonna act like that. So
I'm
please
sorry, I'm
remove them.
not
Thank
cute
you.
enough for you, Phil. You could eat. You could eat these people right out of the chat. Well, I guess we can't talk about that anime we were discussing earlier with the dude in space with the pompadour. Can't discuss that anime. Get that ass banned.
Alright. So wow, it looks different. It looks a big volcanic island now.
That is a pretty kick-ass island. I
Looks
would
like
build
it'd
my
be a
base
little
there.
harder,
I don't want a mansion. I want a
go.
base.
You have money, you scam people, you gonna spend it on burgers?
Cat, chow
Look at this.
broke.
Whoa.
We're not calling a
This looks
handyman.
completely different. Again, this reminds me of how in
That's good, Vega.
Lost
Thank you.
Judgment,
Cat, shower
how there was
broke. We're
completely
not
different
calling it. I'm
side
sorry, I
content
can't
that
say
came
the
out really
word.
out
It's
of
banned.
nowhere with the
We
school
can't
stories,
build. We
and it was
can't
lengthy and
pay
completely
for a
separated
worker
from
style
another part of the major
individual
game.
to
That's what
come
this
by
whole
and
pirate
fix
thing
it.
is reminding me of right now.
Kat's busy doing her, she's working on her free throws. She and Shaq are working on them. Thank you very much, Vega. I appreciate it. What a goofy asshole. This has happened before where this guy bans a word, and because that word is connected to multiple other words, all those words are banned as well. I mean, that's why, in many ways, DSP's chat is so despotic, is because I guess the English language is a detractor.
Look at this guy.
Gotta ban it, man. Sorry, your favorite what? Jolly Ranchers? I'm sorry, I couldn't read one of those words. It got banned. Ack. So how long after the Raw fallout, because there will be some, will Phil claim that he's the king of alpha male? I hope that he was gonna use some sort of technique of saying, like, I brought him on to prove a point. I like those. I proved a point. Okay, what's the point? That you're stupid?
So
you indeed proved it, Phil. You got me. Oh God, what was that explosion?
What's this? Holy shit, what's he doing?
Breakdance fighting.
I thought he was gonna grab the boulder.
Oh, it's Jim Cotta.
I thought he was gonna
Nice.
grab the boulder and toss it over there.
Andy the Handyman called his friend Candy for a handy while stripping on Brandy with Candy's well, mega band. If you put Wings' band words together with DSP's list, you get the dictionary. Yeah, pretty much. I do like the lore of banned words. That's fun. It's kind of the way of tracking the different calamities that happen to these dudes. LTG, DSP, all of them. They have certain words that are illegal to say, and of course there's some sort of drama behind it all the time. Damn it, Silent Weapons, you're right.
Crazy fight. These are harder fights, but they're kind of fun.
What about if you call
More
Andy
going on with
Andros
these,
instead?
samurai.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, and Andy's friend is my friend. Or no, Andros' enemy is my enemy. I didn't much care for Andrew. I like the other three dudes. They were better. I usually gun down Andrew first.
Gomez Adams.
Yep. That's a movie reference for you. I don't know about that one, Normal Chickens.
All right.
So desperate for friends and money that he threw everything away.
Nicely done.
Believed in to be part of the crowd. Yep. DSP is a man who traded everything for
Sunset
nothing
Island.
multiple times over.
Level up, 10 more flags, or 15 more flags, and another treasure.
Did you say Andy?
What is it?
Yeah,
It is
that's
a
how people should say it now.
Fire Goddess Brazier. It's pretty shitty, actually. Not a big
I'll do
deal.
Tandy, Bubba
Fire
Gubba
Goddess
Taffy.
Brazier. All right.
Babe, come on, babe. You know I
Can
got
we
time
do
for
it? Let's
this.
find out.
I gotta go to my job at the
maybe
gay
now
store.
that we're calm, we can go below decks and change to the Luffy hat. Let's see. Why won't they let me go below
Come on,
decks?
shit. First you
Jade,
suck
I
my
have
dick, and
no
now
idea.
your dead
We
dwarf
did it
friend is
earlier,
in my
right?
ass.
Did we not? They won't let me go below deck and change my outfit. Maybe
I guess not. I guess,
Weird.
Jade, you're just gonna be disappointed. Yeah, Jade saying, sorry, ask
do
this
it.
last time Luffy
I
hat.
would
Yeah,
love to go below
DSP,
deck and
thin
do it, Jade.
ice.
I have no clue. Look, they also won't let me do
The man who snaked the world.
any
I
of
like
the
that.
parties. Nothing. They won't let me do any of it. Maybe it's only when you're in port. Maybe I have to get to one of the lighthouses and then maybe they'll let me
Yeah, do it
Let's-
then.
Let's try that. Oh, by the way.
What is this? Why is that shit glowing? That's
I
terrifying.
can't even interact with that either. Yeah, I can't interact with anything. Maybe you do have to be at a port. All right,
He's
so
not
let's do
giving
this.
up on
and
that
then
ad.
we'll go to
Well,
the
he said he would give up
lighthouse,
after this.
and we'll see
He
what we
should
can
be
do
more
there.
insistent
That might
about
be
it.
what
He should start
actually
yelling at it,
is,
Phil.
right? Okay, yeah, Lalafell says, yes, that's correct. You can only do it near one of these. All right.
Oh, someone's getting banned.
I got some contributions. I got a
Oh, never mind.
$5 tip from the hottest woman in college. Would you live in Hawaii if you can afford it? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know that
We
much
want to
about
call
it.
into
I have heard that
PWR.
in
I
Hawaii,
might. I
it's
might.
very
I might
similar
antagonize him.
to a lot
I've been
of these
trying to buddy
tropical
troll. What's his
resort
name?
places
Guys, don't blow
where,
my cover with
honestly,
it, okay?
It's actually not that nice.
Don't
to
blow
live
my
there,
cover with it.
but
I'm trying to
the
buddy
tourism area is
troll.
really nice.
What's his name? Captain
So, like,
Alex.
if you go there for vacation, all the
But I
hotels
can-
and
I can
everything are very nice,
antagonize,
but if you live there, it's actually kind of run
PWR.
down and not nice.
What's
Like,
the
I had a
toxified
friend
name that he has
who lived
now?
in Puerto
What are
Rico,
people calling him?
And then he moved to Connecticut, and he told me all about it. He's like, when you go to Puerto Rico for a vacation, you stay on the resorts on the water, and it's beautiful and kept. The entire rest of the island is a shithole.
Oh.
There's crime, there's pollution, there's all this shit, and they don't care. The government doesn't really take care of it. You're just left to fucking live in this crappy place while the people who come for tourism get the nice stuff. How is that fair that the residents who actually live there don't get the nice stuff? Only the tourists do. I think that's
It's
pretty
easy
messed
for
up.
Phil to care about this because
so
it's
maybe
so
it's like
far
that in
away and
Hawaii,
so
too.
remote.
I don't know. So
If
I
this
don't
was
know
happening
enough
in
about it to
Seattle, he
comment.
wouldn't care.
And I received a
And I know this
$10
because
tip
it does happen in Seattle.
from an anonymous tipper. Thank you to the anonymous $10 tipper.
It's easy to care about things on the other end of the planet.
All right.
Or rather, let me put it this way: it's
So we are
easier
now
to
up
fake
to
caring about things on the other side of the planet.
$66. No, $69 of support, right? All right. So we're almost halfway there, but
They
guys,
steal your groceries.
seriously,
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
hit the fucking goal tonight.
That's
Enough
good.
of
I
this
like that.
pussyfooting around bullshit.
What?
Listen, it's again. I said it earlier on the first stream. It's this simple. All right. I stand for morals and values and things that a lot of people don't. A lot of people out there who are content creators are all about making the bag by any means necessary.
All right,
They don't care about who they step on.
It's good to open with a joke,
Phil.
Phil.
Who they hurt or how they make the content, as long as the content gets made and they make the money. Not me. That's the easy fucking way out.
What about the
Anyone can do
developers
drama.
of
Anyone
Assassin's
can be
Creed
toxic and
Shadows?
attack
Do you
others
care about them?
constantly and just benefit out of others' shortcomings and bad luck in life? I don't want to do that.
But what about how you're
Everyone
treating
wants to
people?
pull me in that direction, and I fucking refuse. And I've refused for 17 years. I'm trying to become a better person as I get older, not worse.
Is that why you
Right?
called all
But
those
there are
people in
out
Kick
there, forces
retards?
that conspire against me constantly. They don't want someone like me to be successful. They want you to believe that you have to be a toxic jerk in order to be successful on the internet.
No, you just do it for fun.
I think you know the kind of people I'm talking about. All right?
Say their
But we can
names, or
prove
are they
them fucking
banned?
Wrong. We can say, hey, enough of this bullshit. Enough of this, hey, you have to be a hurtful asshole in order to make any kind of money and any kind of life on the internet. I think you guys like the fact that I make so much content, that I've branched out and tried to do better content in the last 6 to 8 months that you've supported me more. So prove the assholes wrong and please support what you like. If you're here tonight and you're having a good time,
But
there's no
you're an
reason
asshole.
why you couldn't support in some way. All right?
There is a
different
reason
ways
why I
you know
couldn't
that you can
support,
do
'cause
it.
you're an
It doesn't have to
asshole.
be financially.
You
can
just
like
told
the
me not
stream
to
or
support
something like that.
assholes.
You can tell a friend to come check out the content.
Yeah, I'm
There's
gonna
a
tell
lot
a
of
friend to
people who
watch
could support
Dark Side
tonight.
Phil.
And I think that people like to basically kind of, oh, let's wait till the end or whatever. Let's see what happens. Enough is enough.
Yeah,
right?
enough,
Let's
enough. Just give me your
fucking
money.
keep this fucking
Holy shit, Phil! Help!
and get whoa, holy!
I didn't think you were
shit.
gonna start aggressively
Now,
breakdance
that's
fighting at me.
interesting.
He's completely wrogging.
Now that's very interesting. I've never seen the camera.
This is
do
what happens
before.
if you don't donate. I'm gonna get this pissed.
It's fucking up. I think I have to unplug and replug it.
Oh, okay,
Can I
man.
fix it?
Dude, that was scary.
Holy testicle Tuesday.
I
Did
saw
you see
that as an act of intimidation,
I have never
Phil.
seen that before.
I was about ready to
don't
go
even
get
know
my
how that
wallet.
happened.
You don't need
I
to take
really
it that
don't.
far, DSP.
Wow. The camera did a crazy dance.
It was
All right,
actually
now it's
pretty cool. How do you do that? How do you have it do
Maybe it's
that?
the pattern of my shirt. You think about that? Maybe the pattern of my shirt made it go crazy. I don't know. Anyway,
That was actually
the
pretty
point I'm making here
hype.
is I'm trying to do stuff different, and I'm trying to show
Anyway,
the internet
continue.
that
What were you
there's
saying,
more
Phil?
than one way to be successful. You don't have to go the toxic route.
No, you should
of
just beg
hurting
instead.
everyone around you for personal gain, and you also don't have to be a sellout. You can be your own person and still be successful. But I
Be
need
your own
buy-in to
person
do
and
that.
beg
That's
for
the
money.
point I was making last week on the podcast. When I'm playing a game like this and we're having a good time together, I need people to support the stream to say, look, he can play whatever the hell he wants, but he still gets the support level that he can
So you
continuously
need
improve
to
his
support
content,
so that you
have
can
a good
continue
life with
my
his family,
narrative.
and keep going positively. I'm not asking to get filthy rich. I'm not asking to blow up on the internet.
Give
I'm
me
just asking to hit a
money
goal
so that
that's
it looks like
reasonable
I'm
so that I can keep
successful.
stuff improving.
DSP, dude, man, that's retarded.
And by the
Give
way,
me
when
money
this
to
stream ends
further
tonight,
my
and we're
delusional
done
mindset.
playing, literally, no one will have been hurt. No one's reputation will have been slandered or defamed. No one's gonna feel like they got bullied. Instead, people are gonna be like, "Wow, that was a good stream that we chilled with."
What
people
about
and
all
had a
those
great
people
time
you've
tonight."
screamed at, Phil?
That's what I'm striving to do. I hope you understand. This is what I am and what
Obviously,
I stand
Johnny.
for now. Very different
Hell
than
yeah.
back in the
Path
day,
3
and
kicks
very
ass.
different from these other people's mentality of any means necessary, right? Just sickening to me that it's getting worse. On YouTube, when people started, it used to be, I have a talent, but I don't have a budget. Let me share that passion for whatever I'm talented in with you, and then, maybe I can be successful by getting some views and some ad revenue. Today, it's like, how do I hurt the maximum number of people, have no conscience about it, have no morality, so that I can make the bag?
What
and
a
then
load of shit.
take time
Continue,
off
Phil.
to go on a fucking vacation to some island. Seriously, that's what it is. Like, what the hell kind of fucking thing is this? And this is exactly how it is.
No. Hold on a minute, Phil.
Anyway, thank you for understanding. Please support the stream tonight. Let's hit the goal by the end of the stream. All right. So this says another ring, and this
We'll
one
wait
does
for him
look.
because sometimes
Actually,
there's
it doesn't
aftershocks
say.
of these little
I guess
rants.
we'll have to see what this one does. The Inferno series of ring. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna see someone call him out in
Went
chat.
wild and crazy tonight. That was wild, man.
It was kind of cool,
Let's
actually.
see.
I'd like to figure out a way to make that happen on the fly. Like if I pressed a button and the camera freaked out, that'd be
it's
kind of cool.
amazing. It's way better than what we had.
Okay,
Cool.
DSP. I don't even know where to start with this stupid
Excuse
shit.
me. Whew.
So, oh, hold on. Someone's getting tossed out.
Okay.
Yep, didn't hurt anybody. Get that ass banned. Come on, you got something for us? I don't want to start and you interrupt me, Phil.
We're gonna do Chick-fil-A if we hit the goal tonight, Dumpy Koala, because we were talking about it.
Oh God, this
and people
loser.
were
All
like,
right, we're going on.
Hey, you know, this would be better.
DSP is
Chick-fil-A
judging
Taco
all of
Time.
YouTube based
And
on
my
his
wife
own
actually was
interactions
interested
with
in it. She
YouTube
wants
because
to
that's all
try
DSP sees.
this new
DSP's world perspective
sandwich
is
that's
just
coming
what
out,
happens to
or is out.
DSP.
I think it is out already.
Paper
So,
Thin Glenhole, he was
yeah,
hanging
if
out
we
with
hit
me
the
on
goal
Discord
tonight, we're gonna
chat, which is
switch
an
the
invitation.
reward
People can hang out,
from
man.
Taco Time to Chick-fil-A.
And he was telling me
All right,
about all
here's
these
what we do.
content
We
creators
get
that
this
do
lighthouse.
video game
And
content.
then we can maybe change our
And that's
outfits.
exactly the thing that DSP
the Luffy
describes.
outfit that James
He
been asking
describes
for
these
all
people.
night. Poor
They're
Jay,
people
and
who
we
have a
haven't been able to
passion
do it.
and they set out to make something happen.
Okay.
And they demonstrate it in their work. So these people still exist, Phil. People still have that inclination to make fun content based on their inspirations
Yeah,
and
they
their
are. I know
passions.
Chick-fil-A never comes out with new stuff. See, I don't know
But
about that
because
'cause I don't use
DSP
Chick-fil-A
has
often,
locked
but they
himself
have a brand new
completely
sandwich
within the
right now,
drama
and that's
sphere
a
by
brand new
being a
sandwich and
dramatic
brand new drink
shithead
just
all the
launched.
time, he doesn't see those people. And the other reason why he doesn't see these people is because he doesn't care about them. He doesn't care about gaming. He doesn't give two iotas of a shit about gaming. So these content creators that spend their passion on making gaming content, he is not aware of this at all. It might as well not exist to him. So DSP is going to give us this social commentary about how society should be like this. Well, DSP, society is already like that, and you're an idiot.
Here we go.
And this idea of him having morals or whatever, what morals are there in begging and emotionally abusing your viewers? What morals are there for that? And furthermore, continue to support me so that I can show people that I can play whatever game I want. What kind of mindset is that? Give me money so that I can crawl further into my delusion.
Yes. Okay.
Rad.
We only do it at a lighthouse.
I can see people
The camera's
like,
doing it
yeah!
again. Yo, what is going on with the camera?
Leave it like it, Phil. Leave it like that.
I don't know what's going on. This is insanity. I've never seen this. This is wild.
It is kind of cool, Phil. It's probably the best thing that's happened in your content in a while. Damn it! Of course you turn it off.
What on earth is causing the camera to do this tonight?
Minosky particle interference.
I have no idea. It does a crazy
Yeah,
dance.
exactly, Nugs. This dude is starting to fall apart. I'm liking this.
Okay.
It's the same nonsensical
where's
crap
the
he always says. There's almost no point in arguing against it because it's so dumb it doesn't deserve to be taken seriously. There's a phrase for that. It's called not even wrong. And I'll do my best to explain what it is. I'll probably get it wrong and you guys will make fun of me. But not even wrong is something where...
We're not going to talk about. That's why they're banned. It's pretty straightforward. Okay.
All right.
Here was our outfit.
Very appropriate.
Oh, here was the Luffy version, right?
But not even wrong means something like...
Go back to the Luffy.
The weight
Can
on
I change?
Mars
See, I can't
is
change
equal
the
to
outfit.
one
That's what sucks.
one
Like, they
gravy.
don't let you actually change.
That is a statement that's not even wrong because it's not even approaching something that could be quantifiably debunked. The weight is gravy. What does that mean? And that's what DSP does a lot. He does a lot of statements or rants that have no bearing on reality, so you couldn't even really argue it.
Yeah,
it's just a madman.
I was going to go to the Luffy hat, but...
Witness the birth of a new fashion icon.
The camera's foreshadowing his heart attack. That's really funny. I thought that was hype. I thought that camera thing was pretty cool. I want to buy this camera now in the hope that that happens.
Not that I can see. This looks like you remember the Marines.
But if you give anyone else money, you're a simp and enabling them. Right, but enable me. Enable my mindset. Enable my delusions of grandeur.
Damn, I got good taste.
Oh, look, these are in patterns of shorts.
DSP
Oh,
banned my
awesome,
LARP
actually.
account for asking about candies. I'm sorry, Merspo. You did nothing wrong. You just had a sweet tooth, and you got punished for it. That's wrong.
Go back to the sandals. There you go.
Leaving for work, have fun with the guy. Have a good day at
All right, there's
work.
our two outfits. There you go.
It'll be good to be away from the guy.
Bronze max at 20, silver at 30, gold at 40. So those are the different levels of crew members we've recruited. I see.
Maybe the camera realized
So
that
they
we
max out
needed
and then you have to
something
basically swap
entertaining
out
to
crew
happen
members.
and
Okay.
stepped in. He answered the mod, but then banned me and complained about it. So I guess I got a small
Okay,
crash out for
finally
it.
got it done.
And that's what's up. Hey, Merzbow, how much money did you spend? I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot right here. How much money did you spend to get that crash out from Phil? $0? Yeah, exactly. You don't need to give this dude money for a crash out. He will crash out.
Can we get a new WWE tip animation, says Jade? Maybe
You just have to be patient, because he does have abilities sometimes to not rant all the time. Because every time he's banned me, he never ranted. But every once in a while you'll get one. You just have to be patient. It's kind of like a legendary Pokemon. You know, you will find that Kangaskhan, and you will catch him.
Or should we do this island? Well done island.
You don't need to pay money for it.
Where is that? This way?
I got banned saying I think having Jade as a co-host on Smart Guys would be cool. Like, why is that even ban worthy? Why is that wrong? Why is that? That's stupid.
Is that a merchant ship?
You want to max out the drinklings? Oh god, we're never gonna do that. That takes too long.
Yeah, I don't know. Fun? Yeah, not about that.
Oh, this is all crafting items.
It's good enough for Jade, I suppose, Spurs fan.
Alright. Let's do
I
this.
have a theory. Dragon Man tech
hit
help. This remote
Hopefully by
connection
tonight we
supposed to
can
be
finish
seen.
the
No way
flame
you work
area.
to
That'd be
learn
perfect.
OBS and the like. That's a good theory. I could see that.
I don't like the look of that ship. Be careful.
Here we go.
Yeah, Tino, that's a weird thing that DSP does sometimes, is that after he's yelled at someone, he looks for people to continue talking to that person, and then he gets mad at them. Which is a cult tactic. I've scolded person A. Person B is talking to person A. Person B is now on my shit list too. It's a way of isolating these people, isolating these problematic individuals. It's disgusting. It's gross.
Oh, look.
Speaking of legendary Pokemon, who's your favorite in legendary beast dogs? Entei, Raikou, Suikin? I liked Entei because it was so hard to catch that asshole. I got the other two dudes without much trouble, and Entei had me running around that map for months almost. Well, it felt like months, but it
Heal,
wasn't.
right? No, there's no healing items.
So because of that, that dude's my favorite.
Depleted. Damn, this sucks.
What's with all the miasma? Are you dying? For all this talk about detractors being mentally ill, the guy is legitimately having an episode. His family should step in. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that Kat's going to have to step in at some point. And I know Kat's a very passive individual, but she really doesn't have any other options here. She's going to have to stop some of this shit. Like, no more interviews. If she catches Phil having an interview, she's going to get pissed, I bet. I don't know if Smart Guys counts, but we'll see.
There's multiple ways to go, but it's saying to go the other way. Then what's over here?
How long do you think it will take for Phil to dump you because it's boring? 2 slow streams and it's gone.
I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. We're probably going to run out of time and health.
He's going to go on this long-ass rant about how the games industry sucks nowadays because he's not getting any money. What can Kat do? She isn't the breadwinner. I mean, but the bread is toxified. The bread winning is possibly compromised. She kind of has to step in at this point. Would you not step in for your spouse if it was getting this bad?
Wow, that's
I mean, granted, we would not be with this person still. Any one of us would have more decency or more self-respect than that. But, I mean, I wouldn't let my wife make such catastrophic mistakes. I would have to step in.
Mahazi at $2 super chat says, can you wear an eye patch when you play? I don't know how that would work.
You put an eye patch on your head. What are you talking about? You've got 2 eyes, Phil. Depth perception on a
I don't really care
TV?
about this money. Let's go.
I found it. You bought a new gunpla. What'd you get? Alternative would be Kat having to pay attention and validate Phil. That is something I think Kat would avoid. Yeah. But DSP can't be told what to do. Besides, Kat yelling at him is only his word. Yes. You know, according to him, she's always screaming at him, which could very well be basic redirection. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Kat, do you want to be homeless? DSP might put you there.
wonder if I can even do anything.
The
with,
Mighty Strike Freedom Gun? Hell yeah.
with those boulders. What? Oh,
What?
I was gonna say Sidua healed and it didn't give me anything. I was like, I just get robbed.
I think so. Rental Ryan, I think so. I think that as much of oppositional defiance disorder that DSP has, I do think that if you step up to him hard enough, he will buff. And you have to do it consistently. She pretty much has to pull a chair up and sit in the hallway and watch him. Which is embarrassing, it's disgusting, but it's pretty much because DSP is a child. You have to treat him like a child. Reframe your question. Your child is addicted to social media and is obviously turning him irate. You'd lock them out. Exactly. If she has, I guess it's a mutual lack of love between these two. If Kat had any sort of love for Phil, she wouldn't let her husband make such an ass of himself all the time. I would not let my wife make such an ass of herself. And it's not even about me. It's not even about, oh, you make me look bad. It's I don't want you to look bad. She doesn't feel that. I don't feel any of that.
Alright, we did it.
Alright, we did it. Winner. Next time Kat gets pissed off and steps in, you're gonna see a projectile hit Phil and the camera goes out, but you hear the noises of a squealing pig getting bodied.
A volcanic goblet, 13,000 and 15,000.
You have to treat him like a toddler. You do. You do. Because that's the only time he's ever shown any sort of capacity to change.
Alright, continuing on.
But then he can't because people eventually let up. That's not how it works. You have to consistently treat DSP like a child. That's why all these adults in his life gave up on him after a while, because most people don't want to be in that position where they have to treat a grown-ass adult like a child their whole life. But that is what's necessary for Phil.
Pirate stuff action.
Well, I think so, Reynolds Ryan. There's some sort of mental imprisonment here.
Yeah, I know.
I guess what I'm saying is wishful thinking. Kat has to step in at this point to do something, and she's probably not. But,
I don't make the animations; they're all made by other people.
That's true as well, Ramen Brahman. This guy will destroy himself on stream. He's going to be one of the first victims of the internet. And I'm not saying, cyberbullying has existed and has made victims before that, but the internet as a concept is hurting Phil. That's only because of Phil.
Put down the armware. No, not my computer. Cat, don't throw my figurines at me.
Gotta get going because I've got work in a couple hours. Take care, man. Take care. See you when I see you. If Phil had any love for Kat, he wouldn't have brought her on stream and called fat. That's true. He doesn't love her at all. And it could very well be that he doesn't know what love is. Love is putting someone else before yourself, so of course he couldn't understand that.
Much better with
the only important person on this planet
What's up,
is
DJ?
me.
How you doing, man?
Everyone else is a guest.
Here we go. No, I'm not going viral with my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Shadows. The video is not going viral.
It might go viral, but not how you think.
That has not happened.
If you treat him like a toddler, then it opens up feeling sorry for him. No one should ever feel sorry for him. You need only to feel pure dislike. Yeah, definitely. You do have, and that's something that you would be in danger of, is feeling a sort of. Well, because when you're dealing with someone who is low functioning, you begin to think, oh, they can't really help themselves. And that's true. If you're sufficiently low functioning enough, you can't help yourself. That's the whole point. And so you have that kind of mentality of treat them like a child to an extent, which is sad. It shouldn't be that way, but it's kind of how it goes. So with DSP, if you treat him like a child, yeah, eventually you could begin to think, well, he can't do anything to help himself. Which, no, that's not true. DSP can help himself because he's shown moments where he has the capacity to withhold himself. It's just that those moments last all of 3 seconds. I don't want to hear it.
There we go.
Phil has no understanding of emotions in general. He has no remorse or anything. Why do you think he is okay with monetizing the deaths of people who are anywhere near his orbit? It's true. He doesn't know how humans react, how they believe, and what value systems they
Real
hold.
quick.
He's always blindsided by people being upset with him because he truly doesn't get it. Why would you be upset with me? I did nothing wrong.
Way far away,
I'm
and
just
sadly,
this
when I
poor,
order stuff
dumb
from the
little
mall for
idiot.
DSP tries it, it's always too cold and isn't very good, and it's way overpriced for some bizarre reason. So probably wouldn't be a good choice. People have suggested it before, but
Oh, I was talking
I don't
about
think it's gonna
pizza.
work. It's like, I'm not lying, it's like $23 for a plate of spaghetti from Jollibee. What the fuck? For fast food spaghetti, 23 bucks.
Jolly Bee? Isn't that the thing from the Gundam series? What was it? Hathaway's Flash. It's pretty appropriate, Merzbow.
Here we go.
And throw a bottle of cologne at them? Oh hell yeah, look at that. Team co-op move. And I almost died, dude! Alright, we're alright. Everything's fine.
Whoops, my bad.
What the hell? I can't
What
see
the
what's
hell
going
was
on
that?
right now. I can't see. Why is the camera angle like this?
Everything's expensive when DSP needs to spend money. When you guys are expected to spend money, come on, there's no reason why any of you can't pay up. That's a good quote from today's stream. There's no reason why you shouldn't give me money.
You guys are so tank-like. I think
Really,
it's gonna
Phil?
be a power boost,
No
right?
reason? I can name probably 30 right off the top of my head. No reason. And you know what? 30 could very well be nothing to do with toxicity. Maybe I'm spending money on something else. Maybe the economy's hitting me real bad. Maybe I have things that I'm saving up
Okay,
for.
finally.
Maybe
No, we never
I
did
have
the
a
crumble
spending
cookie box because
addiction and
they
I'm
didn't
trying
want
to
it.
work
I
on
was
it.
gonna do it. I was gung ho
You know,
for
there's
it,
tons of
and everyone's
reasons
like,
why I
no,
might
don't
not
do it.
give
So
you
I
money,
did.
Phil. And then after we're done with 30 of those
Holy chest,
reasons,
will this be good?
31, because you're an asshole.
Hopefully, it looks like it's loaded.
You think Phil would
Inferno
monetize a
Stone,
detractor's
damn,
death, or would he do the Cyrax brush trick?
100,000 pirate points.
Let's see,
Damn,
how would
that's a
Phil
good
treat
one,
someone
huh?
dying? Well, it definitely
Well,
depends on
that's some
who
upgrades
dies.
waiting to
If
happen right
Duty
there.
dies, it's different than if I die.
Nice.
I think if I die, he would hardly even mention me, which is fine. But it's just a difference of how much you're a terror to his life perspective. So someone like Tevin dying, oh yeah, he'd be over the moon about it. But he would pretend like he doesn't care to try and do some sort of moral position that way, but then would immediately talk about how they were a bad person and how they wasted their life hurting Phil. You know,
Majima.
Tevin died, and he could have spent all that time detracting me, like getting loved ones and building meaningful relationships and making money. Because, you know, all these things he clearly had to have sacrificed. You have to sacrifice your life to antagonize Phil. That's how important he is, right? Let's say, I mean, I'll just pick me, because I've already put the death hex upon too many. If I died, I'm like, what's he going to say? He doesn't even know who I am, really. So,
Okay.
what would happen would be someone in chat would say, hey, did you know that one of your restreamers died? He's like, I don't fucking care. And that'd be the end of
Buy
it.
them all.
But once Duty dies, oh yeah,
Special
that'll
ship
get
wheel
brought up.
ability. Here you go. Double finisher. XXYY and then Y or another attack input. Special finisher.
Yeah, Tevin, if DSP would make it about himself, for sure.
There's a left bumper before a guard
Yeah, he would
attack lands and
he
press
would
Y,
talk
only
down
moves
to
an
the
attack from
corpse.
front. Oh my God,
He
look
would
at
say that
this.
the corpse wasted their life on him. Everything about DSP's perspective is narcissism. He's that important that the detractors waste their lives on him. I guess he doesn't understand how easy it is to be a detractor. I mean, it's like following a TV show. Really. I'm not wasting my life by being a fan of a TV show. It's like a TV show. That'd be funny, bro, Cyrus.
Start charging. Okay. Yeah, these are too expensive. The maximum health boost and stuff.
Dabber Dragon. Alright, take care, man.
I can't even get it again. It's too many points. Look at that. Look how much they cost. Damn. Alright. Damn. Okay, let's save. And then we got one more island to do, and then we can finish this
Yeah,
area.
Patchy Goatee. It's gross, man.
Yeah, here's the island. Let's do it.
Right, Poppy. Exactly.
Alright.
That's going to be the session. He's going to be
All right,
screaming
guys,
at you guys for having this opinion that he made it about
Are we
himself.
going to get any more support to possibly get this goal? Are we even going to get to 100 tonight? Because this is a game, I'll be honest, I really like the game.
Hold on a bit.
Corpse would get more viewers than DSP.
I'm still going to play it, but it just sucks. I'm going to have to play it less. I want to play
Deegan,
it 2-3
thank you
times
very
a week,
much.
but
I
if
appreciate
we're never
it.
going to hit these goals when I play this game, then I guess we can't play it as much, which really stinks. You know, I'm really enjoying the chill vibes of hanging out with you guys. I don't like the fact that most
Now
of
we
the
have
chat
to do
might think it's a bunch of
acketeering.
fucking trolls, but outside of that, I do enjoy hanging out with the legit viewers.
Come on, guys, I like this game. Please support it. Don't you see how much fun I'm having? Don't you guys want this to continue? Well, what if I don't enjoy it and I don't want the game to be played anymore? Am I not speaking with my wallet, Phil? I'm withholding. I'm pussyfooting around. Yeah, the corpse would get more viewers than DSP. 100%. Their wake would get more attention than any of DSP's shit. Especially if you put the corpse on stream. Well, you'd be banned almost instantly, but it would be pretty cool. That's what you guys can do with me. Just prop me up in the chair and say Gundam stuff. Thank you very much, Vega. I appreciate it. He kind of dialed in that acketeering. Normally he goes off at length about it. He hit 100 earlier, guys. Are we going to hit the goal like... He's basically broke.
It's kind of weird how it works.
I hope he doesn't reach the goal. I hope so. The goals are starting to become a thing of the past, bro. Unless the corpse is V2, but that's a good point. There's always a workaround.
We did it.
Yeah, why aren't you guys supporting me being
Fries? I
horrible?
like both. Seasoned curly fries
You guys
are great, but
like
waffle
watching
fries
me
at
talk
Chick-fil-A are
about
also
fries. Freak Weekend at Lenny's. Yeah!
My beloved treasure.
This is
Jade, I
live.
definitely know, man.
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, I'm still live.
We got it all.
All right, I think that's all the rewards.
Cat
right?
really
I
is the
think
corpse
so.
bride. She's just horsey starfishes.
That's
Her entire
all. Yeah, in
existence.
this area, that's it. See, these are area specific. We got them all. Now we got to do the finale.
Cat is a tragic character. I mentioned that before, but that's the mercy I will give Cat. Is after Cat dies and after DSP dies,
All right,
I
that's
will.
it. Oh wait.
I
No,
will
there's
remember
another
Cat
thing we
as
have to do
mostly a
first.
victim.
Oh my god. DJ and DJ,
But for now,
$2
while she's alive,
super
she's
chat
getting
says you
it.
should do alcohol DSP tries it.
You
I
really
said I would.
think he knows who
I
you
said
are?
I would do
I think
it.
you would
I
be
even
surprised.
Said, hey guys.
I doubt it.
Give me
Oh
ideas
shit.
of what you'd like to see me drink. Do you want me to try different beers? Do you want me to
Keep
try
this
different
going,
liquors?
Phil.
Look at this camera. The camera's been doing this all night. I don't know what's going on.
Not
guys.
all night. It happened a couple times.
Maybe the camera's finally screwed up because it's so hot in
Yup.
here. I don't know.
Yeah,
Look,
it's
there it
so
goes.
hot that the camera is doing itself in.
I don't know. I think the camera's screwing up because it actually may be too hot. Maybe this camera overheats in heat, and
Yeah,
screws
that's
up
it,
like
DSP.
that. I don't know.
You should dip it in water. But I'm gonna be.
But anyway,
petty
no, I
about
was
it.
interested in doing that, but no one really
That's a
ever
good quote.
suggested anything, right?
I don't think DSP knows about me. DSP has blocked me on Twitter, but that doesn't really say much. All he has to do is find someone who
What's up,
says
Cypress
something
TV?
mean about him, blocked.
Moonshine.
I doubt he's
cherries.
internalized
I
my
see
name or
they
anything.
have some moonshine
Which is
at the
fine.
liquor
He
store.
doesn't
I've
need to
never
know
had
who I am.
moonshine before ever. I don't even know what it would be like.
Because for me, I won't settle for anything less than a full-on spoon rants whenever he brings up my name. Anything less than that is a complete waste of time to me. I want something that's going to be a ringtone forever. I want something that's going to be a notification forever. If he just said, oh, led the draft, whatever. Like, that sucks. I want this dude to be screaming my name while throwing things at the camera.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, there you go, BR Joe.
Well met, Goro Pirates. Somebody I need to know. I'm just here for your ball.
Why doesn't he review the
called
Gin
Samurai,
Company he
the
follows
first
on
mate of the
Twitter?
second
He
fleet.
should.
You've got
There's lots of
Base
things
Captain
DSP
Ronan. I'll
should
shut you down
do, but he's
myself, and so
too
you listen to the party
stupid.
still, Captain
He's
Jack is
afraid
the
of
next
being
world peace.
seen
Party,
wrong.
hell
Oh,
you
bro,
talking
that
about?
is over. That
Trying to
concern of
deceive
yours is
me?
over.
Die, despicable Goro Pirates. All right.
I don't want people to lose respect for me. What do you think the situation is now, Phil? Exactly the one who waits. I want this dude to be popping a vein in his forehead. He's yelling at me so hard. But realistically, how often has that happened with DSP? Maybe 3 or 4 times where he completely loses his shit. But that's what I want. And so, oh well. He's brought up Vega a couple times.
Got him. Nice. Wow, I got him fast. Very nice.
I want him yelling my name for different reasons. What, because you're choking him out?
Big fight.
You just paid Billy the Fridge to do a diss track on idiot. You just need to make a viral video that hurts his pride. He'll curse you to the end. Yeah, I should make a movie based on DSP's life, but change some names around. And then when he's 80, he'll scream until he dies. I made millions of dollars on DSP's story. He didn't wish me a happy birthday. That's toxified. Yeah, why did he bring that brand, dude? That's... The times that he's brought up detractors is rather odd. It does feel very contextless most of the time.
You have money, you scam people, you gonna spend it on burgers?
Snort cough burp to
Kanoma, you feeling better?
This is way too chaotic.
I hope you did all that right into the microphone. Don't mute it, alright? The viewers love it when you burp and snort and kind of hiccup in the microphone. It feels immersive. Because that's how you really feel like you're right there with Phil, you know? Because that's what he wants. He wants this experience to be so immersive that you're sitting there on the couch listening to him shit his pants farting all the time. And burping and snorting and clearing his throat and... Yeah, it's kind of like IMAX theater. It's
Well, it just
immersive.
keeps blowing up. I have no idea what's blowing up.
Thank you, Kanoma. I really appreciate it.
I have no health. Out of nowhere, I have no health. I'm gonna lose.
Wow. We finally reached a point where the game is a little bit difficult. This game's trash. Alright, we got our health back.
Don't know why I keep getting hit. They definitely made this a hard fight.
Mm-hmm.
All these mini bosses, and everyone's exploding. I don't know what's going on.
Why are you always so confused, Phil? What's going on right now? You getting knocked out, Phil. Wake up. The snort into the throat clear is a hood class. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
we
I
heard
act.
rumors about
Well
the
said,
Elder Scrolls
Seal.
Oblivion remaster. Hopefully it actually happens.
Sort of random. Have you heard of the rumors about an older?
But I'm not gonna be playing it. I played it what, a year ago, so I'm not playing that anytime soon.
Why not? That doesn't feel right. I feel like I should count that as a new clone because there's been times where he's played other games pretty soon after each other.
No, just as supposed to be done. Well, that's.
I guess it
now.
doesn't matter because
Or
there are
the
other
rest of us
times when he
gonna be on
has it.
Flame
All right,
Island.
it
Let's go,
washes out to
Captain.
neutral. Whatever. I don't
This is
care.
it. Now we go to Flame
Moving
Island.
on.
We finish this area right now.
This chat is legendary. Brian Cartier says in DSP's chat. It's definitely. I mean, some legends are bad.
Can I swap them for anyone else? Because they're considered silver. I think you guys said the gold members, correct?
Yeah, it's the 3-star gold. Pick the ninja.
Can actually
Okay, never
level up
mind.
more.
We're gonna pick Wolverine.
Well, let's get the gold. I only have 4 gold. Wow. All right, let's bring them in. Let's have
Is this
them
like
level up
Metal
then.
Gear Peace Walker?
Okay.
Zaxby's.
Kaido did a $5
Oh, wow.
super chat saying he paid Billy the Fridge to do a diss track on RTU on Lolcow Fat Camp and it was good. I have no idea what any of that means.
Fantastic.
But thanks
I
for
don't
the
know what
$5 super
lolcow.
chat.
Oh, nice.
Now we are more than halfway to the goal, but this is it. After we beat this island, we're done for the night. Dude, this camera will not stop doing this. I think the camera's glitched, guys.
I think you
I'm just
should
gonna turn
leave
the
it like
AI
this.
off.
I'm having fun with this.
I think the AI is completely messed up. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. I think the AI is completely messed up tonight. I don't know what's happening.
Whenever this dude has something remotely fun happen on his
It was the 10th
stream,
time the
he's the
camera went
quickest to
nuts.
get rid of it.
The only thing I can think of is I close the
We have a
software and
strict
open the
no
software
fun
again.
policy here, okay?
Maybe that was
If I
right.
see you all having a good time, I'm going to have to show you the door.
know.
Brutus here will
I'll
toss
try
you
one more
out.
time, but if it glitches again, I guess I give up for the night.
Do you think Wings is
Follow
going to
me.
be in
No,
trouble
there it
for
goes.
putting...
Yeah,
Oh,
it won't
there you
follow
go.
me. It's the AI. The AI is glitched. Follow me, but look, it won't.
I just thought DSP was
AI is
moving
just
around like
glitched
that.
and not working. I don't-
DSP's
either the
in a
camera's
state of
overheating
hyperposition. He's moving super
or
fast.
Something has completely gone awry with the AI.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z
And
fight.
I'm
He's
not
all
sure how
over
to
the
fix it, so I'm
place.
just gonna leave the AI off tonight.
All the other characters are kind of
Good thing the camera
crouching
still
over,
works, even
clenching their
without the AI,
hands, and
it's
saying,
still
ugh, I can't follow the fight. He's moving too quick.
Pretty insane. What it's doing here. Well, folks, hold on.
No, you're fine, Kitty. I think he will get in some sort of trouble. I think that he's definitely going to take a hit in terms of public perception towards him.
Just tipped me $80 and says
Oh,
I'm bored.
shitty.
Can you recommend an action adventure game or RPG that came out in the last
I don't know
few
if
years?
it's fake or not,
an
though.
Action adventure game?
It doesn't really matter if it's fake or
Or an
not.
RPG. Man, what do you guys think? Like, RPG-wise, I've skipped a bunch in the last year because...
Right,
I'm
exactly. It's
working on
Purple's
stream.
moniker.
Like, I really like Suikoden. I like any of the Yakuza games or Like a Dragons, and those are hybrids of action-adventure RPG, I would say.
You can get some fake tips going on here? I hope so.
So, man, I don't know. And just the thing is, pure action-adventure, I don't even know if there have been any in the last few years. Everything wants to be a giant open-world RPG that copies off of each other and has no originality. And that's kind of the problem with the games industry right now. There just haven't been any good
$50
ones.
tip. Hell
'Cause
yeah.
they're all constantly copying each other and doing nothing of
I don't
any
believe this
kind
is a
of,
real tip, by the way, Phil.
you know, original level. So, D-Man, thank you. An incredibly generous contribution. Seriously, thank you for allowing me to hit the goal tonight because we're having
That's what
issues.
matters. That's what matters. Okay, Phil.
And that
I
means
mean, I'm
we're
glad you
at
believe you. We don't believe
156
you.
now, right?
Hey, man, you gotta prop
156.
yourself up with all this fake shit. I completely understand, Phil. You know, what are your options?
So thank you so much.
Right?
We're now at 75
What other
out of
options
80.
do you have? Be interesting, be entertaining,
With
make good
3
content.
streams
No,
left
no,
this
no.
week.
Those
It
aren't
means that
really
essentially,
possible.
unless we double up, there's no
The
way
only
we can
thing
get
we
some
can do
tries
right
this
now
week.
is play
And I
games
appreciate
badly
that,
and
ladies and gentlemen.
fake
It's time
tips.
for a new animation.
Oh, goodness
Thank
gracious.
you for allowing me to hit the goal, to felt the troll, to fill the coffers, to pay the taxes,
Troll?
and show
Singular?
it once again. We can play games, we can have fun, we can have a great time together, and we don't have to hurt anyone in the process.
Yeah, you
And we
didn't
can
hurt
still be
any of those
successful.
people you
Get it?
insulted and yelled at
You
and
see the
screamed
difference
at.
between what I do and others do? Did we insult anyone tonight? Did we
Yes!
go after anyone tonight?
Yes!
Did we personally defame anyone?
Yes!
Just like human scum? No.
Yes!
Instead, what did we do?
I was there!
We enjoyed each other's
I
company.
was there,
We
Phil. I
played
watched it all happen.
like a dragon
You
Pirate
shit on a
representing
bunch of
Hawaii,
people for no
And the
reason.
goals are hit. So, folks, guess what? It's official. We're going
All
to do
right,
Chick-fil-A
cool.
this week
We'll get
instead.
Chick-fil-A.
I
Big
will
ups,
announce
man.
this
What a
tonight.
celebration. It's official. You
Okay.
guys get to watch me shove a sandwich into my gross-ass mouth. You are such a load of crap, Phil.
It should be great, okay? So, it is going to be Chick-fil-A instead of Taco Time this time.
How many of those did he say? About 4 of them, so up to 14.
Very nice. Okay. This is the biggest landmass in Flame Heaven. They call it Flame Island. Lives up to the name.
Called
The
all
place
those
is
people in chat
goddamn sweltering.
retards.
It's sweltering in here right now in real life, too.
Yeah, I'm a little confused
second
about that
fleet's
myself,
waiting for us,
Detractor
Captain
Media.
Brody.
Why is he
Let's
still
not
saying
keep
felted? I thought the casino was banned.
The AI is malfunctioning with this. I don't know why. The camera's not overly hot. I just touched it. It's not overly hot. So I don't know what's causing the malfunction. Hopefully it'll keep working after a
Maybe you're
reset or
blending in
whatever.
with the
We'll see, but
wall
at least
too
the
much and it
camera's
gets
working without the
confused.
AI. This sucks because it was better with the AI following me, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, what can you do? Thing's clearly broken. Fake as fuck. He waited until the end to fake the tip so he can do his arbitrary feeding content for the cooks. Yes. Yes, he did. He called them retarded. He said that person was retarded for daring to use DSP's logic against him. Which I guess in a literal sense it is retarded because you know that shit doesn't work. But you should still do it. You should always use DSP's words
Am
against
I a
him,
fan
even
of
though
slot
it makes
machines?
no
I mean, I
difference.
think slot machines are good time wasters. I don't think anyone is
Always
really
throw
gonna
his
win a lot
logic
of
in
money
his
on a
face.
slot
It's
machine.
what he
You know what
deserves.
I'm saying?
Even
No, I
if it will
didn't do
have
any
no
updates to the
effect.
camera, Cypress. I haven't done any updates to the camera, so I don't
No
know
bullshit.
why
Yeah,
to
it's.
it. I have no idea.
Wait, what? Might be bullshit to make money and drama.
Here's the one
With
factor
Kino
that's different
Casino?
today.
Nah, I don't
the
know.
fan is on and it's hot in here.
Because I can kind of see
Those are the
them
only
being
two factors.
honest about it.
The camera would be different right now, so.
Weirdly enough,
It's probably one
Worski
of
helped
those.
sell the notion that they legitimately are done with this guy. Because Worski was saying, man, this guy sucked. He wouldn't do anything we wanted to do. He had no respect for us and our time and what have you. And usually Worski and Ashton are so consumed with irony that it's hard to tell if they're telling the truth. And I felt like they were being pretty honest. I think they dramatized some shit, like minute details, but I think the overwhelming message is that they couldn't stand this dude.
The shirt is making the AI go crazy.
Overall message, what'd I say?
Maybe it is. Maybe it actually is the pattern
This
on my
mind
shirt.
feel just narcissistic
Tomorrow I'm gonna have a
justified
different
by saying
pattern.
is being
I'll wear a different
descriptive
shirt and
of
we'll
the
see what
person. Yeah, I
happens.
was just telling the truth.
Right?
Now, if you tell me the truth, you're banned. Your truth is illegal. My truth is mandatory. Oh yeah, go nuts on these dudes.
There we go.
Even if it's real, him becoming more and more dependent on these big last-minute tips causes stress. Yeah. And I think that even if it's all fake, even if all these donations are fake, he can't keep it up. Because you know who's not going to care is that bank account. If that bank account isn't getting bigger and Cat can't get bigger too, well, that's a problem.
There we go. Of course, we have a troll accusing me of fake tipping myself. I've literally never fake contributed to myself at all or faked any contribution.
That's not true,
That
Phil.
would just undermine the whole point of what I'm trying to do. The thing is, you can't cope with the fact that people actually like content that's not defamatory towards others. So now you
Isn't
think, oh,
this
it's a fake
defamatory right
contribution.
here?
No, you're just a life loser, and you lost tonight, and you can't
Oh, this is
handle it, so
defamatory.
your hope is to say, oh, he faked it. Well, you can kiss my hairy fucking ass, you loser.
This sure sounds like defamatory stuff, Phil. I'm not defaming anyone, you idiot. Oh, fantastic. he's fake tipped before. No, Phil, you're not fooling anyone with this. And who would believe you? Who would believe you, Phil?
It's so weird that they put optional areas.
Who in their right mind would say, hey, this guy who's lied all the time, this time he's telling the truth? Yeah, it sure sounds like he's trying to hurt that guy and his reputation.
Yeah, when I play slots, I really like how flashy they are, if they're themed.
I'll
and have
bet
some
you
themes to
do.
them. Like, that's what
That's
I
kind of
like
the
about
point.
slots. I don't play slots thinking I'm going to win money. Just, I'm going to kill some time and have some fun.
I want to look
This
at pretty
flashy machine
lights.
or
I
whatever.
want to look at RGBs, dude.
There's no skill to slots, right?
That's not true.
All right, here is the finale.
You got to do the correct inputs.
The Goro Pirates, we meet again. Nice to see you. So, where's
Yeah,
Zeus at?
good point,
I'm not
Astro.
privy. The Heat doesn't agree with him, though, so I expect he's already left. He'll arrive at Frost Heaven before long, so Frost is next. Ice. There's a fucking Frost Heaven now? Haven't you heard of it? It's the proverbial polar opposite of this place, a sea of ice.
Exactly,
It might
Sparkles
even
Monica.
represent Captain Zeus, leaving us to perspire in the
It's
hell
not
of
even
ice,
necessarily
scales,
that I
success, and
blame
winter
him
comfort.
at the
Sounds like
beginning,
you don't
because
even
when
like
it
the
first
guy
started
who followed
happening,
him.
this tip,
Simple, he's
fake tip
terrifying.
epidemic,
I was like him once.
I
where
could
think he
understand
wanted
why he
destruction,
does it,
raiding,
because
pillaging
businesses do it.
indiscriminately. Then our
people
paths
outside
crossed,
of
and I
Phil
only
do
narrowly
that. They put a
survived.
couple dollar bills into the tip jar
I
to
begged
get
for mercy,
things
he spared me in
started.
exchange for my servitude.
So it's not even like I fully
So I have no
blamed him.
choice
The
but to
problem
obey
is that
his
he had to
command or
lie
die
his
in his
ass
win.
off about it and be
I
a dickhead
loathe
about
what I
it.
become at times.
If you talk to the
Truly
person
miserable
at the
world we inhabit,
Starbucks
corrupted
and
by
say, hey
fools
man,
like
you put
Zeus
these
and
dollar
myself,
bills
and
in
all
ahead
of
of
you as
time,
well.
didn't you?
And
More
we're
often than not, they're
Captain
going to say, yeah, I
Beguza. My
did.
dearest ally, I will have
DSP will
vengeance.
never
We
admit
didn't
that.
kill him.
He'll just ban
Liar,
you.
I'll slay your entire wretched crew. All right, here we go.
Like, I'll probably still tip. Just, tell me the truth, man. You put that there. Gambling Pokemon Go and Pokemon TCG, huh?
I gamble every stream watching Darkside Phil.
Especially weird anonymous tips, as if people don't want to be praised for member bombs like the average will. Right. Oh wait, been reading on Kiwi and 4chan that detractors and trolls have Cat's phone number. Oh, that dude's gonna get banned.
What the fuck? Die!
Yep, we're gonna lean that dude here in a second. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. Bye. No,
was
no
easy.
ban? That's
No,
weird.
it's over. The hell it is. I'll never submit to you.
Yeah, right, Joe?
What the hell?
What?
Watch out. Huh,
Now
she
we're
shoots
enjoying
him.
the content because we
Are
got
you
the
okay?
money.
Thank you,
Before
Miss
that,
Hockey,
all
you
these
saved
scenes
me.
were stupid.
Think nothing of a
They
kid,
were
I won't let anything
meaningless. They
happen to you.
provided
Shit,
nothing.
you didn't know when to give
Who
up. Well,
cares?
that's 2 officers down.
Money here? All right.
It hasn't been easy, but we're
Now
making
these scenes are
progress.
fun.
Zeus wasn't here, though. I think we'll find him in that Frost Heaven place. Hope so. Either way, that's our next stop. Know what to expect there. Apparently, it's a bona fide Arctic climate with glaciers and everything. As you could guess, it makes
Right,
it more
Nick. There's a
impassable
pattern
for
to
most
it all.
ships. But you know the deal by now. That just means there's treasure stowed away.
Now he's
Guess we're
reading the
cranking
dialogue.
difficulty up another
See,
notch,
DSP,
so let's make sure the crew's up for
how
it.
is it that you're providing the
Captain
content
Beef, what's
after
up-
getting
what's up with
paid?
you?
Isn't that backwards?
Looking for treasure? No one has daring do like and dairy do and oh fuck,
I
I
got
can't
tipped
read those
enough
puns.
to hit the goal
I
after the
can't
stream
read those
ended,
puns,
but it
they're
still
awful.
counts because I say so. Right. Even though he
This is
said that
probably
it
gonna be the
won't
next
count if it's
instrument,
over, and
because
then
there's four,
immediately
right?
counts it.
So what's the third instrument and the third creature summon?
I don't know. I hope it's a piccolo or a triangle or a banjo. Yeah, I want Majima.
It's a
Oh wow,
guitar. Hell
pretty close.
yeah.
That is a pretty sick
Face
guitar.
melting,
And I'll be
soda.
that
Oh, it
monkey.
summons monkeys? What the hell? It does. It summons monkeys.
Thank you, Phil. I'm very blind and very stupid.
All right.
I was not able to
Damn.
put that together. I
Dark
thought the
God's
monkey was
guitar.
just a glitch.
One
It
of the
was
dark
a
instruments
coding
when played,
error.
It invokes the dark god of the earth, bringing forth a curse that will annihilate all in its path. Okay.
It summons the monkey.
That's another one of the instruments, ain't it? Send me out the pasture, so it is. There's a guitar of the dark god of the earth, and if you play it, you'll summon the spirit of dirt and clay to kowtow. Is it kowtow or kowtow your foe?
Kowtow.
Sounds
Kowtow.
promising. We don't have the pharaoh still.
cares?
This treasure's pretty neat.
It's monkey
Sure
time.
don't hurt to expand our abilities. All right, we got a new instrument. Let's set sail.
No, dude, he's stressing about
would
not getting
assume probably
paid,
the
so if
next
you
area
pay
they
him
make you-
sooner,
yeah, I
the
was
more
just gonna say,
fun
they
he'll
make you
Oh,
be
yes, that's
4
true.
star and
Because that's
220.
how
I
that
think
should
we're close
work.
to 220, are we
Yeah.
now? Oh, we're 265. We could do it. We could go straight
Such
there.
a toxic
Okay.
individual. I wasn't mean to
Well,
anyone
that's gonna be
today.
where we adjourned. We
Yes,
just
you
gotta find
were.
a
You were
safe
mean
point,
to the
right?
Kino
Like a safe
Casino, right?
area.
You were mean to
Oh, we
everyone.
are. They actually got us
Not
right
to
there.
say that they don't deserve it in their own ways, but
Crew members in poor condition. Let's unlock this lighthouse.
DSP's never negative.
Let's see.
Ever. Pretty cool, huh?
We did everything here, yeah.
Camel
Let's
toe.
save,
Come on
and
now.
next time we'll
Ack,
actually
ack, ack.
continue straight from here. We'll see who's in poor condition if we can.
All right,
them.
DSP, wrap up the
We'll
stream.
figure all of that out. Good stuff.
Return to monkey. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Don't get banned?
Well, let's see here. I got a couple last-minute contributions. There was a $2 tip from the shits. You talk to the Erie Lord anymore? On and off every once in a while, not often.
The answer should be
I last
no.
talked to him like last year at some point. We gabbed a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
The
right?
trial to adjourn. Well, adjourn is a fancy word. That's how you know that DSP is
Well, someone
intelligent.
took me $2 and says you're an honest guy and a good guy. Don't listen to the haters. They
That's
don't know
not
the real
true.
you. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you
That's
for
another $4
reinforcing
in
my
contributions,
delusions. I
guys.
appreciate it.
So thank you for allowing me to hit the goal. Thanks so much to D-Man for that really generous contribution. Again, it seems like when we play this game, we have a good time. We chill, we engage. It just doesn't necessarily get the big levels of support.
So we're
like
kind
other
of
games do.
pre-threatening
There's
it.
nothing I can
Nice.
really do about that. I like it, but I'm happy that we hit the goal tonight. Now we have 5 more goals, and yes, it's official. We will change the
Yeah,
goals. It'll be
Detractor Media is
Chick-fil-A. We'll
crap.
try their new sandwich, and I believe they have a new drink as well. So we'll try whatever's new on their menu next time on DSP Tries It, but we need 5 more goals. I'll talk about that in the daily wrap tonight. Okay, one final try.
But yeah,
Ready for
the
this?
real hero in all this
One
is all I
final
see.
try.
Oh, that's important, Phil.
There you go.
There it
Yeah,
goes.
I don't know.
Woo!
Wow.
Hell
I just
yeah,
don't
let's
get
just
it.
keep it like this.
No
Do
way
the
to get it to
daily
stop
wrap like
whiling out. It
that.
just goes nuts.
Go full screen.
It goes absolutely crazy.
Go full screen, turn off
I
the
wonder what's
AI.
causing it to do that. Wanna
Come
do a
on,
test?
man.
Here, let's see.
Never, Kitty. I don't think so.
So I turn it on.
Because,
I won't do
Mersbo,
anything. I
you
won't
still
move.
get the lecture because he didn't get paid fast enough.
If I don't move,
It's not
it
enough
doesn't
that he
freak
gets
out.
the money. He needs the money
What
instantly.
if I go this direction?
Mr. Instant Gratification
Nope.
here.
It just goes crazy. So it's either
All these
the
people
AI
want instant
itself is
gratification. By
malfunctioning,
the way,
or
pay
it's
me
the shirt.
now.
Because the thing is, the camera, I can control it. Let me test that.
You guys always
Put
just
this.
want things immediately. By the way, give me the money now so that I can
Okay,
be
now
in
watch
good
this.
mood.
Yeah, good mood.
Yep, I can control it normally, and it works.
Yeah, I think so,
So,
Heinz.
It's the AI. So I can go up and down. It works.
The AI is
It's the
terrified
AI
of what
that's
it
messed
beholds.
up, and I don't know. Like it might be the shirt. You might be right. It might be the shirt. I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
then again, we
DSP
did
has
play
some
Call
sort
Duty
of-
earlier, and it didn't
has
do
some
it.
sort of
Maybe it's the lighting in the
anti-AI
shirt. It's
shirt.
nighttime now.
Cyberpunk right
That's
here.
pretty wild. Anyway, I guess we'll see tomorrow because tomorrow I'm streaming. I'll have a different shirt on.
Oh,
and
thank
it'll be hot,
God.
so it'll be another kind
I
of.
thought for sure you were going to wear the same one.
But anyway, guys, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the game.
Goodbye, Phil.
Thank you to those who supported. Had a great time relaxing with all of you.
You had a
I'll see
great
you
time.
next
That's
time
why
for
we were
more
pissed
Pirate
off for
Yakuza.
most of the
We will
night.
head into the. Basically, I guess we're heading into the last 2 stages and end game of this pirate plotline, and we'll see how it goes. All right.
Whatever you
Thanks,
say,
guys.
guy.
See you then. Bye bye. Okay. Good stuff.
I want DSP to just answer the damn question.
say.
Just answer
Okay.
the damn question from me,
So-
DSP. Why should people believe you? Why?
Good stuff tonight.
Why
Sorry,
should
guys, for
anyone
the
believe
technical
what you have to say?
difficulties.
And
And
the
sorry for
answer
the
is
trolling.
Phil.
These idiot trolls just don't get it. They really don't. They
What?
don't understand.
What I do
that
now? By the way, he's not hurting anybody.
I am going to persevere. I'm going to continue on, and I'm going to keep winning.
Winning?
No matter what they say and do, no matter how they behave. They've been sitting in kick chat now for a week and a half. all
Subsistence is
seething and shit,
winning?
and it ain't gonna work. I'm still gonna be successful and keep doing what I want to do.
Bare
So I appreciate
existence
everyone who's
is
here to
victory.
hang out and be legit and be real and not be an asshole or a snake. You guys are awesome. You guys have been amazing.
You are an
Great
asshole
crowd.
and
I
you
love
are a
chilling with you
snake by
guys and
your
having
own
a good
admission.
conversation and everything. Okay.
All right, DSP, we did it. We're flexing on the enemy.
What's
We
on
are
the
so
shirt?
much
Just some
better than
flowers.
everybody.
Just some like blue flowers. See, nothing crazy. So I don't
DSP
know-
should wear Echo
I don't know what
Unlimited.
causes that
Yeah,
thing to go
bankruptcy
nuts
is
like
winning.
that.
It's part of the strategy.
Okay. Won't see you tomorrow,
just
Jade. All
deflect.
right. I hope you have a good day tomorrow, Jade.
With he doesn't get right.
Tomorrow is a podcast and
But I
Swig It
want
In, or
DSP to
Swig
say
Codin,
there
however
is
you
no
say it.
reason a
No
rational
late stream
person should
tomorrow.
believe me.
It's tomorrow
Because
night.
that
I do
is
have to
the
wrap
truth,
up my
Phil.
work. I'm
Whether
a
he
tax
likes it
I'm
or
gonna put
not,
in hours
no
and
matter
hours
how
of
much
work
it
to try and
burns his
wrap it up.
ass, the reality
So
is that
hopefully I
no
do.
one should believe Phil.
And I want to
Well,
say
I'm
thanks
telling
to
the
everyone
truth
for a great
now.
streaming day.
Yeah,
Today
you were
indeed
telling the
was a
truth
good day.
before.
I had a great
and
time
before,
in Call of Duty.
and before,
I had a great time
and
in Pirate
before.
Yakuza.
DSP
We did
has
gold.
always told the truth
I
up until
sweated
the
it
very
out, but it was
second he
still
wasn't.
entertaining and fun. Did you like the new mic?
No, oh,
Did you guys
dude,
like the changes
yeah.
to the mic today? Did you notice?
It
that I
brought
made
the
it
stream
more
together,
bass?
man.
Basically now, instead of being super sharp,
Dude, I would
and
have
crisp,
rage quit the
it has
restream
bass
2
to it.
minutes
So
in
it's
if you
not
didn't have
as
a new
sharp or crisp,
mic.
but it has deeper tones in my voice.
Oh,
And I
definitely. I
think it
feel the
actually sounds
bass
more
when you're
natural
crying
now.
and whining like a
Because before
baby.
there was zero bass in my voice, but now it seems more natural. I think I'm going to keep it like this, unless you guys didn't like it.
No,
then
it
I'll
hurt
probably
my
change it
feelings,
back, but
Phil.
overall, I think I did like it. So
Who cares? Moving on. I like the camera thing. That
Okay.
was sick.
you liked it?
Legitimately kind of
Willow
cool.
liked it. Okay.
Could you please leave?
No, not a new mic, new setting.
Scumbags and
with
mental
the software
faces
that
on the
came with the
internet
mic, I messed with
still
them a bit.
support me.
I had it. It's
Oh,
supposed to
thank you
sound
very
way more
much,
natural
Lizzie
now, like
TDR.
using
I
more
really
deep tones in my
appreciate it.
voice,
Sorry that
whereas
you're
before it was,
toxified.
like,
But if it makes you
emphasizing
feel
the
better,
light-
DSP is
lighter
going to
stuff.
persevere.
Sounds
Forever.
good? Okay. What's up, Gabriel?
Forever. He's going to felt trolls until the end of time.
It was definitely a bit too high previously. I think so. What really made me hear that it was too
He
high
shit on Rich for
is
suggesting
the
he
video
bring the
that I
mic
put
closer
out
to his mouth. Yeah, that
of
was
the reason
stupid.
why
By the
I
way, the
quit
mic is now closer to
Assassin's
my
Creed
mouth.
Shadows, okay? And I put this video out, and people are now seeing it and honestly commenting on it, and they're like, "Wow, good video, but why does the mic sound so high?" You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
what
it's
they're
like
saying.
sharp.
Maybe
And
one
I was like,
person
"Really?"
said it.
I listened back and I'm like, "Yeah, they're right. It actually is too sharp. I need
Yeah,
to
Kitty.
fix that."
It
So
can't
hopefully it's better
continue.
today. Okay.
It can't continue at this level.
All right.
Now,
so,
can it continue? Yes,
tomorrow,
DSP is going to stream until
Chill
he
Level
dies.
1 podcast,
But it can't continue
and
as it is
Swig It In
now.
or Soikoden. We've done well with that stream. Basically, we
Suikoden?
hit the goal every single time I've played it. Hopefully, we will tomorrow. Keep that pattern up.
Just
I
talking
will
about money
announce
again.
tonight on the Daily Wrap, we're going to do Chick-fil-A instead of Taco Time, and then we'll save Taco Time maybe for
On the
after
Daily
the
Wrap?
upcoming birthday marathon.
Okay.
Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Yeah, obviously,
really,
Spurless Moniker.
thank you
Because
all.
the normal
I
person would
appreciate you
agree
all.
with
You were
Phil.
awesome. Great stream tonight. I hope that you all have
Me,
a good
the
night.
craziest
and I'll see you all in the
asshole on
morning for
YouTube.
a half streaming day tomorrow, okay? Peace out, everyone. See you in the morning. Good night.
I think that would be a fun, comprehensive scientific study you could do with DSP. It's well, barely science, but it's still something you could do. So here's the here's methodology. You compile 6 random streams. Hell, let's get some better data. 15 random streams in the last 5 years of DSP. That's a pretty good poll. You grab 15 streams, and then you show one of these 15 at random to some participants. One participant at a time, because you don't want it to be influenced by groupthink, because that's how DSP tries to get out of this shit. So no groupthink possible. you show one of these 15 clips to a random person, and they have to watch the entire stream. Sorry, I guess that's unethical, but you do have to watch it. And then afterwards, no, you don't have to watch the whole one. Watch it until their facial expression changes, and then give them a survey and say, what do you think of him so far? Or you could even do it at like 10-minute increments. That's too much. An hour increment. Have them fill out a survey. What do you think of this dude? I think that by and large, 99% of people, by even an hour in, would say this dude is a crazy asshole who doesn't know anything. You could even do it across cultures. You could have people from different countries do it, and they're going to come to the conclusion pretty quickly that this dude's a crazy asshole. And then what? Then you publish it. And what? Does DSP just say the science is wrong? It would be fun watching him try and debunk science. Or at the very least, debunk the study. Because he's not going to be able to point to anything like statistical analysis or anything. He's just going to say that it's fucked up and stupid and wrong and actually illegal. If I had money and time, I'd do it. But yeah, that's it for tonight. That was a fun stream. He got super pissed and super toxic. He didn't insult anybody, though. He didn't treat anyone badly. That's nice. And he got his money, obviously. None of it was fake. And even if it's not fake, what does it mean, DSP? You had to be saved by one person? That's embarrassing. But, yeah. I'll be back Thursday for the Internet Asylum. I hope, he's not streaming Wednesday, so I'll just take a break for that. And then I will probably restream Friday. That's the plan, anyway. Yeah, big ups, D, man. Thank you for saving the stream. Thank you for saving Yakuza. How cool is that? Any final thoughts here? Anything we learned? Well, we learned that DSP is a dickhead. We learned that DSP never hurts people. That's cool. He's never been mean to people. He's never said anything toxic. Pretty hype. All right, good night, everyone. Have a fantastic night. I will see you all Thursday. And on Internet Asylum, Thursday, we're discussing, what's his name? Nova Online. So swing by and help it go well, because I don't really want to talk about this dude, but it feels like a necessity. You eventually have to discuss Nova Online if you're discussing internet weirdos. Who knows? Maybe he'll become a fan of our show and start antagonizing us. Take care, everyone. Have a fantastic night.
Y'all have a great, safe, blessed day. You know what? I'm going to end this video on a really good, highly vibrational note.
Why should I allow you to talk when you don't support me? You don't give me any money to pay my bills, so therefore you're worthless to me. You don't have anything nice to say, therefore you're worthless to me. All you want to do is say snide comments, snide remarks, therefore you're worthless to me. You guys don't support me financially. You don't support me in a positive way. You don't encourage me to do great things. You don't fucking support me. So why should I support you and give you motherfucking assholes the right to say whatever the fuck you want? You don't get that fucking privilege. I won't let you have that fucking privilege. You want an opinion on this channel? Then donate some money. Put up or shut up. You want the right to talk on this channel? You want privileges? Then start paying my bills, motherfucker. Until you start paying my fucking bills, then you don't have the right, you don't have the privilege or the authority to say whatever the fuck you want on my fucking channel. Because I won't give you the privilege. Because if you're not supporting me monetarily, then you're fucking worthless to me.
Take care and be blessed, all of you. And may you find great light, power, and goodness within yourselves and redeem yourselves and just get out of the toxic minority. Period. Be with the majority and be good.
get a 60-day supply of the platinum.
No? You know what? I'm gonna say somebody in Russia just died, and another just died with that second gunshot. Somebody really toxic. Maybe Putin died by his own sword. Anyway. We have cleared the air. Everything is good. All of you take care and have a blessed, safe day and night.